Die Europäische Zentralbank legte den Referat.
This is the Opie and Anthony Channel, XM 105, Sirius 206.
And now, a show the likes of which America's never seen. So appalling, so offensive, yet so entertaining.
It's not your normal show.
Beamed from satellites in space down to you every single day.
What planet are we living on?
It's the Opie and Anthony Show with Opie.
We're experts and we already know this is going to be great radio, so shut the fuck up.
And Anthony.
I live in a big house, I make a lot of money, and I fuck attractive girls.
And little Jimmy.
I don't even like in our opening. It sounds like a little...
You dang open hand and don't listen to dang open hand.
Stop with that shit.
And now, here they are. Why am I introducing these buffoons? I'm William Shatner, goddammit.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's Monday, right?
Yeah. It certainly is. How's everybody? Have their good weekend.
Yeah,
a good weekend. That thing that is much too short. My God,
it was a good weekend. It was a nice warm weekend. It was spring in New York.
It was nice. Actually, barbecued Saturday.
Did you really?
I didn't. Danny did.
That's good.
Travis was over with his lovely wife and adorable child, and had some of the the post-Christmas thing when you still got presents left because you haven't seen the people on Christmas, and then you got to do that awkward it's after Christmas thing.
we were on the same schedule because that's a big family Christmas party for me too.
Yeah,
because they all do their Christmases, and then you got to all get together still.
Yeah, and toss the gifts at each other that have been around for a while.
They start coming over to my house. They're like, "Where's your Christmas tree?" I said, "It's January 7th. It's gone."
Mine's still up, but all the ornaments are off of it.
Yeah, but you got a fake tree.
Yeah.
If you have a real tree, you want that shit out of your New York City apartment.
That shit gotta go.
Travis knows. He's nodding. Those needles are a fucking pain in the ass.
And now I got to deal with an elevator that's just covered in everyone else's needles for the next 2 weeks.
On the rugs.
Because nobody cleans up after their own tree.
And what's worse than somebody who leaves their shit laying around in an apartment building? Isn't it raging?
Oh, it's horrible.
It makes no sense. Like, we have, just real quick, we have a basement, and we've got, two shopping carts in case, you come back from the grocery store and you want to unload your car.
That's convenient.
It is convenient. Except for the assholes who just decide to unload their stuff in their apartment and then put the shopping cart in the elevator.
Oh, yeah,
and just let someone else take care of it.
Yeah, they're just scumbags.
Like, you can't go down. My building's 6 floors. You can't go down
selfish.
6 floors.
Anthony, you would never be able to live in a building full time.
I did.
What do you mean you did?
I was in Brooklyn for
now.
Let me think.
That was a long time ago.
No, I'm saying I don't know if it would be any different now than it was then because I hated it then. I went crazy in Brooklyn.
I'm like, why am I living with these people?
Yeah.
When you live in a building in New York, you're living with people. I didn't sign up for this shit.
The way you have to synchronize everything when you got groceries, like you got to bring it from the car to inside the lobby by the elevator and make sure you bring everything there.
Right.
And then phase 2 is trying to get everything onto the elevator while people are waiting or fucking with the elevator. So it's a pain in the ass.
I can't wait to get a house. I can't wait. You got to deal with. I'm sure they're looking at me like an asshole too, but still. Look, I don't want them to have to deal with me, and I don't want to deal with you.
Yeah, but you're not inconsiderate to that point.
You know what I do though? But my building, they're so hoity-toity. I come and go with the service elevator. Guess what? It's my own private elevator.
It's nice.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Because I live pretty high, so every time I go into my elevator, I have assholes on the way down that are coming on the elevator.
Yeah.
They refuse to look at you. They refuse to say hi. Because believe it or not, I try to be friendly and try to say hi.
You should post pictures of yourselves with your names in it in the lobby.
Seinfeld! First one of the day.
You guys can all do kiss hello.
Yeah, kiss hello.
But I go right to the service elevator, but these people like the service elevator. Oh, my God, that's beneath us.
My word.
We would never go back up to our apartment in the service elevator.
They bring trash in there.
Oh, yeah, it smells a little bit, but guess what? No one bothers me, and I go up and down. No problems.
Nice.
Don't have to stop on anyone's floors.
That's how it works.
It's beautiful. Actually, the service people in the building get mad at me because they want that elevator because they got deliveries and takeout coming and going, and there's asshole me using it as my own private elevator.
I like the noise factor with the house. Like, I could be as loud as I want, and I don't have to deal with other people's shit. Because when I was in Brooklyn, here's what I dealt with a lot of times.
Oh, really? Really?
And of course you run. Everything stops. You turn the TV way down.
Yeah.
And then you put your ear against the wall. You're trying to hear what's happening. But I swear to you, and I guess it's from my upbringing, I'd always get this like rush of adrenaline and just this weird, like bad feeling.
That's awesome.
When the couple is arguing next door or above you or below you or something. So
that's great, Tom.
It was. I never liked it very much, and that's why I like my own.
At least listening to arguing is entertaining. The people that live below us, their teenage daughter,
masturbates.
Yes.
Oh man,
she's real loud.
Yes.
Trav, their parents aren't home.
Oh.
When she's playing some rock band type singing game, and for the last 2 weeks she's just screaming that new Adele song at the top of her lungs.
That's hilarious.
Stupid Adele.
Over and over and over.
I'd knock on the door. Hi, you want a little help with that? I could probably coach you through.
I don't think.
Yeah.
You know what's worse when you think
okay, gotcha.
You think no one can hear you argue, and like we aren't argue that loud, and then you're like so quiet next door, and you hear. And you're like, oh my God. It hurt every word.
Next door, Robert Reed.
In my apartment,
all right, Hurley.
In my apartment, you could only hear through the vents in the bathroom, and we heard a little sex noises. Little sex noises.
You sure they weren't someone taking a dump?
That could very similar. They're very similar.
Oh God!
Unless the woman was having a tough time getting one out.
Oh yeah,
I think it might have been a little sex going on.
There's something kind of cool about hearing fucking, right?
Fuck yeah.
You like
I'll listen every time, man.
Hotel rooms. Hotel rooms are great for that because out of nowhere you're just watching TV and you just start hearing like, am I hearing? Is there something going on? So you quietly you just start hearing. The beds are never good for sex in hotels. The headboard's hitting the wall and then you're just hearing like. And it sucks though because it's hot when you hear the girl, but then you hear like, oh, oh.
And you're like, what's going on in mom and dad's room next door?
Yeah, I'll listen to that sex shit every time, no problem.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man! The stupid Giants won again.
Oh,
Jimmy's even annoyed.
I just hate.
You don't like the Giants, right?
No, hate them.
Falcons were never in that damn game.
They were at the beginning when they scored 2 points.
Yeah, I guess when it was 2-0, they were still in it.
Yeah.
People beat me up because I'm a Jets fan. They're like, why aren't you going for the Giants? That's stupid. Why don't people understand that?
I'm a New York fan.
Do you do that shit?
Well, I'll tell you what. If those rare instances when the Yankees are out and the Mets are in.
You're not rooting for the Mets.
Yeah.
I know you rooted 1 year, but that was...
I do.
But your ex was into the Mets.
Yeah.
So that had something to do with it.
Not really. I tell you, I would just rather go for a New York team. It's kind of it's a little more fun, makes the games a little more exciting. Like, what am I going to fucking, oh, great, Green Bay.
Yeah.
Gives a shit.
Yeah, I'll explain why.
All right.
Being a Jets fan, people want me to be a Giants fan now to stay with the whole New York thing. Let's say Giants win the Super Bowl. Yeah. Guess who gets beat up next year when they start playing football again?
Their wives?
Their wives? And all Jets fans, because now they got bragging rights.
Well, then maybe...
all the Giants fans will now forget that maybe the Jets, as a fan base, helped you out and jumped on board.
Oh,
next year, they beat the shit out of you.
Maybe if the Jets didn't blow it, they would be in the same boat. But
all right,
so
point,
it's the
sir.
Fans to blame? Well,
good point, sir.
I must...
Look, I think if we had a poll, that's how most sports fans look at it. If your New York team is out of it, you don't jump to the other New York team. You just don't do it.
You don't jump with the same verve that you would,
right?
Your team. Like, I'm not going to watch the Mets and know everything about the team and really give a flying fuck if they win or lose.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to be like, oh, that's good. They're winning.
I can't do it, man. Can't fucking do it. So, I mean, right now I'm not an Islanders fan, but Yeah, well, I was going to say when the Islanders are out of it, which they already are. I'm supposed to root for the Rangers. Do you know how crazy that is? If you're a hockey fan,
Well, that's
ridiculous.
a weird rivalry, though. That I don't know. That's a fucking bloodthirsty rivalry.
But you should look at it all the same, man.
I don't know.
Fuck yeah, we're fortunate to have, two teams in pretty much every league. But that doesn't mean you just kind of willy-nilly jump from one to the other. You got to have some loyalty.
Well, you don't willy-nilly. It's just if the other team is doing really well and they're in the playoffs. Like I could give a shit during regular season what the fucking Mets do. But if they go further in the playoffs than the Yankees, then then of course you're gonna peer in on them and see what they're doing.
Why? Why root for geography? Like,
what else are you going to root for? A fucking uniform color?
Well, no, that's why gambling
Root for
is
who's
fun
winning.
because then you can.
I root.
Oh, okay.
I root for Tebow.
Yeah.
Until
so does Jesus.
Until the Broncos are knocked out, and then I go 49ers to win the whole thing. That's what I do now.
Oh yeah,
that's my thing. Why not? You got a team? You got a football team?
I'm just thinking Green Bay, but it's based on nothing. But
they won last year, so they're good.
Yeah, and they had a good season. So I'm just thinking they didn't have to squeak. They didn't have to squeak in.
Yeah.
So
you see the Tebow.
Who didn't?
Everyone's talking about. So what can we say here? But that was just another unbelievable win.
Another big win for Mr. Jesus.
Kind of unbelievable.
Jesus' chosen one.
Because at the end of regulation there, the Steelers had a chance for a nice long field goal.
Yeah.
Before Roethlisberger kind of fucked it up. They had one more play to try to get a little closer, increase their odds. And then it was a fumble, right, Travis? He fumbled the ball?
Well, yeah, but he recovered it.
No, I know he recovered, but he lost
some yards.
Lost about 10 yards.
Lost a few yards.
And then that made it a 66-yard attempt.
That wouldn't have been.
And they're starting to talk like, yeah, might as well go for it. It is Denver. But then the Steelers were like, yeah, no, we can't do that. So then the overtime thing happened, where they explained the overtime rules forever, and then the overtime took 10 seconds.
10 seconds, 11 seconds, yeah.
What are the new rules?
I think it's obviously if the first team scores a touchdown, the game's over. If the team scores a field goal, then the other team gets the ball.
They get one shot at it, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
But what if,
and then?
But what if they turn around and then score a touchdown?
I don't know.
And I guess they
This
win.
was the first.
But that's not fair because you were the first to score.
Yeah, but you score with shitty field goal.
Well, that's basically what the NFL is saying. It's
Yeah.
a shitty field goal. We all know that just sucks.
It was always, if you got into field goal range, you won the game.
Well, yeah,
Right.
and that's why they changed it. Because,
Yeah.
all you got to do is get down to like the 40-yard line, and
Right.
You both have to touch the ball once, right?
unless the team scores a touchdown like Tebow did, then the
Okay.
game's over.
Yeah.
I like that, though, because one guy runs it back.
That is kind of good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get a touchdown. It's a little harder to do than a field goal.
Yeah.
Why is that, though? Like, why is it if he scores a field goal, the team gets the ball without a touchdown?
Because we just said, because
it's
they
easy,
realize
because
how stupid it is to win on a dumb field goal.
Yeah, because if you kick off and you get the ball to like the 30, then you've really only got like
You won the game.
40 yards left to go, and then you can just be lazy and kick
The
field
object of the game isn't to do anything. The object of the game at that point is to get your team to, the 35-yard line. It's stupid.
But
Well,
you
they
know
probably
what?
figure more commercials that way. The more
Each
overtime.
Each team must possess or have the opportunity to possess the ball unless the team that has the ball first scores a touchdown.
Yes.
Play continues in sudden death until a winner is determined, and the game automatically ends upon any score, or when a score is awarded by the referee for a palpably unfair act.
Oh,
How about this?
wow.
Overtime games, no field goals.
Oh, really?
No field goals. First team to score a touchdown wins. That's it. Forcing them to have to keep going instead of trying
I like
to kick
that.
the field goal. Make it easy.
That could make for a pretty beat-up couple of teams if it goes for
Wow.
quite a while.
Tebow, he threw the ball. He only had 10 completions, by the way, so let's all calm down. He had 10 completions for 316
That's the
yards.
weird part of the whole thing.
And Tebow
316 yards.
And Tebow
Weird.
loves 316. He loves it.
Oh, yeah.
And he throws for 316 yards yesterday. That's just fucked up, dude.
It really is.
It's starting to get
316. Tebow 316. Oh, yeah, we get it.
But do you understand? 316?
I know. It's odd.
That pass in overtime was the one that won the game and also gave him a perfect 316.
316.
I don't know. It's going to be tough against the Pats, obviously. Tebow against Brady there again.
Yeah.
First time it didn't work out too well for.
Well, you
Broncos.
can't count him out. You can't count him out in any game.
Look, man, if the Broncos season ends next week, they had a hell of a fucking year, though. An amazing year.
Yeah.
You know? This is all just bonus time now for that franchise.
Boner time?
Boner time.
All right, let me. What? Oh, boner time. Yeah. So that's what Sundays are about, eh?
Football. Well,
and Saturdays now.
Yeah, Saturdays and Sundays. I didn't.
Thursdays, Mondays.
I didn't really give a shit about the Saturday games. Really,
They weren't great.
I didn't really care. Those two games yesterday, I watched every fucking play. Those were two good games for me. What I give a shit about. So, and the games next weekend are going to be great. A lot of big games.
Well, they're all big games now.
True. True.
Well,
True
there
that.
you go. That is true.
And Jimmy made me extremely jealous over the weekend.
I finally showed it to him.
I've seen your dick.
Yo,
That's old
dick.
news. I've seen your dick.
Seen your dick.
We've all seen your dick.
Yeah, the Comedy Cellar.
Comedy Cellar, Jimmy's hanging out, and as much as I think he's a choke artist, LeBron James walked in with Dwayne Wade.
Well, it was more than we knew they were coming.
Like, what do you mean? A lot of the guys showed up
Yeah, I think a lot of the players. Bosch wasn't there, but I think there was like 3 or 4 players there.
for the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
Miami was in town to play the Nets, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they told us that they were coming in to see Aziz because one of LeBron's guys is a fan. I don't know how it was. So they were running late. They had like a little area saved for them. They didn't know who was coming in, and I was like, I wanted to get a picture with him.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I know he's going to have people around him. So I texted Kevin Hart, who's really good friends with everybody on that team. I said, I'm going to use your name to shamelessly get a photo with LeBron. And he wrote me back that he was going to tell him, something stupid to tell me to fuck myself.
Yeah.
So they come in while Chris Rock is on. Chris Rock did like an hour. And
Jesus,
they
what
came
a
in.
great night.
It was, yeah.
You got Chris Rock in the cellar, LeBron just hanging out upstairs.
No, he didn't hang upstairs. It was...
Well, they're the pictures from upstairs.
It is. So they came in, they watched Chris's set, and then watched Aziz, and then the show ended. And on the way, they came upstairs, and then were leaving. And as he's walking by, his guy's like, of course. But I'm like, hey, I got a message from Kevin Hart for Kevin Hart. It's not like that. And he goes, oh yeah. And then he just kind of stopped, but he kept going a little bit. I'm like, oh, all right, I guess there's no picture. And then he's just standing in the middle of the room, like. And do you want to take a? Like he kind of annoyed me. Like he was annoyed that I hadn't taken the photo yet. Actually, I thought he was just kept walking, and I didn't want to. So he's standing there waiting for me to take the picture, and he was fine. I should have got Dwayne Wade. You can see is in the back there. There's a guy. You can't see
Where's
there's
Dwayne
two
Wade?
tall guys in the back. To your right, Travis. No. You had it. There's 2 guys.
There's
Not there.
one more to the right.
Right there. That's
yeah.
Dwayne Wade. No,
Really?
Yeah, but
it's
I
just a
didn't-
black shadow, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't want to look at how fat I look and my sweater. It looks like I have a jizz stain on my
it
sleeve.
does look like you got a jizz stain.
Is it a jizz stain?
No, it's just chalk or something.
Yeah, but you did you pushed your head back because the camera was too close. Because your chin doesn't look like that usually. It really doesn't.
Yeah, I didn't. I just panicked because I didn't expect to get it right there.
Fucking LeBron James, man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
If he wins a championship, that is a massive photo.
He's wearing a Adebisi hat.
I know. I wanted to get him and Dwayne together. That would have been a really cool shot.
Don't worry about it. You and LeBron James is good enough. That's a huge picture right there. Fucking made me jealous when you tweeted
Now
that.
you know
over the
me.
weekend.
It's like me and the celebs just kind of.
Oh, sure.
hanging.
Of course they want.
But they weren't talking to anybody really. They were just
No,
doing
they
their
actually
own-
left right after. Like they were going to hang upstairs, but I guess they were going somewhere. They spoke to people who wanted to speak to them, but they just kind of came up and said goodbye to Aziz and left.
Right.
But it's. I was up there and I'm sitting there with Sherrod Small and Chris Rock, and waiting for these guys to come upstairs. And a fan approaches Chris, this like really weird dude, and Chris is kind of a quiet dude. He's not,
Yeah.
he's a little socially, just kind of relaxing after the set. And the guy comes over and goes, "Hey, man," and then Chris goes, "Hello." And he's a little shy.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Come on, man, give me something. Give me more than that."
What?
Like,
What's that mean?
I like myself so much more for the way I approach famous people. Like the guy wanted Chris to, I guess, greet him a certain way, and he wasn't being. He was just an asshole And that guy will never know how close he came to having Sherrod separate his jaw.
Yeah.
Because Sherrod was going like, what do you want, man? What do you want? And the guy's like, come on. Like, wasn't understanding what, because, Sherrod stood up, and Sherrod's a big dude, man, and he hits like a truck. And the guy was just being really oddly serial killerish and aggressive.
Wow. That's creepy.
Really creepy
Total
fucking
creep.
fan vibe. And it's very rare you see a guy be that obnoxious. And the guy didn't yell. He was just drunk, and he expected something from him. And I don't know what he expected.
Right. Probably recognition. Probably assumed, look, I know you. You have to know me.
But then he's like, hey, can we take a picture? And Chris is like, okay. Oh, the guy's like, oh, my friends are over there. I want you to say hello. And
Say hello.
And then Chris is like, oh, I'll get him on the way out.
All the features of a dickbag fan.
What a fucking douche this kid was. Little fat lips. I still remember his little. He looked like he was like a kind of a white Spanish combination. I couldn't tell what nationality he was. Just a fucking creep. I never want to give that vibe to anybody I approach. Never. That fucking. Oh, he really gave me the creeps. That dude.
Yeah, what a dick.
Did anyone follow him out?
No, I mean, because it was just rude. Like, and then I was talking to just Chris about something with shooting, like a technicality. So then I just kept talking about it to try to get the guy to go away. And then I kind of understood people who hang around someone who's being annoyed, like, because you really just wanted this guy to go away. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, I guess maybe that's how it is. Like when you're Tom Brady and your friends are standing around and there's just people lurking all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how it, So I kind of felt a little empathy for people who had prior annoyed me. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
Maybe I am that guy more than I realize it.
No,
Notice no one's looking at you as you tell that story.
Maybe.
I'm just kidding, Jimmy.
Bob.
Not that I have that crazy energy, but maybe,
I'm kidding.
maybe they don't know and they just see you standing there waiting for something. People just like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm changing my ways.
You should just blink a little more, and then everything
Possibly.
will be okay.
I look like I blend in.
Yeah, you'll blend in if you just blink a little bit. But LeBron fucking James, dude. Fuck.
Yeah.
I think he's a choke artist, but that's a huge picture right there.
Yeah, I was happy to get it.
He's a very tall gentleman. He seems to be there.
Yeah, I said to him, what are you doing? What are you shooting a bunch of hoops around or something?
What's the weather like up there?
Yeah, I said, what are you up in the clouds, bumping your head up on the planes or something? When they fly by, you can see the pilot. Why don't you give him a big howdy do? I wanted him to know that I recognized him when he was in the showroom, so I wanted to walk in and then just wink and make the swish move with my hand so he would know that I knew it was him.
Did he watch you perform?
No, I wasn't even on that third show. I was only on the first two, but they said he was coming in. I'm like, I want to try to get him, but they came in. There was 9 people that came in his party. They never saved tables like that, but for him,
For his party,
isn't it? And they came in. Luckily, Chris was odd when they walked in. They were all quiet because nobody's gonna yap while Chris rocks on stage.
Right.
But any other comic would have had a hard time.
Sure.
I was glad that I wasn't on.
Yeah.
Nah, because it would have been 9 people walking in is just you can't, especially when 5 of them are over 11 feet tall.
I know that is a little rough.
LeBron doesn't look that tall in that picture.
Well, I'm 5'11", and he could see how he just towers over.
Did he crouch down a little bit though?
He might have.
I mean,
in shame for me.
He's still easily.
I think he's 6'9".
I think you're about right. But it looks, I don't know, maybe he's crouching down, or maybe you were on a footstool or something. 6'8".
Is he only 6'8"? Wow, okay.
6'8". And Jimmy's about...
No, but I mean, even 6'9", I guess you expect ball players to be like 7 feet now. Or guys like, Shaq is... Because no one has seen Shaq has gone into one of the clubs down the street, and he said he's a massive... Because LeBron wasn't as big as I thought he'd be. Like, he's a big dude... but he wasn't as wide or muscular as I thought he was going to be.
Shaq was
7'1".
Yeah.
Shaq was on vacation the same time I was on vacation. I told the story before, and we're all going in the ocean, and we're way over our heads, and he just walked in like a prehistoric dinosaur, and he was so much further out than anyone else, and he was only up to his nipples.
He just walks to England.
Right. That's when I realized this fucking guy is tall. Because when you're going, about the area you could hang out.
Yeah, before the drop off.
Way past that. He was just hanging out in the ocean by himself.
Like a brontosaurus.
Yes. That's
hilarious.
That's the famous story when we had a nice suite down there in the Caribbean, and some asshole was making a lot of noise upstairs, like really to the point where I was getting really pissed off, and I was going to go upstairs and say something. And I swear to you, it turns out that's where Shaq was staying,
was
right
Shaq
above us.
making
Can you
noise?
imagine? I knock on his
trotting
door
on the floor
to tell him to knock it off. He would have knocked my teeth out.
I hear he's very pleasant. He's a guy I've never met, but everyone I've ever known who's met him, or comedians I know that know him, have always said he's a really sweet guy.
We saw him all week, and he's extremely soft-spoken.
Yeah.
Very, almost whispery, and just extremely nice to every single person
He is.
that he came in contact with. Fans, people that worked there. He was just unbelievably nice.
I guess it's hard when...
and I never got a fucking picture, and I wanted one so bad.
When every single person, everywhere you go, knows who you are. Maybe that's a weird pressure. Athletes get that. Maybe not say more than rock stars, but when you're Shaquille O'Neal, you can't even blend in sitting behind somebody. Like even famous people can sit next to a friend and kind of just hang low, like on the plane or something, and not. When you're 7'1" and 320, whatever, there's nowhere you can go where you just don't stick up like a child's toy, like the head coming out of the car. Everyone knows who you are everywhere you go.
All you're going to see today is Tebow highlights, huh? They forgot the Giants even played yesterday at this point.
I just could care less about Tebow. To me, is just uninteresting. Where, I mean, it's fun to watch, but he's having a decent.
How is he uninteresting?
I don't care about him at all, or the God angle. I hate his showboating.
Well, most people are making fun of the God angle.
Yeah.
They think it's kind of fun and funny and stuff.
I just don't like the...
It's a great story, though, because this guy, they didn't even... really don't think has what it takes to be an NFL quarterback, and now look what he's done. They have now won a game in the playoffs. I don't care if the Steelers were beat up. They still won. Tebow won a fucking playoff game. That's crazy.
The cameras go nuts when he takes that knee.
No, it's just... I hate...
Photographers are all just like, clamoring to go.
I hate the knee. I hate the fact that he publicly has to do that. It's just, to me, it's so, look at me.
Revering Jesus Christ, Jimmy.
But do you hate that, or do you hate the fact that everybody knows about it now? Like, it's not like he was doing it to get attention at first.
But he was always doing it. He did it in college, too.
Well, yeah, but
now people are doing it. But now people are doing it to mock him. And
so, if he did it...
I don't mind it because I look at him thinking, wow, his life's got to be pretty damn boring if he's that much into Jesus.
Now it's a mockery, but if he's been doing it since the first game that he was in college when nobody knew who the fuck he was.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing it to get famous. Yeah. I just that quality in anybody annoys me.
It's more annoying when he brings it up.
What Travis is saying, he hasn't changed his behavior. Just because, he's more famous now.
Right,
he's always been this guy.
And that's just an annoying quality to me in a person. Like, if you always have to mention your God, then to me, you have nothing interesting to... I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. That's why...
Over and over, obsessively.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why it doesn't bother me, because I would imagine his life is extremely boring when he's not playing football.
Or imagine it's extremely tortured. Certain things the Bible may say are not appropriate.
Right. Or tortured, you're right. Well, guess who Tebow thanked after the game? Anybody want to guess? Anybody want to guess?
I don't know.
Anyone?
You knocked out the number one defense in football and a two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. What were your emotions as you completed that last pass play to Demaryius Thomas?
Well, the emotions were definitely running pretty high. And, first, as I was running down the field, I just wanted to thank my Lord and Savior. And then I jumped in the stands, which I'd never done before, but I was pretty excited. And then got back on a knee and thanked the Lord again and tried to celebrate my teammates. And what a special moment it was for us as a team, for the fans, and for our coaches as well.
See, usually that would bother me. It doesn't bother me at this point. It just doesn't bother me.
I got to thank then just who gives a fuck? That robotic, pre-programmed response. And before people get mad at me on Twitter, it would annoy me with any fucking religion. Yeah. Any of them. Mm-hmm. Ugh.
Doesn't bother me.
Oh, I want to thank my Lord. Do you? Then go ahead, thank him.
Well,
you do that.
Public.
You do that.
Well, he threw for 316 yards. Let's not forget.
Tremendous.
Not 315, not 317, 316.
It's cool. Too bad he didn't throw for 420. Then we'd know what he was doing after.
Yeah, like that matters.
And a lot of people making the jump from 10 completions to 10 commandments, Anthony. He completed 10 passes, which would be your 10 commandments for 316 yards.
God, religious people are silly.
That is just
Stephen Hawking hasn't moved a muscle since 1940. And what are you thanking God for? Thank my Lord that I could fucking throw this hunk of fucking pigskin while the greatest genius of our generation can't even wipe his own asshole? Really? Like, what are you thanking God for? The inconsistency, dummy?
Well, it is silly because I'm sure there were some Jesus people on the other side and they didn't get their wish yesterday. That's why I always thought that is just dumb. Dumb stuff.
The smartest guy on earth is trapped in a living. He responds with his right cheek. That's all he can move.
Is that what he's down to?
Yeah, that's
you
what
sure?
Yes.
I heard he can't even do that.
No, he can twitch his right cheek.
Oh, okay.
And his 70th birthday, he can't even.
Oh, like that. Just.
Yeah.
Oh,
but it's good that God's looking out for Tim Tebow traipsing up and down the field. Touchdown! Touchdown! Completion! Fumble! Good. That's God's got his priorities straight. Good.
I got to tell you, they got to move 60 minutes. See, you didn't watch the game, right?
No.
Everyone was like over the top excited. Tebow wins in overtime, shortest overtime ever in dramatic fashion, and everyone just has this adrenaline rush. And they didn't have time for the post game show because they were over, so they go right to 60 minutes, and it's this depressing stem cell story about this kid that has cerebral palsy, and his parents are going to this doctor believing that the doctor could help him, but he's a scam.
Oh no!
Oh, is that what the scam artist was?
Yeah, and you're just looking at your TV like, what the fuck happened? We were just having a good time.
I didn't even look to see what channel I changed it to. I just changed the channel.
Get rid
I don't
of
want
it,
to watch that after football.
But they do it every Sunday.
Every time. It's
no, it's
always
good. A lot of times
depressing
these
story.
games end up in an exciting way, in an exciting fashion, and it goes right to 60 minutes, which is the biggest downer show on TV.
So what happened? Because they showed like where they tell him we're 16. What was the guy doing?
The only reason I kept it on, I couldn't find my fucking remote, and that's the God's honest truth. So I made about 2 or 3 minutes. But I guess parents are in a tough spot with their kid. He has cerebral palsy. They basically have him like standing in a wheelchair. I don't know, because I think he's missing legs or his legs are too short or something. And then this doctor's giving him hope about stem cell therapy. And 60 Minutes secretly taped the Skype conversation. To show everyone that he's a fraud.
Well, who is the guy? What does he do?
I don't know. I really wanted to get this show off my TV.
He's a doctor from Alabama who's the director of STEM Tech Labs of Ecuador, which claims cures for cerebral palsy and other diseases.
But how is it? How do they know it's? Why do they think it's a scam?
From Ecuador.
Because he's claiming that his stem cell research cures cerebral palsy, and I'm betting it doesn't.
Well, they went to experts. I did see
He lost
that.
his license in 2005.
But they did
So
go
how
to.
does he drive?
They did go to experts, and the experts are like, "There's no stem cell, therapy, or whatever, cannot do this yet."
So what they? I wonder what they said to him when they confronted him. Because I wanted to. They looked like a cool moment. I just forgot. I had to run downtown.
Well, if you're on a Tim Tebow high, the last thing you want to do is get into a
Why?
story
It shows
like
you
that.
the balance of his Lord.
Right, true.
You know,
On
it's-
Sunday's show, CBS got the help of a family with a child suffering cerebral palsy. They ordered stem cells over the internet and had them shipped to the U.S. Then they met Eklund at a Florida hotel near home for treatment.
Oh, that sounds in the hotel. That's good.
Yeah, it does sound legit.
There he is confronted by a correspondent.
And what did he say?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
We can cut up the audio.
You're a
I would love
liar.
to know.
Let's do it.
It's Monday.
I want to know
Just
what
fi-
the doctor says.
Just find out what the doctor said and let Jimmy know. 'Cause
When
it
the
was-
60 Minutes people come, what does the doctor say?
It was a fucking downer.
He's
let's,
angry.
Let's go to Garbage Truck. Garbage Truck.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Or Jim calling from his garbage truck. What's up?
I heard Ocho Cinco sent out a tweet last night. Isn't it weird that the names of the referees were Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John?
I saw a lot of people tweeting that last night. I just assume that can't be true.
I don't know. I thought it was fucking weird. And I couldn't.
And then someone else tweeted a picture over Mile High Stadium was a cloud in the shape of a halo. Did you see that?
Oh, man. People are just out of fucking control.
Unless the guy photoshopped it, I saw it.
It's not even interesting if the referees' names were Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. There's no coincidence. He's just a guy with a fruity voice who tossed the ball to somebody and they ran. Here you go. I don't hate Tebow, but it's just who gives a shit.
But it is a little weird that the Jesus guy throws for 316 yards.
Yeah, he should have thrown. It's weird.
Who was
because,
the last guy to throw for 316 yards? That'll prove how weird this is.
Well, yeah.
In a big game, a playoff
number.
game.
Usually you throw for more.
You got to throw for something.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying, it's weird. Do I believe in some, mystical fucking numerical thing happening? No. Of course not. But it is strange. It's just weird how that works out sometimes.
Yeah. But, it's very coincidental.
Weird shit. All right, boys, I gotta go. I'm driving.
What about the Kennedy Lincoln thing?
I heard a lot of those are not true.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know which ones, but I hear it's a bunch of bunk. Like, I've thought those coincidences.
Yeah.
He got shot in the head in the theater. This one Tuesday. This one worked at Ruby Tuesday. Oh, God. All right, cool. Yeah, people just, I heard that Lincoln enjoyed a good sandwich, and then he went, and Kennedy once said, which sand? Oh, my God. Were the coincidences both shot in the head? Oh, my God. Secretary of Lincoln, and he drove Kennedy? What does that mean? Nothing.
And you're hearing most of this shit is not true?
Some of them are not true. There's exaggerations.
Kennedy
too.
had a secretary named Lincoln, and Lincoln had a secretary named Kennedy,
exactly,
right?
Yeah. Maybe a lot of them, some of them are true, but...
the names Lincoln and Kennedy both have 7 letters.
Oh, my God.
Oh, well, there you go.
Some of these are ridiculous.
Both one was a Republican, and the other was almost a Republican. Ooh, I got it.
Whig.
Both were shot on a Friday.
Wow, that's crazy.
What are the odds of that? 1 in 7.
1 in 7, yes.
Hey, why are they running that Geico caveman ad over and over?
It's funny.
I thought America decided that the caveman
done?
sucks. No. We all decided the caveman sucks.
Just
the
in
sitcom
sitcom
was
form.
a massive bomb, right?
Just in sitcom form. Still funny in commercials.
It's not even close to funny.
Not funny.
Who's enjoying him walking into the locker room dressed as a cheerleader going, Brian, you told me.
Enough of that. I hate all Geico commercials.
They're terrible.
They're
Gecko
horrible.
Gecko one's a totally pure example of how a commercial started one way and then people started liking something in the commercial, so they changed the whole gimmick.
Yeah.
If you remember Frasier there, he was the voice of the original Gecko. It was fucking...
Kelsey?
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer. And it was him bitching that he is a gecko and don't confuse him with Geico. And that was the gimmick. And then it turns out, now the gecko is all of a sudden working at Geico? How did that happen? That's also like the fucking what's in your wallet Vikings. When that whole campaign first started, I hate it. But when the campaign first started, the Vikings would be charging at you, ready to kill you.
Right.
Because, you had these horrible things on your credit card. And that was like supposed to be the pain and agony of having that credit card. And then when they showed it was the Capital One card, the Vikings just stopped in their tracks, and at last minute you didn't get killed by them. Well, people loved the Viking thing, I guess, so they had to make the Vikings lovable and fun so they could be around everybody, completely changing the premise of the commercial.
And little Viking kids, because we all love kids in commercials.
It's just
and
it's
what's
so
better
stupid.
than kids? Viking kids.
What about Geico also has that really funny pile of money with the eyes?
Oh, that's
What happens
hilarious.
next? Right?
It's great.
Everybody's watching you.
I'm standing on the Brooklyn Bridge, and I'm wondering.
Oh, I hate that.
Fucking.
Know how many
And they got the
stinks.
piggy now. Wee, the pig.
Piggy's funny. He's just having fun.
The pig.
The pig. Pig is disturbing and frightening to me.
You know what, though? I don't mind
You
it.
don't mind the pig?
I don't mind the pig, if we're going to be honest. Don't mind it. I'm not saying I'm over the moon about it.
You know, it'd be a great commercial if they show some woman going, "You're not covered. You're not covered," and the guy walks in and goes, "Do your insurance employ a bunch of C words like this one does?" Well, we don't.
That's a good commercial.
We don't rape our customers. That would make me buy Geico.
That's a good commercial. There's a little piggy. Now they got the piggy on the zip line.
Great.
Yeah.
They should show him smelling bacon and being confused by what it is and why his little piggy's stomach is rumbling.
When are we going to go ziplining, man? It's all the rage.
Yeah.
And I want a meeting with Bloomberg. I know how to make money in this city.
Yeah.
I want zip lines.
Urban zip lining.
Fucking
Would be
zip lines in
interesting.
Times Square from building to building.
That
How do
would
we get
be,
this done?
Pretty interesting.
You kidding? You know how many people would zip line from building to building around Times Square?
Oh, yeah, it would be huge.
What a great attraction that would be.
I'm going ziplining during my cruise.
But you've always been against zip lining.
I kind of think it's pretty cool now.
I think so, too. I want to try it.
Probably do it. I got these rad HD cameras that
Yeah.
they strap to your head and stuff, so I'm going to take a couple of those with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Before we finish with commercials, there is only one commercial I don't mind.
What's that?
It's the fantasy football commercial.
What?
where you had a bad day.
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
saw that
fucking
yesterday.
funny, man.
He fell.
Oh, the zip liner fell.
Jeez, with the zipline break or something?
Yeah. Did you see that bungee cord video?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
That's from New Zealand or something?
That bitch just fell.
I just started thinking, you know what? Maybe I'll try this bungee cord thing. Fuck no.
New Zealand?
I'm
Did
back.
Did she talk about what happened?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You want
Yeah, we need that clip.
I was on the bungee cord and it snapped and I went into the water and I didn't know what to do. All right, with your dumb fucking way you talk.
I felt myself falling, and I was so happy that my husband's not a Maori and he's not beating me with his fist.
Watch this.
I know.
Victoria Falls. But this
Watch
jump
this.
is about to go horribly
Snaps.
wrong.
Oh, my.
Part of the gag.
As the cord snaps, Erin
Holy
Langworth plunges the remainder of the 111
In a perfect
metre fall
swan dive.
head first into the crocodile-infested Zambezi River.
Stop at the fucking meters.
Straight away, and I felt like
she's
I'd been
hot.
slapped all over.
All over.
With her legs still tied by the bungee cord, the Australian
Right.
student was being dragged downstream towards the rapids. The trailing ropes snagging the
This
rock,
is the worst
pulling her
possible thing.
underwater.
It's like Indiana Jones in the plane.
Right.
When he gets out in the life raft and thinks it's all cool.
There was a box of HIV/AIDS vials floating in the water. Her head banged into them as they clanked off her teeth. Luckily, a shark ate them.
Was first pulled out of the water.
Wait, so you
They
got
put
the
me on my
bungee
back.
cord breaking, you
And
got
so all the water that I
crocodiles,
was
and you got
inhaled.
rapids
Yeah.
heading
Yeah.
toward a waterfall.
Yeah.
With her legs tied
Yes.
together.
Yes.
Is this a Bugs Bunny cartoon?
Yeah.
Coughing out water and blood.
Yes, as she went under the boat of the Mexican drug cartel.
She was treated in
Whoa.
Zimbabwe, then taken to South Africa.
Treating in
where
Zimbabwe.
doctors
That's
were
got to be
amazed
nice treatment.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking leeches and a clit
Yeah.
removal.
I think it's definitely a miracle that I survived.
You think?
The company says the faulty cord has been replaced.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course
good.
it has
The
been tied in a
jumps
knot.
are
Oh, I
safe,
thought, yeah,
But Erin
exactly.
will be hoping this truly is.
Do you think it
Bungee-
slowed her down just
Lifetime
enough before it
experience.
snapped?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Becky
definitely.
Johnson.
Just enough?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Holy fuck.
Who's bungee cord? Who's
No
doing that
way.
bungee jumping in fucking Africa?
No
Doing
way.
anything in Africa? Stop.
No fucking
Collect
way.
blood diamonds and shut up.
No,
Come
thank
home
you.
with some cash.
No.
Legs are all tied and stuff.
Yeah.
Pussy probably all crammed up and together.
Oh,
and shit.
yeah.
Get them pussy lips all the which away over each other. I would hate that.
Yeah. It's awful.
I'd prefer falling like that to being snapped back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems a little.
No, you want to.
That whole thing is
You want to
just-
bounce.
I don't
You want
like
to
that
bounce
at all.
back up, Jimmy. Not good if it snaps.
I don't want any part of that.
So,
Jeez.
I was jumping off a bungee cord and my string broke.
Well, string break?
Geico.
I was being. Then I was in the rapids with my legs tied together. I tried to untie them. They don't know where to put the accent.
Yeah, they really don't.
Just goes on the end, no matter what.
yeah.
And I decided, no, you're not saying the words right.
Can I ask a question about a movie, Moneyball?
Right.
I spend $253 a month on cable. Why isn't Moneyball on demand yet? Why are they holding that one back? Does anyone else notice this?
Is it out on DVD yet?
I think so.
Sam says it's not.
Can't
When
be.
is it out on DVD?
Let's check.
No, there's some kind of conspiracy thing happening with this movie and on demand with
Tomorrow.
Time Warner.
It's out tomorrow
On what?
on DVD.
So doesn't it usually go on demand before
No.
DVD?
I think I have it on Flex for you.
Huh.
But that's Fios.
Well, I think there's something going on with that
Is it on
movie.
Flexio?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, Time
no.
Warner still doesn't have it
Not
on.
yet.
Still doesn't have it on.
Oh, Time Warner, you get it right after WPIX New York, Channel 11
exactly.
gets it.
Exactly. All right.
Oh yeah, you're right.
This guy.
Is it on Flex?
Moneyball going video on demand before Blu-ray release.
Oh. Fios?
What?
Starting December 22nd for video on demand.
Oh.
What?
Sorry, not for you. Sorry, you can't come.
I guess we don't have it.
Why?
Time Warner.
Do we have it?
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Oh, good.
I'm pretty
Wait.
sure I saw it.
December 20. What are you? I'm confused. Could you explain it like
was
I'm
on,
a fucking
it's
child?
on video on demand.
Yeah.
Starting December 22nd. This is an article saying that it was being released before the Blu-ray release.
Right.
On demand.
But it never was for Time Warner.
No.
See, I knew something was going on. So what's that
They,
about?
they probably have different on-demand companies. Like
You just stick with your
we-
Time Warner.
But we spend enough on cable. We should get
we
everything.
don't think that's good
No.
Oh no, they know what's best for you.
Yeah, they know.
They know.
They know.
I'm suspicious.
I have Wometco Home Theater.
WHT.
Yes, the movie network.
Womeco Home Theater.
A long
What
ass
happened?
time ago.
Just thinking of Womeco Home Theater.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
What was the music for that? Was there music when that would start? Or
WHT, the movie network.
Do you have that? Can we find that? Because I told you my first rated R movie was The Hills Have Eyes at Bill D'Angelo's house on WHT.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I will always laugh when you use real names. I don't know why. That makes me laugh.
Well, you know, it's a real person. Unless
I
I'm
know,
bashing him, but
it's funny. You know his last name and everything still.
Ours was the Last Tango in Paris.
Mm.
And that was on I think Cinema 100.
I don't remember.
There's a promo from the 1980s.
Oh, 1980.
If you're nuts about movies,
Oh man.
you'll be nuts about WHT, the Movie Network. Every month, mystery, action, comedy, the greatest movies on TV, uncut and uninterrupted. Plus, entertainment specials and exciting sporting events. A solid month of family entertainment on WHT subscription TV. All for only $19.
A month?
Call WHT now. 212-520-2700.
Wonder what's there now when
I
you call
know.
that number.
$19 a month in 1980. That's a little steep.
That was
don't you
pretty
think?
steep. But look what you were getting.
Yeah.
You were getting
19.
Tommy. I saw Tommy there. You could get that. You could get
It's so cheaper
Goodbye Columbus.
Saw Woody Allen.
So Woody Allen.
It's
Yeah.
cheaper now.
Yeah, I think like
Bananas.
HBO or Showtime or whatever is like $16 a month or something.
All right, we should break. We got a busy show today. We got Brewer coming in.
Brewer.
Got Seth Rogen coming in. I saw his movie 50-50. Holy fuck.
I have it. I didn't see it.
Is that movie going to get Oscar nods?
A lot of people really like
really
that.
Just
good.
Holy
nods,
shit,
though.
was it good?
People at the Oscar going,
Yes.
They nod, then no one gets an award.
Not
Terrible.
a comedy.
It's with that kid from Third Rock from the Sun, right?
And also 50 what was it called? 100 Days of Summer or 50 Days of Summer?
I think one of those.
With
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, but what was the name of that movie with that
Sexy
chick
Speaks.
who's now in the sitcom thing? Help me out there. You didn't see this movie.
That
did
girl with the thing.
You? It's kind of like one of those
500 Days of Summer?
500
You're
Days
thinking
of
about
Summer.
Zooey Deschanel?
Zoe's movie, yes.
Yes.
It was good though.
Yeah,
funny at
a lot of
times,
people
but
like that.
absolutely not a straight out comedy.
93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really good
Yeah.
movie.
Fuck.
And
Ron
I
Howard's
almost
daughter was in it too.
what?
Ron Howard's daughter was in it too.
Oh yeah,
She's
Bryce.
she was great in.
Bryce was great in this movie.
What was she good in that she played?
She played a real
The Help.
cunt.
In The Help, she played a cunt too. She was great.
Oh.
Well, because she has those icy blue eyes.
She's terrific.
Yeah, Bryce was good in it. I almost turned it off because it's a movie about cancer, and the first I don't know
Cancer.
15 minutes, you're like, who the fuck wants to see this shit?
I'm
But
a busy guy.
You hang in there, and it's really good.
I'll watch it.
93% on Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's really good.
50-50 maneuvers between jokes and drama with surprising finesse.
I like jokes and drama together.
Yeah, the jokes are definitely there, but the drama's also there. It's a real look at people that have cancer and how people around them make it about themselves and all that shit.
I wonder if 50-50 was the original title or if it was originally called 6 to 1, half a dozen the other.
I like
other?
that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What's the name of that movie? Well, so far we're calling it.
Men's a men's.
And Dr. Robin, how do you say her last name?
Zazio.
Yeah.
Zazio will be in studio at 9:30. She's the hoarder lady
Yeah, she's good.
that enables all these fucking people.
No, she's on Hoarder. She's one of the doctors, one of the psychologists that go in there and coddle these people.
Well, she handles them with kid gloves.
Kid gloves.
Fuck that noise.
Oh, man.
She's cool, though. We've had her on before. We like
Yeah.
her. Speaking of which, we have some Hoarder audio to play next, the one you brought to our attention. We're
Yeah.
going to do that. And quickly, we got to talk about Beyonce and Jay-Z.
From what I'm hearing, scumbags.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scumbags.
You know, I mean, I had a kid relatively recently, and I can't imagine going through that horseshit like a bunch of people had to go
Oh,
through.
yeah, yeah.
They took over the hospital, basically.
And made it like the club.
They took over the hospital, meaning if you had a kid the same time Beyonce and Jay-Z were having a kid,
You
guess
weren't
what?
gonna see your kid.
You were shit out of luck. You weren't allowed to see your newborn.
Sorry, can't see your kid.
Because they are way more important than you and your
Mhm.
kids.
Let's get some bottles over here.
We'll have the story after the break. It's unfucking believable. At that point, you know, how about you don't use a public hospital? Go figure something else out.
Yeah, you fucking motherfuckers.
Wow, is that a bad story for them? Not good PR.
Yeah.
And I hope Sam brought in his stupid TV.
Sam.
You know, this morning I was fucking taking my breathe right nose strip off. And it was hurting me. I'm sorry I'm very congested. I shot Afrin yesterday, so my right nostril is very leaky.
Oh.
I apologize. And I'm depressed because like I'm running late and I'm fucking like it's cold and I can't get this thing off my nose. It's hard in the morning.
Ow.
It rips your skin.
Ow.
Does it really?
Oh God, yeah. You have to do it. What I do is I put water on both thumbs. I run my water and I go like shuka 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 shuka
Oh,
shuka.
so you try to soak it up a little bit.
And I
for
worked
you.
them towards my thumbs towards the middle. And I was like, oh man, fuck. And then I just started thinking about this asshole bringing his TV in, and I got happy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
we're
got
happy about that. You're
Sam and his
dumb
TV.
There's a whole story. Now.
Yeah, we'll explain if you weren't listening on Friday. And there's more to it.
More to it now. I
Yeah.
guess things built up over the weekend.
Did they?
You know what goes on? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I've not heard. Here's the funny part, folks. I've not heard an update, so I'm kind of learning with the audience.
Yeah.
All right, lots to do, but first, these messages.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
He is I and I am him. Slim with the tilted brim or 20-inch rims. And if y'all got love for me, I got love for y'all. And if y'all go to war for me, I go to war with y'all. Hold, I saw her breeze through jeans is Evie Zoo. She's responding, top is C. Bronson. We in Luon, getting our groove on, buying out the bar on our way to Spa. She never seen 100 on the wrist before, never seen 22s on the 6 before. I am killing them out there, they needing first aid, cause the boy got more sixes than first grade. The
Oh,
kid
yeah.
got killer views and
So tired of hearing any of this.
Why?
It's not even the music. It's just the lyrics. They're like, yeah, all right. Wow, he's got money. Oh, look out.
He's got rims.
Yeah, he's got rims. Really? You're still fucking rapping about rims? All right, whatever.
I like Jay-Z. Do you like Jay-Z?
No, he's a cunt.
I don't know much about Jay-Z, but I like. Oh, shit, the N-word.
Yeah.
That's right.
No one's allowed to say that anymore.
Really?
No one's allowed to say that word,
Whoa.
right?
Hope no one's listening in my house.
No one's allowed to say that. Yeah, but.
Yeah, but.
So Jay-Z and Beyonce had a kid, and the whole world had to stop. Especially if you were also in the hospital that she gave birth in.
Yeah.
I guess they closed up the whole joint, basically.
Yeah, at one point they closed up the whole floor they were on, and
so there's this guy in the paper. He is pissed because I guess he had twins.
Yeah, preemie twins.
Preemie twins. So you know that's a scary time for a new father.
Sure.
And mama. And guess what? He wasn't allowed to see him at times because Beyonce and Jay-Z had the floor shut down.
They have their security guys who have to be monsters,
right?
With their headsets on and everything like that, and they're telling them no. And at one point they cleared out a waiting room,
right,
where the guy's whole family had to get up and leave.
Right.
I would have filed a complaint with the hospital and said, "Hey, do these people work here?" I would because I
would
have
have lost
problem.
my fucking mind. And why did the hospital assume that this was okay?
Oh, because they probably were blinded by celebrity.
They were, right?
Mm-hmm.
To the point where they're closing down the floor?
I don't know if the hospital closed it down or they took it upon themselves, them and their security team, to close it down.
What do you know,
Saying
Sam?
they put out like $1.3 million to have their own like little wing. And from what I heard, the reports are that they taped over all the security cameras and taped out all the windows and had everybody removed so that nobody could see what was going on.
So what happened to that guy that was also in the hospital
They
having
said that,
kids?
They said that their security team came and removed everybody from the waiting room at various points.
The fact the hospital would allow other people waiting to have kids to be removed
That's unbelievable.
from the waiting room is disgusting.
Yeah, if you have if you want to charge somebody that much money to have their own wing of the hospital, you better have 2 of those facilities so that everybody else can get the service they are due.
That's terrible.
It's horrible.
I get the hospital's point, too. Like, look, they're dumping $1 million or so into renovations.
1.3 million.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
All right, but fine. Then find a place for the other people that just happen to be in the hospital having kids.
Yeah.
That's where the hospital fucked up. Sure, you could take their money, but you got to make sure other people are being taken care of.
And do they need,
It's a dick move by the hospital. You know what? I'm more pissed at the hospital than Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I get why Jay-Z and Beyonce don't want to be bothered because he probably doesn't want people trying to get pictures of his baby and him while he's having a private moment. But do they need a bulletproof door? Maybe, is there that much... Is there anybody in rap that would shoot into a hospital, into a maternity ward?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, ruthless.
They're the 2 biggest stars ever in hip hop. So,
But,
I mean,
really, they had a bulletproof door?
He's not bigger than Cool Mo D.
It's crazy.
I like the Cool Mo D.
it's bigger than Cool Mo.
No, he's not bigger than Eminem, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
What about motherfucking Too
He's sold
Short?
more records.
What about the motherfucking Too Short?
Yeah.
He's probably bigger than Too Short.
Nah, come on, son.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Yeah.
Short.
But the rapping Duke. They're all bigger than Jay-Z.
All right. you guys make
What
a
about
good
the Sugar
point.
Hill Gang?
Yeah.
They
Wonder
sold some
Mike?
records.
You're right. Wonder Mike is
What
big.
about Fat Freddy?
Yeah. What about him?
He's not more famous than... he's not bigger than Eminem. I don't think he is.
I think he's bigger than Eminem.
He hasn't sold more records.
Who has sold more hip-hop records?
Who's got bigger songs?
Who's the number 1 hip-hop artist of all time
Yeah.
as far as record sales go?
Oh, it's gotta
you
be
had
Eminem.
sold.
Snow.
DJ
Snow?
Informer. Yeah.
See?
That's the only line I do.
I'm just reading.
He was a fast rapper, that guy. Oh,
Sure was.
Wow.
Well, he was basically
wow.
doing reggae in patois, I think it's called. This was actually good until the awful MC Shan rap came in.
You didn't like that?
No, it's terrible.
Word.
I like the old MTV version. They just went right into the singing.
Yeah.
Cut this bass line out.
Dun, 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 dun.
You know, say that I'm a snowman, I go blam. I like you bum bum down. Take the man that say that I'm a snowman, stop somewhere out of land. I like you bum bum down. Informer.
I really want to hate this, but I still can't.
I like
still
this
enjoy
song.
it.
Still like it?
I might download it today.
I like you bum bum down. Please, I'm gonna come in and they blow down my door.
Whoa.
When you come part through my window, so they put me in the back the car at the station. From that point on, I reach my destination. Where the destination region out of east detention. Where I look down my pants, look up my box. I'm so informed.
He's saying basically they pulled down his trousers and looked up his bottom in the station, and there's an informer.
I like
Daddy
it.
Snow has a plan. I don't know what it is. Gonna pour rock salt on himself or something, get all shoveled up.
By the way, Beyonce's girl is named Blue Ivy. That's a hell of a name to give a kid, huh?
Right.
Blue Ivy.
Good one.
Blue Ivy.
Any significance in that name?
Yeah, backwards it's like
See?
a
Words
devil,
back.
a devil's name or something.
Oh.
I think it's a devil's name backwards or something.
right.
I don't know. Someone help me out with that.
Leviathan?
I don't know.
Oh.
There was some talk that it's some kind of devil thing. If
No,
you
it's not.
Put the words backwards.
No. Everybody
bet
thinks
that's fake.
Jay-Z's Illuminati. Enough with that.
He is, right?
No, he's not Illuminati.
He's got to be at this point.
He's not.
Oh, see, Travis knows.
Go ahead.
Oh, Travis.
I'm eating my muffin.
Ah.
Dr. Gay in the house.
Yeah.
Dr. Gay.
It's
to call him Dr. Gay.
that's over. That's 2011.
Oh, okay. Was
Blue
2011.
for his album, The Blueprint. And Ivy because Beyonce's favorite number. Why are you always looking at me with that face?
Not
already?
always.
No, I meant
just
already.
right now because I don't like what you're saying.
Beyonce's favorite number is 4, Roman numeral
IV.
IV.
Motherfucker.
So that's how you come up with your kid's name.
Okay, that makes sense.
What are they going to call the kid though? Blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably blue.
Oh, that's not good.
Or
If you're
probably,
going through school.
Blue eye. To short it. Blue eye.
Hey, Blue.
I think Ivy. I think if the kid,
Blue's not bad though. Blue's actually
Oh,
sounds.
really?
Yeah, as a name is okay.
Yeah,
for
they're
a fucking dog.
They're not
No.
going to make the connection to Blow when she's in school, right?
Yeah.
Or like blue balls or something like that.
Or maybe blueberry. How about some nicer things?
Okay.
How about
Blueberry.
blues
It's
music?
a standalone name. Really.
Oh no. You just didn't do
Not
that.
it's not a standalone name. It's
All right.
Did anybody see the thing I twittered? I found a live version. Just stumbled on it on YouTube. I don't know what I started looking for.
Oh, yeah. Was that real?
Billie Holiday?
Oh, never mind.
Well, yeah.
No, the
yeah.
Ropers.
Oh God, yeah, okay. yeah, the Ropers. I was watching 70. Cause I was watching Carter Country. I was trying to find
Carter Country.
Do you remember the
Wow.
fucking fat sheriff, Chief Roy Moby, the mayor? Handle it, Roy. Handle it. Handle it.
Oh my God, that's right.
And I was looking up characters from Carter Country. But
why would you do that?
I just remembered
so weird.
I stumbled on something which had a 70s montage in it, and it had like all the themes from 79.
Yeah.
And the Ropers was like Can you hear the Ropers theme music? It was terrible. But it's so funny because Norman Fell is just dancing with a plunger. But then there's another version.
That's longer. You were tweeting.
Well, there was two versions. One was the syndicated version. One, Audra Lindley was named first, and one, Norman Fell was named first.
Oh, why is that?
That's what I don't know.
Probably.
And the
in their
dances are
contract.
different.
Mm-hmm.
You got to put this on so you can hear the music. It's really good.
Oh, I got it on over here.
Uh-oh.
Wow. People watch to this. All right.
She's just dancing.
I would have done her. No problem.
Audra Lindley.
But wait,
Kinda
Norman
good-looking
Fell
in that.
rules. That dumb smile.
Yeah.
Looks like a pedo.
He's holding a. He's just dancing with a plunger.
Justin Volpe.
But there's another one where he's just dancing differently. It's a different dance and everything.
Hey, that's the
Really?
dude from
Jeffrey Tambor, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. That's where I first seen him on the Ropers.
Holy shit. Who's this dish?
Patricia McCormack.
What a 70s sitcom name that is.
Oh, and the kid. They got to have the kid in there.
Whatever happened to the kid? Evan Cohen.
Drug overdose.
Oh, boy. It happens.
I know a guy named Evan Cohen. He wrote a book.
Really?
Yeah, about the
Ropers?
No, yes. Audra Lindley, the
Where did this take place?
I don't remember.
I think it
Probably
was
California.
California.
Looks like
yeah,
a
it's
California
supposed to
house,
be.
right?
Same shit.
That
Wow.
show didn't do well.
I loved the Ropers. I used to enjoy that.
The Ropers.
I was young though.
Are you kidding?
No.
I don't remember if
That's
it was
right.
gonna not.
Jeffrey Tambor I got turned on to.
I'll tell you this: if you love the Ropers, you're gonna love iRob. I'm telling you right now, iRob is gonna set the fucking sitcom world on fire.
What the hell's that?
You don't know what iRob is?
No.
Proven you don't watch football, sir. Proven you do not watch
Oh,
football.
see? Yeah.
Rob Schneider's new sitcom. It looks terrific.
iRob. What's it? Robot or something?
Well, they're going, iPhone, iRob. So, that'll get the people watching because we all love anything that starts with I.
Can't find any information on it there, can you?
Nothing.
Probably spelling it wrong.
They're running commercials ad nauseum. Cheek Marin's in the show.
Who?
Cheek Marin.
Cheech Marin?
Cheech. Sorry.
Cheech.
Did I say Cheech?
I was I was trying to figure out. I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, Cheech.
I don't know who you meant.
And I'm looking at you like, no, I got this right. Yeah, Cheech.
Cheek and schlong.
Wah, wah, wah,
I guess-
wah, 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 wah,
Music
wah.
was terrible.
I know.
Well, this is iRob is going out with a girl, and guess what?
What?
The girl's family doesn't like Rob.
Uh-huh.
This is a unique
Is it a
situation.
documentary?
For a sitcom.
No, it's not.
Oh.
This is an advertisement.
You guys haven't heard about iRob yet?
Commercial. No, not at all.
Wow.
Oh, this thing looks
Does
fucking
it look really bad?
horrendous.
New show.
What channel? Oh, it's on
CBS. CBS, right? Yeah, CBS.
And nothing on CBS has flopped. They're doing it very well, too. They're due for a bad one.
This January, the newest member of the family is a gringo. Oh, boy.
Stop arguing.
We're not arguing.
That's just the way they talk over dinner.
Rob premieres CBS Thursday, January 12th.
Oh, it's just Rob.
Yeah, upside down exclamation point because it's Espanol.
Is that why they do that?
Yeah, it looks like lowercase
I think
I,
they're
though.
trying to get the whole iPhone fucking
It
people.
does look.
Okay, and I get that, though. He's with the Spanish girl.
Yeah, they do that backwards, upside down, the question
Yeah, words
mark
back.
at the
It's just-
beginning
it's
and
just
end
not words
of
back.
things.
It's a way to get that I in there without getting sued. That's what I'm thinking. Looks good, right, Travis?
No,
you
it
saw
doesn't.
the commercials.
Yes.
It looks good.
It does not.
This
look
one's
good.
going to be good.
You're wrong. I rarely disagree with you, but you're wrong.
Rob Schneider, it looks good. I'm telling you.
There's going to be some funny fried banana
Yeah.
scenes. Like, what are you doing with the banana? You're not supposed to fry it? And they're going to go, oh, you don't get it, Rob. Oh, Rob. You know, all the cultural differences.
Gotcha.
You don't like when they have cultural differences?
Oh, no. They're always fodder for good humor.
When their cultures are just a little off?
Yeah.
And they have to try to understand each other? You don't like that?
No. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, it's all I'm thinking of now.
Why don't we play that as a bed?
I want to get my ass eaten to the Roper theme song.
You have any more promos for Rob? I'll just call it Rob then.
Starts on Thursday, so.
To me, it's iRob. Look at that. Doesn't that look like iRob? Come on.
I could see where you would think that.
Thank you.
No, I think if the exclamation point thing was even with the Rob, then maybe.
Yeah, that
But
would be
see,
like
they
iRobbie.
lowered it, and I see what they did there.
They're going with the eye thing.
You think?
They're trying to get into the eye culture. Yes. Find us another promo because they're great. Speaking of TV shows, Jersey Shore premiered, right?
Yeah.
Ratings down 1.2 million viewers from last season. That is what we call a uh-oh.
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 Dunsky.
Uh-oh.
Beginning of end.
Well, there was no big promos for anything that happened in the season.
No.
That I
Except the
can
fact
remember.
that they came back to the Jersey Shore, I think.
Oh,
right?
really?
That's the big thing this season.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they filmed it a while ago, and they haven't filmed anything since then, so I think they were ready for this to be the last one. So
Yeah, they're not like...
So they all know this is it?
Back on board.
Yeah, I think now they're trying to see what they could do, like if they can spin off Paulie into a reality show about being a DJ and...
Oh, boy.
Well, yeah, like half of them already have their own deals.
Yeah,
Like
Snooki and JWoww.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
They're all going to fail miserably.
I mean, it's about... The nation has been desiring Snookin' for Love for a long time.
No.
Snookin' for love.
Yeah.
What is she down to, like 98 pounds now?
She looks horrendous. People are like, hey, she's hot now. No, she's still not hot.
No.
Good news, Sam found another Rob.
Oh, good.
This is behind the scenes.
Oh.
What?
This is a little behind the scenes, but I like this.
Let's see what this is about.
Schneider married into a Mexican-American family, and that real-life experience inspired him to do a comedy about the effects of culture clashing.
There's a real feeling of, this could be something special here, and that's a nice feeling.
In the show, the characters of Rob and Maggie suddenly decide to get married without telling a soul.
If getting married impulsively was a bad idea, Vegas wouldn't have chapels open at 3 o'clock in the morning.
But then...
We're going to go to my parents' house to tell them we got married.
These people, they're all Mexican. Hi, everybody.
Oh, Fernando, pay the cab driver.
So much for first impressions.
There's a lot of Hispanic people in America, but I want the show to be for everybody.
I think it pokes fun in the best possible way
Oh,
at both cultures.
I mean, the cultural difference is huge.
That's good to hear.
Isn't that great when you get that type of humor?
No good. Oh, I like that. Good-naturedly
It
good.
pokes fun in the best possible way,
It's
Jimmy.
all fun. It's all fun for everyone. No one gets hurt.
Yeah.
Let's hear that line again. I won't talk through it. I'll allow the promo.
Yeah.
It's a language. I want the show to be for everybody.
I think it pokes fun in the best possible way at
Oh,
both
good.
cultures.
I mean, the cultural difference.
Oh, that's such a relief.
It's not so...
Oh, I'm so happy. What a weight off my shoulders.
This is huge. I mean, it's a language.
I think it pokes fun in the best possible way at
Oh,
both
thank
cultures.
goodness. Oh, I was afraid it was going to be crass. Thank goodness, the best possible way. Oh, fun for everybody without going too far. That's
Right.
nice to hear.
Yes.
That's what America wants, Jimmy.
It sure is.
That's what they want.
That's what I want, at least.
Oh,
to
my
heck
God.
with everyone.
I mean, the cultural differences. You see it for everybody.
I think it pokes fun in the best possible way at both
Oh,
cultures.
God!
cultural differences
Oh,
is-
God! I was hoping, I wrote letters saying, I hope they're not going to do worst-case scenario type comedy. I don't go for that. The best possible way. Which is with racial epithets and stereotypes.
Yes.
Yes, we own a hubcap store, and
They're giving the show a big slot too, right after Big Bang Theory.
that's a big audience, though. I mean, the Spanish audience is a big audience.
So they're expecting big things from the show.
You hear the theme song for it? Wah, 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 wah.
Wah, 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 wah. Oh, with the dumb dancing. Boy, they really went all out for the opening credits. Get us a fucking rag to hang behind these people and let them just dance. Stupid.
It's a language, it's a country, just the people are different.
Well, the Mexican home life and traditions are typically touchy-feely, warm and fuzzy, and a lot of physical contact, which Rob is exactly the opposite. He doesn't like to be touched. It's very OCD.
Sorry, it's a little tight here. It's a little tight. Okay, I'll get very close. Somebody's breathing in my ear.
Rob must now make a good impression on Mom and Dad.
They're not excited at the beginning, but, with time, I think they're really going to grow to love him.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a landscape architect.
Oh, you're a gardener.
What's so hilarious about this is seeing him doing his very best.
Pause that. You know what the name of this show should be called? Turnabout is Fair Play. Turnabout is fair play, everybody. Usually, we think of them as the gardeners, but in this case, he's the gardener. Welcome to Turnabout is Fair Play.
Oh, they did that with the cab driver joke earlier,
yes,
too.
They did.
Yes.
It's all going to be reverse stereotypes.
How do they get away with that? That's good.
I don't know.
Because they reverse it.
There's a beheading. I bet a Mexican is beheaded. Oh, no. That won't happen. Turnabout is Fair Play. Tuesdays in CBS. Wah, 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 wah. Holy shit. What the fuck was that?
You fucking asshole.
My cough is still lingering, but I have cottage cheese in my throat.
Oh,
ow, I got shocked.
Did
Sucker. Oh, my.
Your ears got shot.
Yes, they did. Turnabout is fair play. All right, sorry.
Sorry,
Trying
keep
to
going.
fit in, trying to be light, but kind of mucking it up.
Mucking it up. Good thing you didn't say fucking it up. Ooh, good.
I believe it's called guacamole.
It's like a punching bag. You can't walk by without punching it, Very impressive. You know your stuff.
He is great. He's one of a kind, and they will see that.
Sucks.
Eventually.
And there's Uncle Hector, who just got into town.
I'm visiting from Mexico for the weekend. It's nice. I'm not leaving.
Hector is one uncomfortable relative.
And although Rob tries his best, problems soon erupt.
Oh, boy, the shrine fell down.
That was actually funny.
Rob is not very pleasant.
Hey, pause that part where Uncle Hector comes in and he goes, I want to touch it, the boy's a culo. I want to come in and put in my finger and he's a culo.
I don't think that's going to be seen on the show, to be honest with you.
I'm a 57 ans young. I don't know how to say these words. 57 años.
Ans?
He's got an Italian accent.
A turnabout is a fair play.
It would be Tio Pablo, right?
Yes.
Very good.
For the first time, we have a chance to really unite the Mexican-American audience because of the people in the cast.
Wow.
This show has a chance to be like a Hispanic All in the Family.
Oh, he did.
Show.
Oh,
he did not just say that.
All in the familia. Oh, I like that. Well, I'll bet you that the Mexicans are saying some very funny, inappropriate things.
Oh, they have to.
Hey there, meat taco, huh?
Meat taco.
Yuck. God, what shite.
I can make everybody laugh.
I Rob. See,
Rob.
I Rob. That's hilarious.
I'm sticking with I Rob. Sorry, people.
Rob.
Almost as good as Jimmy's new laugh.
Yeah.
Almost as good.
His cottage cheese laugh.
Yeah, 'cause I'm already stuck. I'm a mess today.
Oh,
are you?
Yeah. Oh, they really are going to zing Rob good. I can't wait to hear him get some zingers thrown at him.
Certainly are. I'll say.
Yeah, now we got this story, which is, wow, a doozy.
Oh.
You want a doozy?
Oh,
here's
I love
a
a
doozy.
good doozy.
After picking up a pizza at Papa John's, a woman named Min-hee Cho looked at her seat where her name should be and saw something disquieting. Name, Lady Chinky Eyes. Naturally,
Isn't that opening on Broadway?
Yeah, she's a marvelous singer.
I'm so glad the entire room had the same reaction.
Oh, she's a wonderful singer. She talks to all her riddle monsters.
I love the news stupid lady had to fucking say that.
Oh, that is great.
name, Lady Chinky Eyes. Naturally, she took to her Twitter account and posted a picture of it, which has since been retweeted over 500 times, saying, "Hey, Papa John's, just FYI, my name isn't Lady Chinky Eyes." At first, the manager of the store responded to press by saying, "I'm sure they didn't mean any harm, but some people will take it offensive." Since then, corporate has taken over by announcing on Facebook that the employee responsible is being fired.
Oh, fired.
Yeah, you gotta fire someone for that.
I forgot all about that laugh. Just how she has to keep a straight face and say that on the news. It's hilarious.
Yeah, Lady Chinky Eyes. I heard the excuse for this, though, and legitimately, no joke. They were saying that they usually, because they don't know the people's names, and they get the order together and then have to give it to them, so they usually say guy with the blue tie on, or
right.
Guy with the bald guy or something. So Lady Chinky Eyes was a way for them to know which woman it was.
Instead of just saying Asian.
Right. You
Like
put
if her
Lady
lips were big?
Chinky Eyes. He called her a lady, though.
Yeah.
Wasn't just Chinky Eyes.
That's
a rough one.
That is a
That's
hard
a tough
one to
one.
defend.
Yeah, okay.
Damn, you know what we need, man? Oh, that to really cheer everybody up after that sad story? Some theme music.
Oh. Hold on. You want to do the whole story again? Want to do a little production?
Well, I have to get the theme music. I don't have access to it.
Oh, my
You want the story and the theme music? What do you want to do, Jimmy?
Just the theme music with anything.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter what it is. Whatever we're talking
great.
about,
Fair enough.
theme music
Theme
should.
music's great.
Isn't it wonderful?
It's horrible. A muted trumpet.
Slow.
And then this wacky. Yeah, it's slow.
It's boring.
It's boring as fuck. It's just them standing in front of colored paper background.
Why are they dancing?
Why is he dancing like that with a plunger?
There's a better version, though, where he just does a little dance where he's just like moving the plunger a little bit and not dancing.
Oh, really? Where's that version?
Yeah, wait. That part. I don't mean to get this stuck in anybody's heads.
Nah, it won't happen.
It's horrible.
Kid bouncing a ball.
Yay.
Why did every
Evan
kid have to
Cohen.
have that haircut back then?
Every kid needed that little haircut.
Yeah.
Who started that? What's his name there? Lawrence?
Joey Lawrence
Was
had
it
that
it's
haircut.
Joey Lawrence?
Yeah.
I guess this is common practice. We got Justin in Jersey. Justin, about the Lady Chinky Eye thing.
Yeah.
But they went a little too far with that one, obviously.
Yellow.
Some would say. Justin, go.
Yeah, I bartend, and when I first started bartending, they didn't tell me the names went on the tickets. And when I gave the girls a receipt, I put 2 fat chicks, and they were like, "What the hell is this?" I was like, "I'm sorry, I guess I'm buying you guys dinner."
Oh, you didn't know it went on the receipt?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Wow. How
Okay.
how
Look at
fat
the
were they?
receipt.
Yeah, how much did dinner
there
cost you?
There were some big girls.
That's why I'm asking. What?
Oh.
Excuse me?
What happened?
How
They
big
were
were
some
they?
big girls.
What?
Oh, they were big girls.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one where Mr. Roper is first, right?
That's what I'm saying. This is the controversy. This is why we got to
Okay, let's see the other one.
Now let's see the other one with the dance difference.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake.
Oh, no. Because that music. Oh, I hate this. Oh, there's
God,
Norman
he's
Fell.
first. same dance, though.
No, there's one where there's a different dance.
So there's 3 versions.
You see how he's dancing longer? Look, and he's alone.
Yeah. And now Audra Lindley does a little dance with her feather boas and her moo-moo.
And he comes in.
And he comes in and abuses her.
Thank God they didn't change the song, though.
Yeah.
I fucked up the...
This is so... And she does the tennis serve. Why?
Wait.
Audra Lindley does a little dance with her feather boas and her moo-moo.
And he comes in.
And he comes in and abuses her.
Thank God they didn't change the song, though.
Yeah.
I fucked up the...
This is so... And she does the tennis serve. Why?
Wait. Where's Evan Cohen?
And there's
He's holding the ball.
Evan
He's
Cohen.
bouncing it.
He's bouncing it.
I love when they bounce a ball.
This makes no sense. Now, who are they?
They're the
Who's the
neighbors.
couple? Oh, they're the ones that moved
see?
into...
It's a duplex.
Did they move into...
Next door. Look, that's why they're showing the house with the 2 doors.
I don't remember. But I can't. I really want to find the one where Stanley just does the little dance where he's just moving his arms.
Yeah,
I think it's the
well.
syndicated version, which is they have to be faster in syndicated versions, right? Because they
They have less time.
Yeah, they cut everything down. Chris in Philly, if we could find this, I would love to see this. Channel 6 in Philly had an Asian reporter, Nidia Han, read the story about Lady Chinky Eyes, and she looked pissed when she had to say Lady Chinky Eyes.
Oh.
Why would they give the Asian well, I guess that's what the news does,
all
right?
they got.
Black guy goes into the fucking hood for the black stories, and
Maybe that's all they got.
You know what channel it is?
Channel 6 here in Philly.
But then it starts off slow, but then the joy comes through.
Yes, it really does. I hate that.
You don't like that song?
Oh,
terrible.
It's terrible.
I love it.
They're the worst instruments you could use for a sitcom opening.
I know. I'd rather hear a rhino skull played with a spoon.
No Lady Chinky Eye.
No.
The reporter here, but
All right, if you find it.
Yeah. If anybody gets that version,
we don't have to stop the show for it. If we find it, though, that'd be good. You know.
The other version is really we're looking hard for it.
enough.
I want to hear
All right.
Ropers.
We got Jim Brewer coming in today. We got
Yes,
Seth
we do.
Rogen coming in today to promote 50/50, I guess, on Blu-ray or something like
Yes.
that. And also his charity, I believe.
And Robert
Dr.
Zazio.
And Dr. Robin Zazio from Hoarders.
Yes, from Hoarders.
And when we get back, we either could play Hoarders audio
Yeah.
or Sam's TV.
Yeah, I think
All
we
right,
gotta
let's
do
do
that.
Sam's TV
Yeah,
next.
yeah.
If you don't know what's going on, just stick around, please. It's a good one. It really is. But first, the boys came up with American War Stories with Bob Kelly.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
We're debuting this right now.
Yeah, I like this
Oh, I
one.
gotta hear this.
On the next American War Stories. Battleground, Iraq. Robert Kelly deploys and within an instant realizes no man can prepare for war.
We thought we were going to starve, so we brought little bars and stuff. But there's going to be no food. There was more. I gained 30 pounds in Iraq. You go to the buffet. There's Chinese food, mac and cheese, barbecue, pizza, ice cream. You could walk up to this ice cream and get as many ice cream bars and sundaes as you want.
But no matter how rich the rewards, every American soldier has to experience loss.
I was over there. I had 2 milkshakes. One of the Marines goes, "You gonna have both of those, fatty?" So I gave him one, and then my other one fell. I had to go back and get 2 more.
So tune in as we chronicle the victories and the defeats for American hero Bob Kelly
I broke my knee, man.
on the next American War Stories. Opie and Anthony. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. Sirius XM. Yeah, this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
The new theme song for the Opie and Anthony Show. I hope you like it. Jimmy's dancing with a plunger. He's shoving it up Sam's asshole.
And before this,
awful.
They thought it was a good idea at the time.
Yeah.
This is going to be bothering a lot of people all day.
Wop, 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 wop.
Good God, this is wonderful.
Obviously, the same people that put together the Three's Company theme. Because I'm hearing some similarities.
This was the outtakes from
Yeah.
the Three's Company theme.
Yeah,
They said,
and they were
let's
just
use the
jamming.
outtakes, fuck it. Before that was Grey Wolf, which just drives us nuts every time. That's not a full song.
I still think he could do it.
We've tried.
What does he do when he...
It's just a taste.
me from the pouring rain.
Then we should...
We've tried.
We should write it.
We've tried everything.
What
Drew,
happens?
we put our best guy on it, Drew Boogie.
He's useless. Not Drew.
The story was that Grey Wolf kept insisting that he needed to use the flute, and he wouldn't sing.
Yeah.
And he just kept playing the flute, and Drew Boogie was like, I just need enough to work with.
Did he have any lyrics for Grey Wolf?
I don't remember.
That's what it was. Grey Wolf probably couldn't think of any lyrics.
No,
blowing on his flute.
We had all
Some flute.
Grey Wolf. It turns out, surprise, he was tough to work with.
A homeless guy.
All we needed was one more.
We could have gotten it. We still could. Patrice loved that song. He used to depress him.
Everyone loves it.
And I got a message. It's very brief from his mother, who I spoke to, and she just wanted me to say to everybody, thank you, very, very much. I talked to Georgia on what's today, Monday? I think it was yesterday afternoon. Me and Bobby are going to see her this week. So she said that she's read a lot of the messages, and it meant so much to her. And I invited her in to speak. But she's like, it's too emotional, I can't. But she sincerely says thank you to the people that sent messages.
That's awesome.
A lot of them were read by the family.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's nice.
The CD, Mr. P's coming out soon. Patrice O'Neill's last CD he was working on.
I got my advance copy.
Me too.
We
Yeah,
all
mine.
did, yeah.
I'm selling mine. Yeah, I'm selling mine. That's
Sell
what
it.
it's what Patrice would want.
Yeah.
He wanted me to get blown with his proceeds.
Well, we got a TV to smash.
Yes, we do.
And we got Brewer coming in. We got Seth Rogen coming in and Dr. Robin Zazio from Brewers.
Dr. Robin.
Brewer's doing that heavy metal Family Man tour, and I haven't seen the new heavy metal thing he's doing, but supposedly it was like a big hit over in Europe.
Ooh.
Did it like on Ozfest.
Europe.
Europe is nice.
Wow. So Sam.
Yeah.
You lost a bet.
Yeah.
On Friday.
It was an easy bet to lose, by the way. You're a dummy.
Wasn't easy. It could have gone either way.
You insisted that I went to Die Harder.
No, Live Free or Die Hard.
See, I don't even know the name of the movie.
Yeah.
And there was a Die Harder, but
Oh, there was?
I think so.
Yeah.
Live Free or Die Hard.
Well, everyone went to the premiere. This is a few years ago, and everyone insisted I went. I'm like, I know I didn't go.
Well, Sam
So
definitely thought you went.
Yeah, so we bet TVs. I wanted to go for the living room TV, but Sam agreed to the bedroom TVs. My bedroom TV versus his
Well, I
bedroom
felt like that
TV.
was a good bet because
It's not a good bet. My bedroom TV is 52 inches. Yours is 12 inches.
that's why it's a good bet for me.
Oh, yeah.
12
Fair enough.
inch.
That is a good bet for you. You're right.
Quasar, but mine's got a built-in VCR. Yours doesn't have any way to play home movies on it.
Right.
Built in.
Then E-Rock stepped up to the plate and proved that I was the one that was right. I did not go to the premiere. Hence, you lost your bedroom TV.
Yes.
And you brought it in, right?
Yeah. You want me to go get it?
Yes.
Okay.
That would be like I still think he was hoping he would lose it and force him into getting
Yeah, I
something
thought that
different.
too.
12-inch cathode ray fucking quasar television for your bedroom.
Well, what we learned on Friday, though, is he's really attached to this thing for whatever weird reason.
He's a weirdo.
Who do we make break it?
Oh, it's all set.
Oh, okay.
E-Rock.
He is okay.
E-Rock is very prepared.
D
break
to the
this.
R.
What hurts more, Sam doing it or E-Rock doing it? Like I'm wondering if he's
E-Rock.
breaking it. Okay.
E-Rock. Because E-Rock has a lot of anger built up.
Anytime E-Rock can get one over on Sam, Sam doesn't like it.
Right. But,
Yeah.
I've asked E-Rock a few times this morning off mic. I'm like, are you ready to do this? You're not. All right, I'll ask him live. You're ready to do this, right?
I'm ready.
You're not going to wimp out. Oh, my God, he brought in a sledgehammer.
Oh, God.
I'm so ready.
See this?
Did you buy a brand new sledgehammer for
Yes,
this?
I did. I brought safety goggles for everybody.
Wow, there you go. Oh, is it tempting?
Hold on. Look at stupid Sam.
Mr. Kumian.
Look how heavy this
thank
12-inch TV is, Ant. Look down the hall.
Look at this.
Oh God, he's having a hard time.
Wow. Sledgehammers are great.
And here's Sam entering the studio with the very heavy 12-inch.
That thing weighs a ton, doesn't it?
Yeah.
TV VCR combo. Quasar?
Quasar.
From what year?
Probably the late 90s.
Late 90s.
How handy is this during contract negotiations?
No shit.
Nice.
Goggles
Now-
for everybody.
What will the phosphor do to us?
What? What's phosphor?
There's phosphor inside the cathode
I don't know what the
ray
phos is
tube.
for. I never use phos.
That's what illuminates when it is hit with the electron beams.
Well, it's turned off, though, so we should be good.
It's not plugged in.
It's not plugged in, so we should be good.
There's a tape in the VCR I had to take out.
What was the tape?
I don't know. It was some old lacrosse tape that I never remember having, but the tape was all stuck in there, so I had to pull it out.
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe you taped over it and there was a little sex film.
What do you mean an old lacrosse tape?
It said lacrosse on the label.
Who watches lacrosse tapes?
I have no idea.
Records lacrosse.
Exactly.
Weirdo.
I have no idea.
What, you worried at?
Well, doing a little research now.
Oh, okay. Anyone know anything about, what is it?
Phosphor?
Phosphor?
See, I do.
Phosphorus, let's see.
Yeah.
Cathode ray tube.
Might be dangerous. Maybe we just don't even do it.
Dangers. Let's see. How dangerous? Okay, when was that unplugged?
It was unplugged on Saturday.
Oh.
Why, does that matter? Mm-hmm. It does.
Like, I didn't
See,
watch it last
televisions-
night.
They have capacitors inside them
Yeah.
to store up the energy. They don't necessarily just, you could still get a high voltage shock from an unplugged television.
How long after it's unplugged?
Yeah, that varies, Jim. That varies. Let's see. Electron gun,
let's just
fluorescent
go for it.
It
screen.
was unplugged Saturday morning.
Well, you should be okay.
I brought it in Saturday
Yeah,
afternoon.
we're fine. We're overthinking this.
Danger.
Well, I like to weigh all danger. Am I right or wrong?
Get your goggles on, Jimmy.
Sure, hold on.
I don't need goggles from way over here.
You should get it. Yeah, what do you think? Glass can't reach over there? Just put the. Thanks, man.
Oh, really?
Swap.
All right, give me my goggles.
Who brought in goggles? You did, Eric?
Yeah.
E-Rock
And a
prepared.
sledgehammer.
What a good guy.
Yes, he is.
Thanks, E. How do you open this?
Did you buy the sledgehammer?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And
Great.
bought all these brand new goggles for
Yeah,
us.
but you also got to remember, he's got it like that. He's got the cash.
You had some pocket money laying around?
Yeah, it's not the same as it is on other people.
So, even though I won the bet, I chose E-Rock to break the TV. Because I know E-Rock's got some stored up venom.
I don't know why.
I'm going to put on my safety goggles.
Come on, E-Rock. Safety goggles first.
Safety goggles.
Hold on, safety goggles. What about Paul? Paul, what about goggles for you? Yay.
Paul laughs at goggles.
Goggles a paisano. Oh, boy. Great.
So,
You think you can be able to fucking
Chip in his goggles.
direct the... Wow, these are the most uncomfortable goggles ever.
I know. What are you
They're
doing? Welding
cutting.
or something?
They cut in. The edges are like razor blades.
I know. You should shave with them.
This is all they had at that time.
Wow.
Jesus.
Poor fucking Mexicans.
These goggles are hurting my face.
They really do hurt, right?
Oh.
Ow, they're like sharp
These
over
goggles
here.
suck.
well,
Where'd you get these? Pointy goggles?
at Ted's Goggle Emporium.
Yes.
Goggle Emporium.
Yes, the Goggle Emporium. I've cut out the eye hole, Gregory, to help with vision.
But that defeats the purpose.
Yes, it certainly does, Anthony. I'm being sued.
I want to go to that mic. What mic is that?
You have that one down there.
No, I want that one.
Yeah, the boss said.
Talking to that one.
Hello.
Okay, move it over to Paul.
Ow, these are hurting my face.
You got to
Eric.
take a napkin.
I'd rather have the glass.
Take a napkin and fold it up and put it under the nose part.
They look like douchebags.
I'd rather look like a douchebag than fucking have the thing cutting me.
Yeah, well, for a
Hurts.
second you were doing both. Hold on.
Oh, that's better. That's better. Fold it nice.
Eric just bought the sledgehammer so he could go home and play Triple H later.
No, he wants to use it at dinner.
God.
To help tenderize meat.
Ugh.
Why is the TV facing that way?
Exactly. You non-fucking TV
I thought the
directional.
glass would shoot out this way. if
That's
it
good.
was
You want to
facing
shoot
that
it
way.
at us? Why don't you
H.
just fucking turn it the other way?
That's what I did.
That's what he's doing.
Huge hungry hippo.
Ah.
See, that's okay. Anyway, so you got a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's just a sledgehammer.
Well, E-Rock can smash the TV. I'm giving him the honor today.
Okay.
Sam,
No, you
ready
got
for this?
you got to smash it into the glass.
What's going on?
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah,
Is
I
he doing
think
that
so.
wrong?
Wait, what does he want to do?
He wants to smash it facing the other
Why
way.
wouldn't you
Well,
just
Because I
smash
didn't want the
glass
glass
part?
shooting towards you if I
He
turned
put
it
it on
around.
put it on its back.
If you, I'll tell you what. If you turn the glass toward you and then do like a golf shot, boof, right into it.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, and you're not going to get as much of the
Why don't we just
glass
give it to
going.
somebody who could use it?
Why don't you just take it into the next
Why
room?
don't you shut up, Sam?
Take it into the next room and break it, then tell us about it.
Okay, these things are vacuum sealed.
Are they?
So you could get an implosion kind of a thing going on.
This is a bad idea.
I think it'll be okay though.
A vacuum
I
seal.
think.
Oh
Boy.
my God, this
All
is
right.
the worst.
We're all hiding behind Anthony.
All right.
People can't puke in here, but we can do this.
E-Rock is lined up, ready to take that first shot. Sam, how you feel right about now?
Bad is the word.
Bad.
Yeah.
This was
How
your
many wrestling
TV.
things have you watched on this?
I mean, I've watched thousands of hours of professional wrestling on that television.
Yeah.
Took it up to Syracuse, brought it back home. I moved it into 3 different apartments.
Yeah.
That's my
Doing you a
TV.
favor, though.
How's it a favor?
Who has a 12-inch Quasar TV in their bedroom?
That
I
is
used
true.
to.
You have a dumb television there. It's
Wow.
stupid.
It's very
It
smart.
really has. You have no business even having that dumb
The
thing.
amount of things that was, and there's a lot of usage left in that.
A lot of. I mean, I could use that TV for years.
Hey, can we put the TV up on a chair?
No, a little
Yeah.
elevation, really?
Yeah, why not?
Why?
I don't know if you need
Do we
it.
have anything else laying around?
It's on the ground.
It's way
Yeah.
too far on the ground.
What for?
It's
What?
not safer
It's
on the ground.
Because he's going to hit it with a.
Yeah, and the chairs spin.
Yeah, I think if you
This
leave
is better on the ground. It
Right,
keeps the
all
glass
right,
from flying even further.
Just bend down low, and you can get the same camera angle.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You just kind of hit it like a golf swing. All right, E-Rock.
Oh, don't do it.
If it doesn't break, E-Rock,
Watch
you're
it,
a
Sam. You gotta watch.
brute. It's golf like a golf swing. Look at this.
Oh,
man. Oh, man. Yeah, that was a good one.
Now it's broken.
It certainly is broken.
Oh,
Wow, looks like you stepped on it.
E-Rock stepped on, though.
Oh, wow. E-Rock.
oh,
You think it could be repaired?
no.
One more shot. Here goes E-Rock.
Don't do it. No.
Oh, man.
Man.
There was a lot more usage of that. There was a lot more episodes to be
Shit.
watched. What a waste.
See a
What
TV
is
come
a
apart
waste?
like that.
And look at all the parts. They're all valuable.
That's the way the TV laughs.
Feeling good, Sam?
No, why would I be feeling good? My TV's broken.
Yeah, but now you can get a new one.
I did get a new one, but I didn't have to get a new one. I could have used that TV for years.
You could have. Honestly, that was actually a good TV.
There was no reason to destroy it. What was the reason to smash it like that?
All those
You
parts.
lost a bet.
Those parts had a lot more use in them too.
Do it for Norman Fell and Audra Lindley.
Could have given them to somebody.
I bet you she's the one. I bet you that TV's the one that canceled the Ropers.
TV's awful.
But there was still. You could have got a new TV after this one had run its course.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Wow, there is so much debris.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
All those
debris.
parts were still good.
Flotsam and jetsam.
That's how I felt when he was smashing it and you could hear all the parts in it.
Yeah.
It made me feel like there was so much stuff just being destroyed for no reason.
Yeah.
Does that smell healthy that we're all breathing?
No, it's a terrible, awful,
Open
dangerous
the door.
smell of
Open the door.
cathode ray tube lining.
E-Rock, how do you feel?
Oh, so much better.
Cool.
You feel good about
Why
this?
do you feel good? You're just destroying something of value for no reason. You're just wasting.
Been doing that on the radio show for 7 years.
I guess we're done smashing it. I could take these goddamn goggles
Anyone
off.
else want to take a shot?
There's nothing left.
There's a piece of the screen on my chair.
Oh, it was running to you for safety.
Yeah.
Saying,
Lot
help us,
of
Daddy.
usage left.
Help us, Daddy.
Oh well, that's a waste.
That's what I was thinking.
That's money wasted.
That is a big waste. It's terrible.
That was pretty impressive, though, man.
Yep.
E-Rock got a
became
good
a pot.
swing on it.
Huh?
E-Rock got a good swing on it.
Fuck yeah.
I did buy a new TV on Saturday.
Oh, good.
Oh, you did? Now that I want to hear.
What happened?
Now, you bought a new one. Is it new?
It's brand new.
Brand new.
Yep.
How much?
How much you spend?
$199.
$199.
200 was the limit.
And what type of TV did you get?
Can we guess?
Well, first, what about store brand inches?
Yeah, I'm going to
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
It's definitely under 32. Jesus Christ.
You went to Best Buy.
Incorrect.
You went to Radio Shack.
Incorrect.
You went to Two Guys.
Incorrect.
You found a coupon, didn't you?
No.
PC Richards.
No. It's a big chain store, though.
No,
A big
it's not. We
chain
just named them all.
store?
You just named
Best
one.
Buy.
Best Buy.
No, it
I
wasn't
said
Best
that.
Buy.
You
See,
went to like
Best
what?
Buy.
Like a Sears,
No, close.
J.C. Penney,
No, come on.
Walmart.
Yes.
You went to Walmart to get a television.
Well, they do have a good TV
I
section.
know. Okay.
Super Saver.
So you go to Walmart.
I'll take the soup.
Well, it gets me every time. You went to Walmart.
Yes.
And you picked up a Sony.
No.
All right. Let's go down a couple of notches. You got a Philips.
No.
A Quasar.
I wish. No, I would have replaced a Quasar with a Quasar, but they didn't have one.
Yeah. Did you get a Symphonic?
No. It was
Westinghouse Insignia.
Tetley.
Vizio.
Sharp.
Vizio.
Vizio.
What the fuck is Vizio?
I don't know, but Dr. Robin Vizio. Oh, Zazio.
Zazio,
Did you get a Zazio?
Yeah.
I got a Vizio.
A Vizio.
Yeah.
From
Pop
who?
that up.
Relatives.
A Vizio.
You hear the big fucking
Yes, I hear
chunks
it.
of garbage going into
It's not garbage.
It's garbage going into garbage.
Immerse yourself
Into a Vizio.
Discover the stunning brightness
Yeah.
and flicker-free quality of Vizio.
Why did you pick the Vizio?
Cheap.
It was inexpensive.
Cheap. So you got the Vizio
Yeah.
at Walmart.
Yeah.
And what size is your television?
Well, can we guess?
Oh.
I'm going 24 inches.
Okay. Anthony?
I'm going to say for a Vizio at Walmart, $200. It's got to be a 32.
32 inch was on sale, I bet.
Okay. 54 inches
Oh, no.
is how big both my TVs are. This is 22. 32 and 22 is 54.
You got a 22-inch
Vizio.
Why do you do this?
Why didn't you get the 32?
Because it was for the
probably
bedroom.
$10 more.
Because his OCD said that you can only spend up to 200.
How much would the?
Yeah, I wasn't going over 200.
But how much would the 32 cost?
$249.
Oh,
All right, 250.
Oh my
for 50
God!
lousy bucks,
That's
you could have got
25% more.
you could have got 10 more inches.
Yeah, at Walmart they had the
could
32-inch
Jess.
Vizio for $249.
What's wrong with you?
22-inch sucks.
Oh,
No, it doesn't. See, look. It's much bigger than the Quasar was.
it's still sitting on the Tupperware. Look at it. It looks like a monitor. I have a bigger monitor in the compound fucking studio as a monitor.
Bigger than 22 inches?
Yes, it's like 30 fucking inch.
Is just thrilled with the 22-inch now.
Oh,
She's
She
disgusting.
went from 12 to 22.
Like, that's a huge difference.
Why didn't you get a?
Sam's
It's
chiseling.
not even doubled.
And can you wall mount it?
I don't know. You probably could, theoretically.
What do you?
Because it's a bedroom TV, it doesn't need
Bring
to be.
it in.
You're
We're
terrible.
smashing it.
That's getting smashed.
No, I paid
Bring it in tomorrow.
$200 for it. I'm not bringing anything in.
I will give you $200 so we can smash to your new TV.
Well, it's $214 with tax.
Fine, I'll give you $215.
I'll sell it to you for $250.
No, $215. You bring it in, we smash that, and then you do the right thing, the proper thing, and get a 32-inch.
Yeah.
No, I'll let
Let's
you
start
smash
over.
it. I'll let you smash it for the price of a 32-inch.
Nope, can't enable.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's
Okay,
an
well,
one, Jimmy. You're right. Jimmy's
22
right.
inches is good. It's
Jimmy's
flat
right.
screen. It's HD, although the cable box is not HD, so we're not looking at HD stuff yet.
Table box ain't HD.
Right now, it's just coaxial.
But you didn't get the VCR with this?
No, I got a couple VCRs though, so that's okay.
You're going to hook up a VCR to this?
Well, there's a DVD VCR hooked up to it now.
What?
DVD recorder VCR.
Sam, why?
In case I need to transfer VHS to DVD.
People
How
start
often
with
do you do that?
people start with 32 inches. They start there, I think.
There was a 17-inch, and I said, no, I'll go for the 22.
Was Jess with you when you bought this?
Uh-huh.
What'd she say?
She said, how much do you want to spend? And I said, I don't want to spend more than $200. She said, okay.
She's like, all right, cheapo.
Yeah, real chiseler.
But
You know,
she.
How
there
big is
wa-
22 inches? I don't even know.
There was a 17-inch,
but how-
and I didn't buy it. I bought the 22.
How big is 22 inch though?
fucking like double the monitor size right here.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
It looks big
Is, it,
in
is
the
that
bedroom.
22 inches?
No, 22 inches is bigger than this monitor.
That's 17. That
That's 17, so a little bigger than that.
See, you're showing her, though, that this is going to be the rest of her life. Skimping and chiseling. Tell you.
Just getting slightly less than she really wants or expects.
No.
Well, according to Michael, Walmart has a Scepter, I guess it's called. I don't know. 32 inches for $209.
It's no Vizio.
I didn't see it there.
For $209, you could have got a 32 inch. Well,
no, I made the right choice.
22 inches, you could wall mount it with a thumbtack.
Yeah. It's a photo.
Brian Stone.
Go put a little string on the back and just hang it up like a picture frame.
Oh, my God.
This guy's saying his daughter has a 17-inch laptop monitor.
Well, that's why I didn't get the 17-inch. I got the 22.
Are you doing this for good radio?
No.
You're just so frustrating. You finally had the chance to do the right thing.
But I didn't get the 17-inch. I didn't get the cheapest one.
Fuck the 17-inch.
That's what I said.
Get the 32.
No one even looks. You go, all right, where's the... you see the wall of TVs. Like, okay, 32. Okay, here's 32. Now let me see how big I could get here.
I'm always trying to get like the biggest, biggest TV.
But we all start at 32 and go, oh, man, that 60 would look good, but I can't afford that. All right, I'm going to move back down this way a little bit.
I went to the TV wall, walked all the way to the right, and then started making my way
and then
back.
ended all the way to the left.
No, the right was the cheapest. So I walked
But I'm
all the
just
way
saying,
to the cheapest.
how many TVs were smaller than the one you bought?
Just
a 17-inch, and that was it, right?
Yeah, just the
So
17
you bought
inches.
the second one in.
There might have been a 21-inch from a different brand.
Oh, some people are saying when you go to turn the TV off, do you just hold it over your head and shake it?
That's an etch a sketch you're thinking of.
Poor Sam is a victim
It's
of
frustrating.
growing up with seeing chiseling and skimping.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
But I got the TV. It's
That's
22 inches,
stinks.
flat screen. It's 1080p.
Wow.
So is my phone.
Oh.
Hey, are you happy with it, Sam, or you don't care?
I mean, it's cool to see. I mean, it looks very big in the bedroom because I'm used to looking at 12-inch on a
12,
Quasar.
yeah.
Right.
So it looks big from what we're used to.
And do you like the extended ratio there?
Yeah, that's nice to have. But at the same time, the picture's not as good as it should be because they're just using the coaxial. Because I got to clear off the DVR before I can replace the cable box.
And
how old's your cable box? You don't have an HDMI out?
No.
Does that have an HDMI in, the Vizio?
Yeah. It's got two HDMI ins.
Okay, so your cable box doesn't have an HDMI
It's not
out?
an HD. It's not an HD cable box.
Right. Oh, my God.
Well, how long have you had it?
I brought it from the old apartment, so a couple years. But
Did you buy this just to piss off the listeners? Because they're calling you brilliant.
no, I didn't buy it to.
They're like, holy shit, he's brilliant. He bought the 22-inch just to piss everyone off.
Like the Prestige. I just lived the act.
But if you would have bought a 32-inch, we all would have went, all right,
Oh, cool.
that's fair enough.
Well, I'm not going to have
We
it.
wouldn't even have thought twice. We're like, all right, I would have went bigger, but 32-inch, okay, fine.
But I'm not going to have
Yeah.
a TV in the living room and the bedroom that's the same size. The
But your
bedroom TV
TV
is
in the
smaller.
living room is too small.
I want you.
Because the bedroom TV should be smaller because it's just a bedroom TV.
No, it shouldn't.
No, it should be bigger.
Because if I had a 32-inch in the bedroom, then you should have a bigger TV in the living room.
It is odd that somebody who grew up kind of spoiled doesn't spoil itself.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
where
weird.
this
It's a
is
really
coming from.
weird thing.
Where's it coming from?
I don't think I was spoiled.
You are.
Well, I'm glad it had no effect on me. Then.
Wow, people are just livid, Sam.
We'll tell them to worry about their TVs, and I'll worry about mine.
This guy says he has a 32-inch in his truck.
Well, he's wasting. Then that's why he's wasting money. Why would you have a 32-inch in your truck? Why don't you pay
Because
attention
you want
to
to
the
enjoy
road?
watching TV.
You can actually put your fucking TV on a letter and mail it.
No one
Slide it
buys
into an envelope.
a 22-inch television.
Was Jess sort of excited?
She's
Like,
disgusted.
was she like, oh, staring at the 32-inch? Like, come on.
No, she likes the 22-inch, but I think
You told her?
No, I think she's a little. She would much rather have the HD in that room. But we'll get there.
Do you know my karaoke monitor in the basement is bigger?
How big is it?
Oh, 30.
It's a good size.
Yeah, but that's not saying anything crazy. That's what people do. When they want to see their shit, they start at 30, 32-inch.
Yeah.
What's on your
start
DVR?
there.
It's
Oh, my
wrestling stuff
God,
that I got to
wrestling.
take.
How much?
There's not too much left because I spent a lot of Christmas break because I was like 2 months behind on it, recording stuff to the DVD recorder off the DVR.
You
but
don't need to
now,
tape everything.
What are
That's
you
your
going to
OCD.
do with this stuff?
It's all gettable now. At one point, I understand you doing that.
Yeah.
But now it's a waste because people can not only get it, but they can get it in better quality than you have. It's a ritual.
Yeah. You just gave yourself another job.
A job.
It's a stupid ritual.
You're
Now
archiving.
Now you have to obsess and go, oh my God, do I have every single wrestling show that's being aired?
I get really
It's a job
upset
now.
when I
know.
forget to DVR a show.
You should stop doing it because now in this day and age on Hulu and on the websites, it's not necessary. It's like you can literally get whatever you want in better quality online. You're wasting your time.
You're going to be buried alive under wrestling tapes.
Maybe.
You know, fast forward 10 years.
I don't think so. Everything's under control.
22 inches.
Boy.
Oh my gosh.
It's always under control until it's not.
Well, you just
Good point.
slight upgrade. So you upgrade from a 12-inch to a 22-inch, and then when that TV stops working, you get a bigger TV.
TVs don't stop working.
They don't stop working.
That Vizio will be going for fucking long time.
That'd be nice.
But you should.
Robert's children will be watching it.
Get my 200 out of it.
Oh yeah.
One day it'll be in little Sam Jr.'s bedroom.
God.
Should be in his diapers.
You mean because it's shit?
Yeah,
because it's shit. Yes. You are a pisser.
Vizio's going to be at CES. Vizio's a good brand, 22 inches. It's a fine size just for the bedroom. We don't have a compound where we got to have nice stuff in it.
No, we're not.
Well,
no,
you
there's
should
a-
have
no, that's
you
what
should
we're-
have nice stuff.
Yeah,
though.
that's what we're trying to say. There's compound, sure.
It's all relative.
But then there's what regular people do, which is they start with 32 inches with their TVs.
Especially for
Even-
$50.
Even people that are poorer than you, I'm telling you right now, will make sure they have a 32-inch TV in their bedroom.
But Jess is too nice too. Because you know when she looked at that for $50 more, she wanted the 32-inch, and you both knew she wanted that. But she's not a shallow person, so she wouldn't come out and go, "You chiseler." So she's like, "Okay," and you both know that she's just agreeing with you. You should go above and beyond and not just do the bare minimum.
And did it hurt to hand over that money?
I mean, I didn't like the whole
Oh,
having
man.
to do it. It was a waste.
No,
But
it's not a waste.
It's not.
Your enjoyment has a money value, doesn't
And so
it?
does your girls.
Yeah.
You're just
Yes.
doing the bare minimum. You know, you got to stop just doing the bare minimum. Do a little extra, a little bit. Nothing too much. A little
Yeah.
bit, a little more. Smidge.
So everybody's so upset about my TVs anyway.
They're very upset.
Tell them
People
don't
not
even.
happy.
Just tell them don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
They have bigger TVs in their kitchen. It's just endless.
Well, that's why this country is
It's
in a debt
endless.
crisis because people keep buying big TVs to put
he's making
to
a
put in
political
their
statement.
trucks.
I do like that he has an answer for everything, though. I respect that. It's
True, but now we figured them out. It's all OCD justification.
Right.
Yeah, the wrestling thing.
It's just silly.
The wrestling thing is frightening that he needs to have these, and he still cannot come up with a reason why he needs them.
He knows why. It's OCD. He absolutely knows what it is. But I'm saying years ago, I do get it because you couldn't get them a few years ago. There was no internet.
But you'll never watch them.
I don't have time.
Listen, we got to take a break because they want to clean. SiriusXM wants to clean the studio.
Well, I would assume.
Because
Shattered glass all over the floor.
Might be a slight hazard, so they want to bring in
Could
some
be.
vacuums and stuff. And Jim Brewer's here. So, do you have the smashing on the TV real fast? I want to hear what it
Yeah, I
sounds
do.
like. Once again, this is E-Rock smashing Sam's TV.
All right, E-Rock.
Oh, don't do
If
it.
it doesn't break, E-Rock,
Watch
you're
it,
a
Sam. You got to watch.
brute. It's golf like a golf swing. Look at this.
Oh,
man. Oh, man. Yeah, that was a good one.
Now it's broken.
It certainly is broken.
Oh,
Wow. Looks like you stepped on it.
E-Rock stepped on, though.
Oh, wow. E-Rock.
oh,
You think it could be repaired?
no!
One more shot. Here goes E-Rock.
Don't do it.
Oh, man.
Man,
There was a lot more usage in that. There was a lot more episodes to be watched. What a waste.
See a
What
TV
is
come
a
apart
waste?
like that.
Hey,
look at all the parts. They're all valuable.
I thought that was the end. Really quick, a lot of people are suggesting that we have Dr. Robin Zazio from Hoarders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk
She's
to
got-
this asshole.
definitely.
Talk to this
Definitely.
I'm not an asshole.
Because there is sort of a OCD/hoarding thing happening with
I
Dawn
wanna
and Sam
see.
Roberts. And maybe she could explain to you what's going to end up happening if maybe you don't nip this in the butt.
Her new book is about when people who aren't even as extreme as the people on Hoarders let their possessions kind of
This is you.
This is totally. Thank God she's in today.
Yeah,
Right
this
here.
is perfect.
Marianne's family, the neighborhood,
be skimming
heart
as we
attack. I got a lot to talk about.
That big piece of my TV screen right there.
What's that?
Look at that big piece of my TV.
Oh, wow. Jim Brewer next. Seth Rogen right around the corner. Stay there.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony. Sirius XM. Sirius XM. The Opie and Anthony Show.
Breaking the law. That whole break, they were vacuuming the studio. It smells like shit in here, man.
Well, it smells like busted television.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got that electronic smell to it.
Absolutely. We're good now, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Sam.
Yes. He was breaking the TV.
Ah, good one, Chip.
Thanks.
What happened to Brewer?
He went to
I
the
saw him
bathroom.
outside.
He just wandered off.
Eyes at half-mast.
But he's not high.
No.
Brewers playing the Highline Ballroom here in New York City. Heavy Metal Family Man Tour.
It's
that's
8:30?
16th Street in the city. HighlineBallroom.com.
When? 212-414.
5994. Yeah, what day is he
When's
playing?
he playing it?
Uh,
It's not, I don't find any humor in that. Da-dee-doo, doo-doo-doo-dee-dum. Dee-dum-dum.
Brewer has a lot of updates for us. He's got a mom update, a Pizza Man update, a family update in general.
His website's Bruniverse. That's like a real stretch. Brewer, not Brewerniverse. It's Bruniverse.
Bruniverse.
Yeah.
He's so big, though. He's bigger than the whole earth.
Oh,
What is he standing on?
It's crazy.
Seth Rogen coming in soon, too, so we got to get Brewer in here, man. Here comes Jim.
Yes.
Is he just talking to himself, or is he singing?
Yeah, he's probably singing Breaking the Laws.
Breaking the laws.
Sure.
Our pal Jim Brewer.
Jim.
What's up, Jim?
What's up, man?
So Anthony looks smooth as a baby's ass.
Yeah.
And you look like...
Ow! Let's get shocked. His jacket came off.
You got static electricity.
Oh, that's good. And you've got the whole Amish thing going.
Yeah, I got an ugly beard. Can't even just
No,
call
it's
it a
all
beard.
good.
It's
It's
an
all
ugly
good.
one. Jim
And
goes,
Jimbo
wow.
looks the same.
You think I should be living in Pennsylvania?
You look like you need a cart. Little.
Oh, Amish, huh?
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
Amish.
Build a little hot stove. Put in the back of the Daily News.
I want to go to Amish country. Is it
Why
cool?
not?
It's boring. Have
Come
some
on.
shitty
Boring?
fly pie.
Right, there's a good.
Is there a town at least? Is like a main street you can
Lancaster,
walk around?
yeah.
You can walk around there and see the Amish?
Yeah, you go and you see the fudge they make or whatever they make,
Yeah?
and then you know
And get the hell out of there.
Yeah, you're done. Shows over. All right, yeah.
Is there an Amish bar?
No.
Yeah, they serve butter.
I
Why
don't
not?
drink, silly.
What about for other people that are visiting?
I'll tell you one thing: you'll be safe around there if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Are Amish allowed to carry? Yeah.
Allowed to what?
Carry.
Pennsylvania is very easy to get a
But the
weapon.
Amish themselves, or
Oh,
is
I
it
don't know
against
what their whole take on it is,
religion?
but I would think with the way they build things and stuff, that hunting is probably a big thing with
So
them.
they all got shotguns?
I think
I
they.
would assume.
I don't know.
I would assume.
I don't know.
Pennsylvania's
I'm gonna
pretty
say-
free with their gun laws.
I don't know. I'm gonna say no. They're more. They're more knives.
Why do you think they're hunting with knives?
Yeah, they throw the knives.
Just jumping on a fucking deer and slitting its throat.
Yeah, it's not hard. I got it in my yard. Now I start feeding. They come closer, grab that
I
thing by
think
the ear.
somebody has something to contribute.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
No,
boy.
he doesn't.
Kenny?
Oh, Kenny's going to let
I
us
saw
know.
Kenny. Kenny knows all things.
I don't want to interrupt the great Jim Brewer, who's playing the Highline Ballroom, the Heavy Metal Family Man Tour.
Yes.
Excellent. You must have been reading his website when you weren't ironing those pants.
But Brewer, we don't know when you're playing. We don't have that.
When's the date?
We know
Friday.
This Friday?
Friday.
Late Friday night. This
here,
Friday.
here in New York City. HighlineBallroom.com for ticket info and all that crap.
But if you go to my Club Soda Kenny Facebook page, I have a picture of an Amish midget I saw this weekend.
Wow. Wow.
What does that have to do with the
about
fact if they
guns.
can carry or not?
You're talking about Amish people. I got a picture of me shooting a gun.
Yeah, too bad it's not aimed where it should have been.
They don't even use electricity. How do you want
Right.
them to use modern technology?
They're not gonna have
Guns are not modern technology.
Yeah, the guns
Show
have been
them a
around
picture
way
of the
before
midget.
electricity.
Kenny's pants have the longest zipper I've ever seen. Look at how
I know,
long
and
that.
completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
I got a very low rise in my pants.
Why do you have such a low
A lot
rise?
of ballroom.
Why
Yeah.
though? That's how you like it, huh?
No, because
Oh my God!
Exactly. It's a hepatitis yellow shirt.
He's got Fred Mertz pants.
He's got the biggest pants ever.
I buy
Mertz,
cheap
man.
suits.
What do you say we go down to the club, Rick?
She was staring. She was staring right at the camera.
Yeah, you took a picture like it's a freak show.
You know what though?
I can't say.
You know what though? Nothing but respect for Kenny, because
wow.
most people that take pictures of midgets, they always take a picture of their backs. They're not brave enough to.
Yeah, Kenny got her
Fucking get their
looking
faces.
and everything.
Yeah.
It
what
looks
was she
like
gonna
she's
do?
annoyed too.
Oh
Of course
yeah.
she is.
Well, what's she gonna
Why are
do?
you
though?
taking a picture?
She can't even reach up to his.
But they don't
balls.
talk like that. They talk
She's
normal.
Amish.
And the Amish don't like having their pictures taken in general.
That's right.
Why? What do they think it
Some
steals their
voodoo
souls?
thing.
I think it takes
Yeah.
your soul.
I read.
No, that's some African thing.
I read.
Yeah.
I read that the Amish burn midgets, though. What? Yeah, they don't want
Never
midgets
heard
around.
about that.
No, I read it somewhere.
Oh.
I read somewhere.
I did. Yeah,
Well, you got a mic in front of you. It's got to be true.
that's right.
There's another picture.
Oh,
Sam.
were you trying to get a picture of the midget or Estelle Getty standing next to her?
I know, right? Get it.
You have more than one?
Why are you taking up your
down,
Brewers time?
down.
Shoot the gun.
there's Kenny
He's
shooting.
got a
Nice.
There, the guy with his horse and buggy.
There he goes. See, yeah, if you want to go see the Amish,
I want to check out the Amish.
check
Why not?
out right there, Ope.
That's it, huh?
You got it.
That's all you're gonna see.
There you go. Horse and buggy. You go
Who
to Central
cares?
Park.
People go to the Amish. Let's go to Amish country. We'll
Yeah.
see what.
We'll buy butter.
You can buy it in the store.
We'll
Yes.
get butter and maple syrup. And it'll smell like horses. Don't that sound exciting, Norton? Why don't you do a show for the Amish?
They have to have a sense of humor too, right?
They're very funny.
They
They
have
have
to.
great egg jokes.
barn raising jokes.
You know, I got to say, I thought we lost Brewer for good because the
Why?
last time he was in, and if you remember, we
yeah.
we
You
did the
guys.
therapy with Brewer's mom. It's
Right.
It's a classic
Yes.
bit, man.
That was,
Jimmy
that
Norton
was
wasn't
heavy.
here that day. It was real heavy. We made your mom admit that she was hitting your dad.
Yeah. She has no clue still that she really thought she was talking to a therapist.
She still has no idea
Good.
she was on the radio.
Yes, and I set up Anthony. I gave Anthony way too much backstory.
Yes.
And we started going there, and I bailed.
I was like, oh boy, this is getting bad.
And they're like, no, your daughter. I'm like, all right, you know what, Mom, don't worry about it. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I knew then. It was just like, all right, I'm out of this.
What happened? Why
I
did
just got very involved.
He got very involved. But
We didn't know how far we could take it. It
we
got
took it
ugly.
far. It was great. It got really weird. My mom
She admitted that she hit her husband while he's in a wheelchair.
right, and in his bed.
In his
and
bed.
I had to separate my parents. Who you can't even write this in a sitcom. She's 85. She's blind in one eye. Her one eye is sewed halfway shut.
Oh.
Because it keeps getting viruses in it because it's a dead eye. So they had to sew it, which now the kids don't want to see her because they're like,
Oh, God.
what's wrong with Nana? Just play hide and seek with her. She'll never find it. So she's got her one eye is shut and she's blind. My dad's 88 and he was in, he's trying to sleep his life away living with her. That's every time I go over there, he's just sleeping.
Really?
And so the nurses that started coming and my sister would see marks and hitting. They would catch him hitting once in a while. And then, so one of the nurses said, hey, we're worried about your dad. Your mom's hitting her and hitting him and something's going on. So I had these guys call and she finally admitted on the radio. First she went, I don't know what you're talking about.
That was it.
That was
Yeah,
creepy.
yeah.
And then she finally admitted it. But now she's fine. I got my dad and my dad's in my house.
Well, are they
which-
separated?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Now, my dad never talks, but now that I have him alone, I'll say, hey, Mom's coming. And he'll go from, what to, oh, shit. Jesus Christ, that bitch deserves to be alone.
Oh,
wow.
They'll say stuff like that.
They're really separated. Wow, like the marriage is separated.
They're done. They're done.
How many years are they married?
How long have I been alive? 44 years.
Because back then you didn't get divorced. You just fucking stayed with somebody.
You just stayed.
Wait, they're done.
Yeah, my mom stayed with everyone. She got beat, smashed, gunshot at her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Before your dad?
Yeah. Shot at her. Oh, wow. All that stuff. Yeah, she's crazy.
So she's got a fucking lot of built up.
I was going to say, you're starting to think she might be a problem.
Yeah,
if all that happened to her.
Who knows? I don't know where it stems. It could be. It could be. Her first one died in World War II.
That was the love of her life.
While
probably,
she was
right?
pregnant, and I think after that she just didn't give a shit anymore.
That was it, huh?
Do you know who the brothers and sisters, like who was she pregnant with at the time?
Yeah, my oldest brother, who then died, and that really crushed her.
When
so
did
that
he
was
die?
When? About 15 years ago. So no, wait a minute. Like 1991.
So did he ever meet his dad or no?
No, never met his father. She was pregnant while he was supposed to come home. He got killed by a sniper 2 months before the war ended.
Wow.
He's over there in what do you call Luxembourg. They have soldiers buried all over the world. And Luxembourg has a lot of Americans there, and Patton's there, which I had no clue. But he was under Patton for a while, which I didn't know.
So your brother is born, no father. Your mother kind of
right, and then
Wow.
her father died 2 years later. She swears it was from the mafia because he was a construction worker. And he was building all this stuff, and he started getting big. And she said, "Those goddamn guineas came to the house, and I was a little girl, and they said, if you don't join us, we're going to throw acid in your face." Those goddamn guineas. I wasn't allowed to date guineas. And it's true. And she used to go to Irvine High School or Irvine Plaza or whatever over there. And she said, one time I brought home a guinea, and I said, tell my father you're Jewish. And he said, he opened the door, and my father said, "What's your name?" And he said, "Mancini." And he said, "Get the fuck out of here now. Go where you belong, you grease monkey." And then 2 years later, he died of a heart attack.
How did the mafia give him a heart attack?
She swears it was through stress. It probably had nothing to do with her being, having a kid and kid's dead.
So after that, what happened? She married someone else?
Jeez.
Here's this is great. What happened after that is a mystery, little Jimmy. After that, my oldest sister, you know Doreen?
I think I've met her.
You might have met Doreen. She's a complete mystery. We don't know the father.
Oh man.
She has a mysterious thing on her face. She's a mystery. So
For real?
Yeah, we don't know.
Wow. Does she know?
She says she contacted her father once. He picked up the phone, and then she wussed out, and there was no communication. So after that came this other guy who was rich, and he was huge in Pan Am, and they flew and he got transferred to Brazil. So she was living in Rio de Janeiro, and that's where the good stuff went down, where there was fightings and knifings and shootings at my mother and beatdowns and all kinds of good stuff with his kids and her kids. And he had a kid, and then they had kids together.
So she has Portuguese or Brazilian kids?
No, he was American. He just got transferred to Brazil.
Do you know all of her kids with him?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
you do?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And they don't even, if you mention them, it's like watching a POW from the Philippines. They just start shaking. Just the ears start dripping water and sweat.
He's a terrible guy, huh?
Horrifying. Which that effect is today, too.
Have you
my
met him?
sister's mangled.
Do you know him or no?
No, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead, okay.
Yeah. My sister's 60 and still mangled.
I don't give a shit. I was 14.
Patty, get off the curb, please.
Holy shit.
Come on, you're 60, sweetie. Come on, get up. It's over.
You don't know the same shit. You don't understand. You don't understand.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Wow, still.
And then my dad came, who supposedly he would drink heavy, but he wasn't an angry drunk. He was a happy drunk. He just came out of World War II, so he was still drinking heavy for a while. And then they had me. Now, she used to look for fights 24/7. I went through a hate woman stage for a while. If you talked back, if you talked down to me, I would literally want to take your head and shove it through a wall. Because my father would take it. She'd go, "These kids are stupid, and they're not getting any of my goddamn money, I'll tell you that."
Oh, my
They're
God.
stupid! You're stupid, Jim. You're stupid. Goddamn, shut up. I work hard. You're not getting any of my money. That's all I heard for years. And my father would just sit there watching, quiet, the goddamn news is on. He's look at this monkeys. It's always the monkeys. It's always the monkeys in trouble. Always the monkeys from Brooklyn. Always causing problems. You ever go through the Bronx? They just burn everything down. That's what the monkeys do. They burn everything down. That's all they do. That's all they do. They burn things.
Wow.
So that's
wow.
Yeah, that was the upbringing. It was awesome.
Which led to your mom, abusing your dad, and we got involved. We haven't seen you since.
How long have they been married? Your parents now?
44 years. So I was in an accident, and they stuck together. As my mom says, you were supposed to be aborted. Everyone said have an abortion. You're 43 and you're going to die, Doris. And I went to the doctor and they said, that's just gas. That's what she said, it's gas. And then I was dancing with your father and I felt a kick. And I went, oh, Jesus Christ, this is a child. And I had you, and I'm so happy I had you. And they had some good times.
Wait, can I stop you for a second? You know how long you have to be along to feel a kick?
That's what I said. Well,
so she was pregnant for a really long time.
They
before
were wasted
Dude,
I grew up in a bar. But to this day, I can tell you most things I know about a childhood.
Right.
Now, I had a great childhood. I'm not going to play. I had a great childhood. To me, it was fantastic. Yeah. But if you watch Goodfellas, like when they go to the bar, there was Tricky Dick. There was Tricky Dick, Whispering Dick, Johnny Goons. There was, I swear to God, there was Tommy and his poodle. So there was all these. My dad would bartend, and that's after school. That's where I'd go.
There were the characters.
And then my mom would come. Yeah, it was great.
Do you ever you should do a one-man show? I know you do your stand-up, you talk about your family, but a one-man show? Because guys like Leguizamo do them, and they're good, but this is all your family and your real life story. That'd be an amazing one-man show. It'd be funny, part of it would be heartbreaking, but if anyone should do it, it should be you, because you can do characters amazingly well.
Yeah, that's where you might be onto something.
That'd be great, Jim.
That's where you developed your characters, going into that atmosphere.
Because I never give a shit about people's families unless it's like you talking about your aunt's dad or Ope's mom. I like to hear the negative shit in families.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
And you have a great way of...
That's the fun stuff.
It is the fun stuff.
It really is, but you got so much stuff, dude. Who wouldn't want to listen to this for an hour? I would watch this for an hour.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even piss.
Fuck yeah.
It's fucking great, dude.
So Pops is living with you. He's doing all right.
Yes. Now
Mom comes over every once in a while.
No, I've had her over the house twice, and the first time she came over, he played complete. I have no clue who she is.
Oh wow.
And he's there. No?
Yeah, he is there, and then he slips out a little bit. Like he's there all day, and then he'll go, "Are we doing a show tonight in Florida?" Like, Florida?
Huh?
Yeah, we're going to the Elks tonight. Like, yeah, give me 20 minutes. I wait for him to fall asleep. But there's he's there. Oh, so the first time she came over, he goes, hey, you want to go to the show tonight? For you, it's free, and you can bring your boyfriend. And she's looking at him like, boyfriend? You know who I am, right? He goes, yeah, you're the broad over on the other court. So he told, and we're all looking at him like, what is going on? 100%, he played it dumb as a fox. And so she came over on Thanksgiving, tried to hold his hand and stuff, and he wouldn't touch it.
He's trying to hurt her.
Shit.
He's probably pissed off.
Yeah, he now that he's in safe, the Allies have saved him.
Right. Yeah.
So now he's safe, And now he wants nothing to do with it.
He's 88, and he probably a lot of anger built up, and someone's not taking care of you because she's got anger built. Well, no, that's
right.
He's like he wants to hurt her. That's the way he hurts her.
Right. You're right.
Where are you at with the movie you made with him, which I really liked a lot?
I'm looking. I only sell it on the website, and I only sell it on the when I tour. I'm going to look for a distributor this year. I think I need a marketer.
Yeah,
but I got to
Brewer-
hit the baby boomers.
How old was he when you took him on the road? 85?
5.
Yeah, Brewer takes his 85-year-old father on the road with him
Yeah.
and filmed it. Nice documentary. It's really good.
You'd like it.
I'd love it.
You would like it.
Really good.
You would like it. I met your dad.
Yeah, you did.
You're not far from there. He's still young. Your dad's young. What is he, 60 maybe?
No. He's 73, 74.
73.
Wow, really?
He looks
Doing something
great.
right.
Yeah, he looks right. But my parents are pretty healthy.
Wow.
He's throwing marathons.
Another 10 years. Another 10 years. You'll see. It'll get a little weird for you.
Yeah.
When he starts shitting himself, that's when excitement begins.
I know.
That's going to be my book, The Top 10 Cities My Father Shit Himself.
But, I mean, you want to promote the movie? Or it's
Yeah,
it's
no.
at least on your website. I
love
recommend it.
I've watched this 500 times. I've laughed and been touched every single time I watched it.
How long of a documentary is it?
70 minutes.
Did you ever? Can you go to HBO with it or something?
I went to everyone and their mother.
No one
with it.
wanted it?
Really?
No,
I'm really
we had-
surprised by that.
Showtime wants to do something with for Father's Day, but
why wouldn't they want this?
Who knows?
How much footage do you have that you didn't use?
Oh my gosh, I have 1.5 miles of footage.
Could you go to somebody
Maybe re-edit it, right?
and maybe there's something that they were looking for,
Right.
Because they
Right.
have and say, look, I have all this footage. I'll work with you and re-edit it a little
Call
bit.
your manager. I'll do it through him. Call your agent. I'll do it through them.
Or Brewers.
I'm at the end of my.
I will
ropes
call
on
my manager. He's got, yeah, I definitely will.
Or look at it differently. Maybe start shooting again and then,
Update what's going
Well,
on.
that's what
update
that's what I
and
wanted to do.
Now
too,
he's
'cause-
off the road again, and this is where we're at.
Right.
It's too good.
How
to
many years?
drop,
It's great.
What
It's
year did you
great.
do this?
What's that?
A couple years ago.
What year was this?
2-3 years ago.
88, 2008.
So
2008.
All right, so it's almost 4 years. That would be almost a logical update.
Yeah, get an update and add it to the movie somehow.
Is how your dad's doing now. The whole thing about them,
right?
Him moving out. Geez, that's a hell of an update, dude. That might be what you needed.
You know what? That is a great update.
Maybe refocus.
And even though you don't have the footage of that, play audio of some of the conversation here.
Right.
And you put it over whether it's whatever kind of footage you have of them together. You interview her. You interview.
You're right.
I wouldn't give up on
There's
that
the
project.
update, man.
You're
It's
right.
good. What is it
Ooh,
called?
I
More
like
Than Me,
that.
I think?
More Than Me.
More Than Me.
That's a great idea, Jimbo.
Oh.
You've just helped my career with two. I'm doing a one-man show.
Yeah, right.
And I got a new movie coming out.
Yeah, I just think your family, the way you address your family, is so different than I do. I think it's so interesting.
It's funny
There's
because
honesty there.
I always wanted to write it either as a script or a book, but I'm kind of waiting for some of them to die.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Because I'm embarrassed to put. I don't want to embarrass
Oh, my God. We're on the same page.
You know what I mean?
I got a
so
fucking
that's
book.
like 2-3 years ago. I'm like, if I would have put out just my mother's life, it's the best HBO series you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking wild.
My brother describes a scene with when his father came home and first he looks for his sister, his own daughter. She's got they would go to bed holding knives every night from their own father.
Wow.
So he comes home and he's pissed and drunk about something. He comes out by the pool area with a gun and he's taking shots at my mom in the pool. She runs to the street and around the car, and he describes it like he starts shaking as a little boy watching his father go pow pow. She's ducking behind the car. Isn't that nuts?
Did you interview her at all?
shit.
Did you talk to her at all on camera?
Who?
Your mom.
Oh God, she didn't. She'll talk about that, but there has to be a.
But there'll be a lot of denial, right?
There's more
if
denial.
you ask her about
of-
other stuff.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Of
I have to
course.
play both sides. Like every action causes a reaction.
Yeah. Right.
Does that make sense? So, was she looking for money at that time? And that's sort of that. I'm gonna get my and then he figured out this bitch is using me for fucking my money. And was she cheating? Like I don't. It doesn't excuse
Right, yeah.
attempted murder and all that, but
attempted murder.
Very
You know
rarely
what?
are things smooth where someone just shoots. It's usually two parts working back and forth. in
right,
one-
you know, alcoholism. You know, was he an alcoholic? Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff there.
Dude, yeah, is there a way to get it out of her at all? Like, I don't mean that in a, just because she has all these stories. Maybe people get old. They're more willing to talk when the older they get, the more less
This is true.
consequences mean anything.
Well, it's just like I watched my dad last night. We had a couple over last night, and I've never heard him talk about the war so much in my life. And it was a little boy, one of the little kids, 9 years old, sat down with my dad, and I'm going, what was, hey, BK, BK. He's like, no, I like old people. And it's one of my daughter's friends, and he's going, what kind of guns did you shoot? I went, I was a gunner in the bottom of a belly, and we had to shoot the planes going down. I'm like, oh, wow. He goes, this was weird. I don't know where the kid got this. He goes, what kind of bullets were they? I don't. Ant, can you help? You're a gun guy. Big freaking, like
50s.
Whatever they were. It was like
Browning
4
machine gun.
or 5 inches
Tracer.
long. And he goes, was it like this? I'm like, where'd you get kid has a bullet. He goes, I collect bullets.
I collect bullets.
Because in my house, a bullet. And he's like, no, I'm fascinated with old people in the war and what they went through. It's kids 8.5 years old.
Wow, that's fucked up.
But he was talking to him as if, he was on A&E biography.
Yeah. And then I went to Australia for leave, but I can't talk about that right here right now. Let's just say for a pen, those monkeys will do anything. They'll do anything. Don't do anything.
and you didn't talk about your pain back then either. That was weak. Men didn't talk about that stuff and all this stuff these old guys have to sit on, man. Vietnam vets at least talk about it. World War II
Yeah, they're
veterans.
all, yeah. They don't talk about nothing. And they all helped each other. My dad was garbage man, but he had everyone in the town, his Valley Stream, everyone in that town was from World War II, and they all got each other jobs. And they were all alcoholics. And I just remember being little, and literally one of his friends hung himself. The other guy had a heart attack driving a truck. He was 42. And then one other guy died. He's 44, and he had a heart attack.
His
so my
war
dad
buddies.
was the only one that survived, even after the war. You're
Wow.
like, good God. But he would never talk about anything like that. That's kind of all part of the movie, too, where like I don't have patience for people like, you don't understand my life. Like, oh, yeah, really? You got problems? Let's go to the videotape.
Yeah.
Please, with your violin. Oh, yeah, so
That's heavy
the only
duty
weird
shit.
thing about him now is we have a nurse that comes in, and there's 2 nurses, and he's getting really sick horny. Like he makes a face like,
Oh shit.
yes, and it's a little creepy, and I have to constantly talk to him. And then while she's sitting, he'll raise his leg and he'll try rubbing her leg, and he goes for quick feels. It's,
Oh man.
So
Yeah.
at 88, we're gonna have to still deal with that shit.
Highland,
fuck.
hands down, absolutely,
Knowing that
absolutely.
can't do much about it at 88.
Nice.
You absolutely have to
man.
start filming again. Because you have time.
No, you're right. And I started talking about that, and the guy that filmed this didn't want anything to do with it. He's like, I think he's kind of dumb. Like, I don't think so.
He thought what?
The guy that filmed the first half, he's like, I think it's kind of done. I'm like, nah. I've been telling him
No.
for 3 years, let's do an update.
Absolutely.
Now's the time to do the update.
You should just film and then just figure out how to
Do it from
put
there.
Put it together.
How to wrap around it.
Yeah, something.
You
Jimmy,
know,
I love that project.
I do too.
4
More than-
years later.
I love it how it is, and I'm really
too.
surprised no one has picked it up. Really
I'm
surprised by
shocked.
that.
whatever it's missing, you can get
Yeah, but
either
maybe
in the
you can
new
get
edit
it.
Yeah.
or now.
Yeah.
Whatever little piece you might need. Dude, fucking Harry Potter got turned down by 40. Like, sometimes you look at books that have been turned down.
Yeah.
40 fucking publishers or something, or 20. And you go through so many of these big books that were turned down. I forget how long Chaz Palminteri shopped Bronx Tale for. Nobody. Years. Sometimes these things, we see them as finished products. But it's like, no.
This is a great play.
Yeah.
This is a great play. I'm doing the main character.
We have Seth Rogen walking down the hall. So.
Nice.
He'll join us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should I go there?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He's
Yeah, stay where you
A-lister. I'm like C minus.
You're a pal.
Yeah, stay there. Seth will go over there.
You guys know
He's
each,
A. I'm C minus.
you know each other? You know Seth?
I don't think No, I don't think I've met him. No, he's
guy.
not on SNL. He's a big
all right.
actor.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude, man.
Big actor. He got skinny.
Yeah,
He did lose a lot of weight. Right?
Jonah did too. They both did, I guess, at this point, right?
I mix those two up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think
it's
a lot
true.
of people do.
Yeah, I mean,
His movie's called 50-50. Supposed to be very good. I
saw
haven't
it.
watched it.
It's
Who
very
saw it?
good. I did. It's great. It's about cancer.
Yeah, he takes care of his buddy and he goes through
Yeah.
the ride with his buddy. Yeah, it's a
But
heavy movie.
15 minutes in, you're like, I don't want to see this shit. But something changes, and you're totally hooked and into it, and it's just a really good movie.
Okay.
Really good movie.
I like watching movies on planes that I want to hate, and then you're like, oh, wow, all right, this got me to Phoenix.
Which one? What was the last one?
There's two. One was the Steve Carell film, which I really...
Dinner with the Schmucks?
No.
Oh, I hated that one.
Yeah, I hated that one, too. I tried a couple times.
Because they had to be PC with the schmuck.
It was stupid.
As PC as they...
The love one, the Addicted to Love or Love something, where the poster was just these two legs.
Crazy, stupid love.
Yes. That alone, I didn't want anything to do
I
with
know,
the movie.
exactly.
Movie's fucking great.
Really?
Hilarious. It's
faggot.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah, I was.
yeah, bring him right in.
I whenever I see a trailer for that, I'm like, no.
No,
I can't.
me too. No, I'm not doing
Can't
it.
do it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
got me to Phoenix.
Seth
What's up,
Rogen.
Seth?
Hey, Jim Brewer.
How are you, man?
I'm great. How you
nice
doing,
meeting you.
man? You too.
What's up, Seth?
Seth, take a
guys?
Hey,
seat.
buddy.
Just join right in. I think we're
Popping
talking
right
about
in there.
dysfunctional childhoods and
perfect.
all kinds of happy horse shit that went on. And
We just started discussing movies because I saw 50-50 2 nights ago. I fucking love this movie.
Oh, thanks, man.
But I was telling Brewer, 15 minutes in, I'm not going to lie to you, and it'll sell the movie in a weird way, maybe.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to deal with this shit. But then something changed in the movie, and I was completely hooked, and it's a great fucking movie. It's
Thank
about
you.
cancer.
It is about cancer.
And
but
it's not a laugh-out riot. The humor's in it, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, we wanted to keep it realistic and honest, I guess. So, I mean, there's times when we were able to be very funny, but we didn't want to, sacrifice the reality just to tell jokes. So,
Right.
And our buddy actually had cancer, so it was,
Yeah.
we had a pretty good blueprint for what the experience was like, and we didn't want to just fuck with his experience that much. So
Right.
it's
He's
pretty
a
similar
survivor,
with it.
though.
He's alive. He's fine. He's.
And
he's-
you
he's
guys
in New
made
York.
jokes when he was going through the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the whole time while he was going through it is when we would try to think of movie ideas about a young guy with cancer. We'd always the first one we thought of like a fucked up version of the bucket list. We'd call the fuck it list about instead of going to India and racing fucking cars and shit, it was two guys who try heroin and kill a hooker in Bangkok. And, they're really fucked up shit you want to do before you die. Hey man,
How you doing,
I
bud?
didn't even see you there. Good to see you, dude.
Jimmy Norton.
I know him.
Of course.
And
we've acted together.
Yes.
Yes.
Although they cut it together, we weren't in the same room.
I know exactly. Yeah. I was shooting something else, I think. But
It's a whole nother movie. Yeah.
And Bryce Howard's in the movie, Ron Howard's daughter.
Yeah.
She was great.
she's great in it. Yeah, she's really fun.
Yeah,
She was
man.
good in The Help. God, does she play a bitch really good? You're like, she was hateable in that
I
movie.
haven't seen that movie yet. I heard it's
She's
really-
great.
I
She's
heard
great.
It's really good though.
And is the old Max Headroom guy? Was he one of the cancer guys?
He was Matt Frewer.
Holy
Yeah.
crap. I'm like, how do I know this? And I thought it was Max
Fucking
Headroom,
Max
but
Headroom,
I
man.
was too lazy to look it up. But I'm thinking that's Max Headroom.
It
with
is
cancer.
Max Headroom.
That's
Yeah.
that poor bastard still Max
was great.
Headroom.
Still Max Headroom. I'm sure he fucking hates it, but every
Yeah.
time I was just like, so, Max Headroom, what was that like to
What was
As a
what was
show
Max
of the-
Headroom? I remember
show
seeing
of the
it.
future.
It was the 80s, right?
What was he supposed
I
to
don't even
be?
think that's
He
the
was
90s.
like
never
a
got it.
personality,
a
right? Like, he
futuristic.
would-
Oh, God, sorry.
Yeah, no, I don't fucking know. I was 4 years old when it was on, I think. But he was like a personality. He would host shit. He was in commercials and shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he had a TV show, and
Little
I
talk
think he
show.
became just a virtual person because he
Yeah.
had actually died, but his person being in consciousness was kind of put in a
It's
machine.
like the Lawnmower Man. Or
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
Cinemax?
He was
As in Max Headroom?
He was a
No.
No. His
This
first
is
name
so
was Max.
weird.
Okay.
Max Headroom was. It actually was right before he died. He died in a car crash in the show, and the last sign he saw was
Max Headroom?
Max Headroom, like 12 feet.
Oh.
So it was like a tunnel entrance or something.
You know a lot about Max Headroom.
I just know a little bit about a lot of things.
That's impressive.
He was a pop icon, though, for a while.
Yeah, he's-
Everyone was into Max Headroom. But
Yeah.
anyway, he shows up
Yeah.
in 50-50 as a cancer guy.
He does, yeah. He looked cancer-y. That's
He looked
one of the-
cancer-y.
That's what it said in the breakdowns of the auditions. Someone looks cancer-y.
Well, we realized he also plays a cancer patient in The Watchmen. He's like an old superhero with cancer. So we're not the only guys who thought he looked cancer. That's one of his things.
Still haven't seen The Watchmen.
No, I haven't.
People say it's a great movie.
It's pretty fucking
I gotta
good.
fucking
You got a
see that.
kid, man. You're out.
I am out.
Is that
I am
it?
out.
I got a kid. It's the only time we see films is on. Like I said, we're get me to Phoenix.
That's
Oh,
right.
good. I got
Do you watch
a movie.
kids' movies, though?
Yeah, painfully, yes.
There must be some good ones.
Thank God for Pixar.
Yeah, right?
Thank God for Pixar is what I say today.
That's right.
I've seen
Back
every
in
one
the
of their
old
movies
days.
10 to 20 times.
Yeah,
And my
yeah,
kid's
that's
not even
good.
2 years old yet.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Although they just graduated to like a Sherlock Holmes because there's no like sex in there,
Yeah.
and they're not saying "fuck you" and all that. So kids are like, "Whoa,
Just
this
two
is
detectives
great."
capping motherfuckers.
A lot of killing. That does seem to be fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
As long as people are dying and there's bloodshed.
Dying fine.
Show a tit
Process
and
of elimination.
yeah, there's gonna be problems if there's a tit.
Yeah. But once again, 50-50 is on Blu-ray tomorrow, I think.
The 24th, I think.
Oh,
it is.
24th.
Something
Okay, so a
like
couple
that.
more weeks.
Couple
and
more weeks.
This movie might get a few nominations.
It might. I think
it might.
I think the Will who wrote the screenplay has a shot. That's our
The writing was
shot.
great.
The writing is good. He's won a few awards so far for that. So as frustrating as it is that he's never written anything else in his life,
Yeah.
and he's getting more acclaim than I ever will in my entire fucking life, I think he deserves every bit of it.
That was his first
screenplay.
screenplay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Some people.
No, I really.
The nerve of some
really
people.
liked it.
Pinch hitter. What was his name? Will Reiser.
Here comes Will Reiser into the game.
He's the
Just
Brian
came
Doyle
up-
of the Academy.
No one's heard of the kid. However, he's got some hot shots under his wing. A native drive on the first pitch. The center fielder doesn't even look back. Oh my!
Exactly. If Brian Doyle had cancer, it would be exactly.
So, all right, enough about 50-50, I guess. But
No,
I want to
that's
make sure
great.
people see it.
I want to see it because I didn't know what it was, and I got a copy yesterday, but then instead I paid two girls to suck my penis for a lot of money.
Really?
I felt that
Nice.
was the more important act,
Well.
act
That's pretty good.
to engage in. I could always watch the movie.
That's you made the right choice. I'll be totally honest.
Because the DVD I have.
Yeah, you have the DVD.
But the two are connected because Seth's character uses his friend's cancer to try to get laid.
That's true.
Fair enough.
Which is a great
fair enough.
little angle in the movie.
It would
Absolutely.
work.
The cancer kid's like a puppy.
Yeah,
Puppy on the
Yes,
beach.
yes.
yeah. It speaks highly of you when you have a friend with cancer. Definitely.
Yes,
yeah.
that's
They
right.
think you're sensitive and that you'll take care of them someday.
Exactly. You look nurturing and accepting of
great.
people's downtrodden.
They have no idea that you're bilking him out of his life savings.
Exactly.
Stem cell lies.
Oh, that's terrible.
Were there any heavy moments on like when you're shooting a movie about something like that? Were there any kind of moments where people got uncomfortable?
Not really. I mean, there's one or two intense moments in the movie, but it's not that fucking. No, it's not that weird. Everyone's acting and everyone's. Yeah, no one's like in character all day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like
none of those guys.
No, it's none of those guys. I mean, I think like in some of the scenes, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who plays the main character, like yeah, he has to go to a pretty dark place emotionally, and you can't just jump into that sometimes. But he's a normal dude to work with. And,
But how you handle it? They're getting chemo and they're eating like pot cookies or brownies, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's got to leave the hospital after his chemo, and he's laughing hysterically at all this horrific cancer shit on the way out, which was brilliant, man.
Thanks.
One guy is obviously dead because they're wheeling him down to another part of the hospital, and he's just fucking laughing hysterically because he's so fucked up.
Yeah. I like that scene too.
Did you?
Yeah, to us that was like the blueprint for the whole movie. Kind
Yeah.
of. We're like,
Okay.
if the whole movie feels like this kind of, then that's a cool.
You're saying
Yeah.
it doesn't go into a terms of endearment type.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But
Although
yeah, not
that's
really.
brought up too.
We bring up terms of
Oh,
endearment.
you do?
You
Yeah,
have
you
to
do.
nod to it. Yeah, it's hard
Cool.
not
Just
to.
trying to prove to Seth I saw a stupid movie.
I'm glad that
I'm
you
sorry,
did.
Seth. I'm
Totally
sorry.
believe you, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have not seen it, but
Usually
I mean,
we fake this shit, but I actually saw this one. I loved it.
Nicholson as an astronaut was very good in terms of endearment. I want to somehow contribute to the conversation.
You definitely saw that movie. You know he plays an astronaut.
I wanted a hero. I mean, okay.
I usually have problems watching those types of movies.
Yeah.
Because I always think I'm gonna figure out that I have that.
Yeah,
I'm terrible. I'm a terrible movie hypochondriac.
Right.
It happened. I mean, it happened years ago when I was a kid watching Brian's song. I'm like, I'm running and I'm tired. Shit. I got it. Fuck.
Let me my good friend Anthony, here's what Anthony is afraid of, that the same thing will happen now that happened during Brian's song. A little tear will come down, and his father will yell, "You faggot, quit crying!" So he's convinced himself
maybe that too.
that it's hypochondria when he's really just terrified of his crying.
Is that of emotion?
Yeah,
Showing
being
any
sad.
emotion during
I love a good
movie?
sad movie. Love it.
You cry like a baby, don't
I'm
you?
the fucking...
Really?
I'm a washwoman.
Really? You love it?
I really am horrible.
Name one.
Name one.
Cuckoo's Nest makes me cry.
Oh, that's
Nest.
a great flick.
Tragic at the end. Yeah.
See,
great movie.
Tragic.
I'm in the kid. Did you see Up?
Of course.
Yeah.
Did you cry it up?
Yeah, but why
The beginning of
Did you
Up,
cry
yeah.
it up?
Well, we were just discussing this over the weekend. Why did she have to have an empty womb? They didn't need that part of the story.
That's to get you.
Yes.
Yeah, but
They-
you're talking 8-year-olds.
Yeah, kids should know what an empty womb is at a very young age.
That kid
fuck?
Manga brought me in as a cartoon. If you want to watch Up, Dad, yeah, the balloons, the guy, I get it. 8 minutes into the movie, I'm in the back
You're
like
crying
this.
hysterically, yeah.
Like, what kind of fucking movie is this?
She was never able to have kids. That's
like-
a laugh riot.
Right.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's like every Disney movie. Kill the mother in the first scene.
Yeah.
It's true. No,
Immediately.
they emotionally fuck with you.
Yes.
It's
That was
ballsy.
great, though.
It is ballsy. They fucking go for it.
I don't like
What's
Up.
better than blubbering during a movie? You can feel
You
like a real
like it?
person.
Yeah.
I love it. I
That's
love
so
it.
odd.
It makes me feel so connected. Like I'm not so lost.
I'm so
that I can't be
uncomfortable.
What's
connected.
the last new movie that made you cry that you saw?
I don't know. Crash makes me cry when I watch it, although that's a few years old.
Yeah.
I'd have to think of the last movie I saw that made me.
Fuck, I
The
can't.
Help did not.
No, 50-50 might make you cry.
It might, yeah.
Yeah.
Chance.
But you enjoy that?
Love it.
See, I find it very uncomfortable.
Do you
No.
hide it? Do you just
No.
fucking go
I don't
for
give
it?
a fuck.
Yeah, you
no,
don't
man.
care.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm proving I'm harsh and. No.
salty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can catch a football, goddammit.
I cried through every episode of Lost. I just did. I don't know why. Just
Every episode of Lost?
In the beginning. And as later
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, the first season made me cry. I don't know why. Just did.
Wow.
But I don't cry in other places. I cry in weird.
I cry in weird thing, like some movie trailers will make me cry sometimes when it's not even an emotional movie, like a big epic like action movie trailer will make me cry.
Just
sometimes.
something where a good cut or a big stinger for
Yeah,
when the music
exactly.
kicks
I don't
in.
know
You're
what
like,
it is. It fucking gets me. Yeah.
Where were you, Ma?
What about this new Tom Hanks movie? That looks like it's going to
That
be
looks fucking depressing.
brutal.
yeah,
What's it
that does
called?
look-
The poster is literally just a kid crying. It's the most fucked up thing ever.
He loses his father.
Twin Towers deal.
But
right?
he loses his father, but let's add Twin Towers loss.
Yeah.
Right.
He's in the towers.
yeah, that is pretty bad.
And then he leaves behind a key, and then it's a treasure hunt type movie. I guess.
Last fucking movie that made me cry.
Fuck
No, I
that.
don't know. I'll have to think about it. God damn it.
Mission Impossible is rough at times.
Yeah, it really was.
Emotionally, it was pretty rough.
When they break that window, I'm like, oh, the cost.
It's really hard to fix. It's true.
Do you hide it if you were do you hide it?
I think I might.
No.
When I cry in a movie, it depends how weirdly a place I'm crying in. I think if it's a time when everyone's crying, then I won't hide.
Even
it so much.
alone, I feel uncomfortable.
You do the rapid blink. You blink quickly because you feel like if you stop blinking, it's just going to pour out. So your tears are kind of like being held back by
Like
your eye.
windshield wipers.
Yeah, fucking like little hummingbird wings blinking.
No, even alone, uncomfortable. With somebody, I can't even deal with that kind of emotional outburst.
But did you ever have it come down well, here's what you do: you sit your chick in front of you, like you hold her head a little, like you put your arm around her so she sinks down and she's watching, and she can't look left and just see.
You're downstream.
Yeah, the non-man
No, I've
pussy
never
that she's
gotten
dating.
to that point. I could actually really I would bite my tongue, just anything to stop it, to tamp it down deeper and deeper and deeper.
You got to let some of that shit out.
Start belly laughing.
Yeah. Look at that faggot.
Yeah. Say something obnoxious.
Still baby. Yeah. Try to make a joke about it or something. Yeah, fuck Schindler and his list.
It's a movie, you
idiots. Yeah. It looks like a turtle shell in that crib. It's not really a kid.
Wow. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
My mother told me that many years ago when I was a kid. She's like, you will always say something obnoxious to push it away when you feel sad.
Yeah. And then you stop doing it at that age.
Oh, no, I still did it, but it's like, I'm more comfortable with it now.
Didn't your chick at the time, make fun of you once when you were crying at a movie?
My ex does. Still,
Yeah.
we're still good friends. She just told me I'm a fucking baby. But I don't, she's a fucking. I'm like, you're a fucking mutant. You're not a human. She never cries. Never. We've watched everything together and nothing out of that fucking robot face bitch.
Impervious, huh?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing gets her.
Well-
she didn't care though. She's still was funny.
Well, you know what happened to my family, Jimbo. I'm just saying, stick with that girl. You know where you're going. Wheelchair bound and beaten.
Believe me, don't think I didn't think of that she wouldn't fucking light me up if I was in a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah.
Fucking 50 years from now. Yeah, absolutely. Crying at loss, you fucking queer. Yeah.
Fuck.
I can't even. I'm trying to think of the last movie that really kind of got me, nothing recently. I mean, nothing. Maybe an older movie. You know what? Almost recently, it was an older movie, but I watched it recently, and I was like, I think if I wanted to, I could. Paper Moon, that old movie, Paper Moon, with Ryan, really kind of got me, Nothing recently. I mean, nothing. Maybe an older movie. You know what? Almost recently, it was an older movie, but I watched it recently, and I was like, I think if I wanted to, I could. Paper Moon. That old movie, Paper Moon, with Ryan O'Neal and Tatum O'Neal.
Man,
it's black and white.
I don't have any recollection.
Did Bogdanovich do that one?
I didn't see that one.
That's good.
Well, it'll make you fucking cry.
Yeah, it's but nothing. I just can't bring myself.
When animals die in movies, I get fucked up a little bit. Dogs dying, like a sad dog dying scene. That I watched literally the end of Marley and Me and started crying.
And that was
just
it.
the part when the dog died.
I didn't see that.
No emotional investment
You had
whatsoever.
no
I didn't give a fuck. I didn't know anything about that. This dog could have been a fucking rapist, and I didn't know. And I was still just blubbering at the sight of this dog dying. It was terrible. I assume it's not a rapist. I have not seen Marley and Me. Could assume it's not a rapist.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I wanted to see it just for that, though, because I knew the dog died, and it'd probably yank a good one out of me.
Yeah.
It would, yeah.
So just
it
get
was
that
fucking
part.
brutal. Literally, the breathing is slowing. It's
Oh man, that's brutal.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Its little eyes closed. It's like that.
Why put yourself through that?
You should, because
that's
it's
my
human.
school of thought. No, it's not.
Because
It's
when you're
stupid.
avoiding
There's
stuff
enough
like
human.
that now.
There's enough real shit in life to make you feel
Yeah,
sad.
but you don't cry at that either.
Well, I know, but it's not
saying.
like I
gotta
don't
let it
want
out.
to. It's times.
It's unhealthy to hold
Don't
it
you
in.
see horrible things every day, and you look and go, "Wow, that's
I'm
terrible."
sitting next to one.
I know. Come on, Brew's a guest.
Hey, what the fuck? You know, it's amazing. So, yeah, man.
It's just to go out of your way. I think to know that you're gonna choke up at a movie. It's
Well, a
kinda
movie
weird.
takes you through an experience. That's what you do when you go see a
Yeah,
movie.
but sometimes it is bullshit. Movies can make you cry. I think I do love those Pixar movies, but I do remember seeing Finding Nemo and Up, and they just hit you so. It's like they've worked out a mathematical formula
Right.
to make you fucking
They
break
know the
down and
equation,
cry.
yeah,
It's like you 4 minutes of establishment with one music cue coupled with a death, and you're fucking done, and that's it. And they just know it's like they hit a button, and they're like, and now men will cry.
Well, it feels manipulative. When it feels manipulative, I don't like it. When it's natural, or when it's something like, "Oh, that was a great fucking moment."
When you feel like they're not trying to make you cry.
Yeah,
and
when
you
it's
cry,
just
I
it's
feel like
incidental.
it's good. Yeah.
What's your top comedy movies? You're home with
Mississippi
your gang.
Burning?
Yeah, you're home with your gang.
That got me crying when they had the little epilogue titles of what happened to the guys afterwards.
Oh, Mr. Townley, how did you get in so much? Never I say. How come the Ku Klux Klan is?
Yeah, that's a good question. Top comedies.
I think I like The Big Lebowski a lot. That's one of my favorite.
Always
movies.
goes back to that.
So
Big
fucking
Lebowski's a
love
biggie.
Lebowski, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like really rewatchable. I think that's what's really funny about it.
It's
I
timeless.
think. Yeah, it's easy to watch. That's a
timeless.
really fucking funny movie.
Used Cars, maybe. I loved Used Cars.
like
Kurt
Cars.
Russell,
Wow.
Jack Warden, fucking Frank McRae was one of the funniest guys ever. Wow. I really loved Observe and Report.
Oh,
that
thanks,
fucking,
man.
I've raved
Yeah.
about that movie since the day I saw it. It was
Thanks.
brutal. It was nice to see a brutal comedy.
It's a really brutal movie.
It really is great.
I love it.
We fucking love that one.
Love it.
Because it was more honest than that dumb mall cop.
Yeah.
I thought something about Mary
fucking
was
hated
funny,
Mall. Oh, were you in Mall Cop, Jim Brewer?
No.
Sorry.
No.
I fucking hated that movie, and I tried.
Yeah.
Adam was
45
That was a
45
tough one,
minutes
though.
in, I still didn't laugh once.
No,
and I'm
it
like,
was
why
tough.
is everyone loving this movie? I didn't get it.
I know. It was the same with me.
That was confusing.
Family.
That was confusing to the
Family
Observer
kids
Report
loved
team.
it.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it? Yeah, Observe and Report had a million laughs.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
The
those guys are
kids
awesome.
loved
yeah.
it.
Jody Hill and those
What did
guys.
Ray Liotta say? I hate your fucking guts!
You fucking faggot.
Fucking great!
That really scared the
Leota's-
fucking
Oh
shit
my
out of
God.
me. That's like I almost shat my pants. Like he really went off the fucking rails. Yeah, he's a crazy dude.
We had him in, man. I was intimidated by him.
Yeah, he's a little scary, right?
Who?
Yeah, he
Liotta.
is. Just being Ray
Liotta.
Liotta. Just being him, I was
That laugh,
intimidated
though,
by
like
him.
when you make him laugh
yeah,
really hard
yeah.
and then you get the full like Ray
Yeah.
Liotta laugh, that's like
Yeah.
the most exciting thing.
That one he said did in Goodfellas.
Yeah. And it's so like angry. It's like an angry laugh. It's like part of it's like fuck you for making me do this.
We have a bad day because we have the hoarder lady too now.
Good,
Yeah,
she's good.
We
She-
overbooked guests today.
Who else is doing
Rob, she's a
Dr.
therapist
Robin,
on hoarders.
You watch that show, Hoarders?
That show's fucking
Isn't it it's fuck up?
horrifying.
She'll fit in.
Yeah.
You want to
Why
have?
do
You want to
people
have
do
for
that?
this?
It's fucked
Yeah,
up.
why do people do that?
I don't know.
She's coming in?
And every
Yeah, she's
time I
gonna
watch
be
it,
here in
I get
5
angry.
seconds.
Yeah.
I just want to. I'm like, burn the place down. Burn the fucking place
But
down.
then they talk about if you do that, they'll just hoard new shit,
yeah.
right? That's the
I mean,
whole
with
thing.
them in it.
They just start over.
It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, kill
Yeah.
them.
They should be
Literally
hoarding
kill it.
salve to put on their wounds.
Why bother? They just start over.
That's true.
They just start over.
I've been watching so many episodes, and I just see
But
this
it's all
whole
because
enabling
like,
thing.
their kids. Like, it's all because like their mom threw out their favorite toy when they were 10
Yeah.
years
Right,
old,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then they hoard shit.
and they
That's
hoard
all
it.
is.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. It really is amazing.
My
what
dad does
tips
that
them
a
off.
bit. Like there's a very clear like my dad's mom threw out his toys when he was 12, and he fucking keeps everything. Like it's
Yeah.
not like this, obviously. But
Is he
like,
sloppy or is he neat?
He's neat about it. Like it's kind of organized in his way, but like you can tell that he doesn't like to get rid of things. He likes to like see all his belongings and little piles, kind of. Like,
Wow, that's a thing.
and it's so clear, but he knows it's all because his mom threw his shit out. Like
Yeah.
it's not like subconscious. He's like,
Is that
"Oh,
OCD too, though? Is it
Yes,
the same? It is.
definitely.
It's got to be a
Something
combination of the
OCD.
two, right?
Yeah, there's definitely some like sense that something bad will happen if this stuff isn't like that. I guess
Yeah, it's
that's
like,
what makes
what
it
bad? Here she
compulsive.
is.
Oh, there you go.
How you been?
Robin's
Hi,
back.
how are you?
Robin.
Stay right here. Just bring us. Just sit right there.
Or move her to the table. We'll
Yeah,
just
move her
crowd
to
in
the
a
table.
little
Sit
bit.
with all of us. We'll bring a mic
Robin,
over
come
here.
on.
Get a goddamn chair and
Robin, you smell
come
good.
on in here.
Get over here.
Scared.
Like having it. No.
You know Seth Rogen to
Hi,
your
I'm
right?
Seth.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And
How are you?
Jim
Jamie
Brewer.
Lemmer. Good to see you again.
And Jim Brewer behind
Brewer,
you.
of course, the great Jim Brewer.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Sam's putting a
Jim.
microphone up for Jim.
We have been, believe it or not, we're on the air. I know.
People are driving to work right now.
Yeah, they're driving, listening, I hope.
Listening to this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You see Seth's movie 50-50?
I haven't.
Well, you better. That's why he's here. And it's a great movie.
We're talking about emotion and how men don't like to cry during movies.
Yeah, oh,
and,
psychologist. Fuck.
Yeah, you
We're
understand
fucked
that.
now, man.
Yeah.
Like Anthony won't cry at a movie.
I
I'm a blubbering
hate that.
sissy.
Even alone, I feel like, oh, don't do it. Don't
So
do
what were you
it.
afraid of?
I don't know. You tell me.
Let's talk about it.
You're the doc. You tell me.
That it'll
I
just
don't know.
never stop. That's what I'm
Maybe it'll just never stop. Once
It'll
that
just
plug
never
gets pulled, I'll be a wreck for the rest of my life.
Yeah. You're afraid
I don't
it's all
know.
gonna pour
I find it embarrassing. It embarrasses. I don't know why. I guess the easy answer would be, oh, well, obviously you must think it's not manly or something. But that really isn't it. I don't feel that part of it. I just find
I
it
have some
embarrassing.
time after the segment. We could,
Yeah.
process it a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, that sounds like an offer, or I'm a lunatic. Well, a case study.
Process.
It's a loss of control, too. People are afraid of losing control when you're crying.
I know I'm not going to be a blubbering mess rolling around the house or something, but, even just, I don't know. I think because it starts making you question why you're crying. It's like, all right, it's sad. I know that, but what about it is so sad, and why does that make me sad? And then maybe it gets a little deeper into the brain than I really want to get.
Yeah.
When I'm watching something really sad and I don't want to cry just because of the same reason, you just feel like it's all going to go. I just remember, it's not real. It's a movie. It's not real.
I do that. What makes you sad? Like when you see a neat apartment? And you're like,
I'm going to go broke.
Oh, my gosh. I'm not going to have a job.
No more shows.
But it is real, is what's fucked up, because the emotions it makes you think of are totally real. And I think that's why I know I don't like to cry in a movie, because it's obvious you're not crying at the fucking fish that got eaten. You're crying about
There's
some
a
other
reason.
shit in your own life.
Right.
It
Thinking
resonates
about
somehow.
your fish
It's
that got
tapping into
eaten.
something.
Yeah, there's got to be something there.
It's more intimidating just to break down and look around
I'm crying.
Yeah, that's
Soak
what it
me
is. You
in.
just don't want to. You don't want to be in that position where you got to start asking yourself why.
Yeah.
Why am I there? That's why I'm asked all the time. Like, why? You fall asleep with the TV on at night. Why? It's like so I don't have to be with my thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't want to delve too deep into my own
memories.
psyche.
Who wants to remember when a small boy? Psst, wake up.
No, that never. No, as far as I know, I don't remember it. And I think I remember my whole childhood. No, I had great other shit going on at the time. But it's like I don't know. You think too much, you can't go to sleep.
I'm telling you, the mind is a dangerous place.
It is.
I'm telling you.
I know it's amazing, and with of course you're here, Hoarders. You're on Hoarders. I was just watching you, of course, again, and I know you've been here in the past, and we've discussed it, and I hate the way these people are handled with the kid gloves. And but you said it last time. You go, well, people are constantly berating them and yelling at them to clean up the place, and that doesn't work, so we try the different approach. Now, I don't totally agree, because a lot of the people I see on these shows, they're enablers. They don't tell them, hey, clean this shit up. But they're like, okay, well, she wants to hang on to these things, and I think someone's really got to take charge.
I do. Haven't you seen
Yeah,
me
but
on
you
the
give them that.
show?
You give them that. Like, all right, you're going to look through everything. If you make sure you look. And I'm just looking at the house being a mess, going, you can't look at everything. There's too much stuff.
Well, that's true, but
Throw it away.
I think you have to remember that we're there to avert a crisis. Like, we don't really think that we're going to clean up the house in 2 days. Like, sometimes it happens. I recently did a shoot where basically everything did go. It was just scooping it and throwing it in the dumpster. But the reality is a lot of people who are compulsive hoarders do have some good stuff. I think that we tend to think that it's all
Right.
crappy
It's all garbage.
stuff.
Some of that
It's all
shit's actually
garbage.
good.
I never even thought of that.
I never fucking thought of that at all. I always assume it's newspapers and shit like that.
Yeah,
dog food,
Seriously.
TV guides and stuff. Yeah.
Dude, throw out these Joe DiMaggio rookie cards. They're taking up too much space.
Well, that would be good.
Never.
I mean, in the midst of all of it, you do find some good stuff. We just came back from Texas, and, there was a lot of good stuff there.
What was good that you found in someone's house that they had a lot
Hoarders
of?
should team up with American Pickers.
Drive off a cliff.
They
Solving
buy
a
the
couple
good
of
shit
problems.
and you fucking clean up all the rest.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of different kind of classifications of hoarder. I don't know if you put them in that, but there are the hoarders that it is mostly clutter. They're you can almost consider it organized. Things are stacked up against the walls and maybe
Organized
plastic
hoard.
containers. Yes, the organized hoard. Then there is the cluttered hoard where it's not stacked up nicely. It's just all over the place. But still, it is clothes and goods and things like that.
Then there's what I call the ratings grabber.
Here we go.
Like the dirty,
disgusting
like raccoon
garbage.
living in the fucking shower.
There's
Oh, yeah.
human feces in the bathtub. Roaches now are making a big hit. Roaches, if you could,
They're on a comeback.
They are,
That's the
man,
sweeps.
if you could open up a cabinet and have roaches just flying out of this thing, I am watching.
Wait till you see what's going to come.
Yes.
Are
You know-
people getting grosser now that they see they're getting attention for it?
On purpose,
Yeah.
right?
I
wouldn't
don't know
normally
about
shit in the
that,
tub, but
I'm competing with the last lady.
I'm telling you, this last place that I was at, it was unbelievable. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable. I mean, every time you scooped, they just ran everywhere, and they flew. They flew,
Oh,
and they
shit.
for some reason they always want to fly at your face.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
why can't you fly somewhere else?
And what do you do when you leave these? Because you don't want to bring them back to your house. Do you have to? You got to get them off of you.
So like a decontamination
Yeah.
process?
No, I mean,
horde of
it's not like they're,
decontamination.
I'm covered in roaches.
You got to
when I
get
leave.
naked, is what you got to do. Make sure there's none hiding, right?
I knew what we would take you there.
How about bed bugs? They scare me too. You don't want to go home with a bed bug in your pant cuff. You imagine a pregnant bed bug in your pant cuff?
That's all it would take, Jimmy.
That's the nightmare right there.
Yeah.
And it only takes one.
Yeah.
What's
that?
I said, where do you get this stuff? A pregnant bed bug?
Well, they have to somehow, but little
Yeah.
bed bugs don't just crop up.
would
Bed
be
bugs like to
terrible.
fuck.
Right.
Have you over the years that you've been doing the show now? It's been a few years. How many? They probably
About 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Have you noticed anything or done anything differently over the course of the years where you notice like, okay, I'm kind of seeing this happening more often, and this is the best way to deal with it?
I never know what I'm going to walk into. You know, we get the
Always
pitch
with a smile,
and we
though.
see pictures,
Well,
and then
you
you
kinda
walk
have an
in,
idea.
and sometimes it's a completely different story. It's worse or it's not as bad, and it's always a crapshoot. You never
How
know
they
what you're walking into.
how they greet you with a smile on their face when they open that door, like they're opening it to a palatial,
Welcome to my
beautiful mansion.
home.
They're like,
Yeah.
"Hi, come on in, hello," and you guys are like, "Hi,"
But they
And I'm
really
like,
don't
you're
think
walking
it's
into a pigsty.
They don't think it looks weird though anymore, right? Like to them, it's like kind of normal, right? Or
You know, you guys see them in denial, and I think that there's some reality of why they're not letting people in their house because they know, like, this is a little out of control or a lot out of control. You know, I mean, there's some level of awareness. I really believe that. You know, people stay in denial because they're scared. If you acknowledge there's a problem, then you have to do something about it.
I've
you
noticed
know?
a lot of excuses going on with these people. Oh man, just excuse after excuse. They won't take the blame and put it on themselves. And when they say that the most important thing to them is, and then they'll name a few things, one of which should be, and sometimes is their family.
Mm-hmm.
They say, oh, my family, my kids are the most important thing in the world. Yet their actions show that their family is not the most important thing. It's their collection of some
Cookie tins.
ceramic fucking
Bunch of
penguins.
Zilches.
Yeah,
Cookie tins.
salsa lids.
I love my children, but where will I put my cookies without this tin?
You know, we talked about this last time. I mean, you know, compulsive hoarding is a form of mental illness, period. At the end of the day, they got brain chemistry stuff going on.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, going back to your question, like, you know, people don't, you know, fill up their houses overnight. And so it's like, do they see this? Well, I don't think that they do necessarily because they're slowly bringing in stuff.
And what about
you
the
know?
people that live with them?
Yeah,
too?
the
Right. The
enablers.
enablers, yeah.
How
They're
about
not
they
alone.
notice and do something?
I've rarely seen a husband that I have any respect for on those shows. I
Right.
look and go, what are you doing that you allowed this to even get to this point?
I think that one of the reasons why people don't take a stand is they're scared to death because oftentimes people who are hoarding stuff defend their stuff so much and they start using anger to get people to back off. I don't know if you saw the show with Eileen where she blamed everything on the children and the husband was he was a firefighter.
Yeah.
And at one point I'm like, you're a mandated reporter, like you're living in this, what's going on? And he was so scared of her that he just couldn't take a stand.
Was she the heavy set gal? That doesn't narrow it down on hoarders. Oh, okay.
I am always, it is amazing how a lot of the times they are from that same mold, a large mold.
Yeah.
Hoarders tend to be a little more
yeah,
overweight.
like is it like it? I mean, you say it's like a chemical imbalance, but then how come, like, sociologically, there seems to be so many similarities between the people that have this problem?
I believe that when you're living in an environment like that and you're literally stepping over stuff and walking through goat paths, you're not exercising, you're not eating healthy, you can't even cook in the kitchen, and so you're bringing in takeout, and you're not you're not living in a healthy environment. You're not taking
Got to
care
roll
of
around the house
yourself
like a
either.
ninja.
How do they sleep with all the roaches scampering around? That would drive me nuts.
I'm telling you. I mean, again, wait till you see this episode that's going to air. It was uncomfortable just standing there, let alone thinking about
Did
sleeping.
they crawl on you?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
brought them home with you.
I can't.
Do you hoard it? Because your book is called, she wrote a book called The Hoarder in You, How to Live a Healthier, Happier, Uncluttered Life. And I understand it to a certain, because I clutter a little bit. Like I save like celebrity stuff, but I'm not. I don't have
your guys' desk here.
Well, this will be cleaned up.
Yeah, it's
by the interns. Who just are here to admire our talent.
This is good. I can use this. I can use this. I need the strap is fine.
So help me understand why you need goggles in.
That was earlier.
We were doing prostate tests.
Those are my other 50
I
goggles.
knew that was a mistake to go.
Oh
my God!
You never know when an accident will occur.
Oh, Dr. Robin.
No, this guy Sam is a bit of a hoarder, and he's a cheapskate, and he's a bit of OCD. He's a horrible chiseler, and we made him break his shitty 12-inch TV today. We broke it so he can get a 22-inch
Well,
TV.
explain to Seth. It's a 12-inch Quasar from 1990. What?
Good 99.
99.
A 12-inch
He
cathode
has a
ray
12-inch
tube.
TV in his.
And he kept
Guys,
it.
first of all, if he's a hoarder, if you broke his TV, he's going to keep it still because he's going to fix it someday.
Oh, that's true. Someday
right?
I'll fix it.
You
I
plan on
guarantee
keeping
you,
that TV?
next year when I come back, he'll still have that TV.
I'll have a broken TV.
She's not that far off. He didn't say because he couldn't because it was broken in here.
Well, Sam, explain your major thing you do to Robin.
Yes.
So she could read you.
Well, I've my wrestling collection.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were trying so hard.
Wrestling collection, yes. He collects older gentlemen who hold him down.
He collects wrestling experiences.
Yes, in rest areas.
It's not just action figures, which he has thousands of at this point.
No, I just collect wrestling things, and
he has to tape every
No, but you
single wrestling show.
And then he puts it on DVD and saves them. And I go, why are you saving these? Like, you don't watch them.
I was just going to say, and I bet he doesn't watch them.
No.
I don't have time to watch them. I have to tape the next one.
Too busy fucking taping them.
Like, there's no reason for you to catalog these episodes.
But if he misses one, it really bothers him. It freaks him the
Yeah.
fuck out.
wow.
I have a theory. Sam's an asshole.
I concur.
That was a lead.
Wow. Clinically.
So, Sam, what's with this need to record every single wrestling match?
Yeah, every show, every
When you
TV
were young,
show.
did your mom not let you watch an episode wrestling thing one day, and then that's
No, but like, I want to be able to. If there is a moment, because what if I miss? That's the moment that
It's
I
always
miss.
the what if.
But what about the internet? Couldn't you go back?
Right,
Like,
that's what I'm
is
saying.
there ever a good moment? If by some miracle something interesting actually happened in wrestling, don't you think they would put it online to
Right.
fucking commemorate the fact that something interesting happened? In
He
the
doesn't
world
want to
of
acknowledge
wrestling?
the internet, though.
Well, no, you don't know when you can't get online or when you can't.
Why couldn't you?
Oh, my God. What is this, 1990?
Why couldn't you?
Well,
My
now he
dial-up
broke
keeps
his TV,
cutting off.
So now he can't even,
Well, that was to force him
That was to force him to get a flat screen.
to get a bigger TV. So he went from a
TV.
12-inch to a 22.
He got a 22
For
inch.
$200
bedroom
bucks.
TV. It doesn't need to be over the top.
He's a cheapskate, though.
Why are
Like,
you watching TV in the bedroom?
Why are you watching?
good point. Ooh. That's right. Meanwhile, that strap-on is still sitting in the wrapping.
Oh, Dr. Robin.
Sorry.
Oh, Robin, you did it to yourself.
Yeah, but what is it with hoarders and being cheap? Like this fear of running out? What is it?
You know what, though? It's, again, I know you're looking at the hoard of stuff and you think it's all garbage, but people are going into serious financial debt going out and spending and buying stuff,
Yeah, why, though? They don't need to.
Well, if it was that easy, then, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about compulsive hoarding.
It does seem like when you talk to them that they do understand that there's a problem that needs to be remedied. And it seems to be as easy as just throwing the crap away that you don't need. I can understand them going, well, there's some good stuff here. All right, pick out the good stuff. But they're going through this cat urine-soaked box for a book that they had since the 9th grade. And it's like, maybe you could let that
It's like
go.
there's roach eggs on it. You're not going to read it.
Yeah.
But in their mind, someday they will. It's sort of like
The
Sam
someday,
here,
just in
who,
case.
I think
someday, when he says he has a moment, like, really?
I think it's all a fear of death. I think it all is like.
Is that what everything boils down
I
to?
think it is.
Yeah,
It's
I think
all
you're right.
like, I'm going to die one day, and what if I never get to experience these things ever again? And so I'm going to have them around and to make sure that that this chapter isn't over, that it's not done with. It's always available for me to go back to.
Like leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
I'm more fascinated that wrestling still exists.
I mean,
28.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's
He's getting
embarrassing.
married as a fiance.
That's embarrassing.
A very understanding. And
Yeah. That's way out of his fucking league, man.
We all see this as a problem. Do you see this as a problem, Sam?
No, it doesn't hinder my life whatsoever.
Robin, talk to this numbskull.
Is there like what's the line between like hobbies and fucking that shit?
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is, if you have a hobby, you hopefully can do something with it. But 80,000 wrestling episodes, like
You've never watched.
Lifetime,
Yeah.
You're not going to even get to it.
Yeah, but the passion for that wrestling is shared with
You know
everybody
what?
on the air
Someday
here
I'm
today.
gonna write a book called Yeah But.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
but.
Like, if I had
is.
to count how many
Yeah.
times I've heard that.
Yeah, but. Yeah, but.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but.
I would buy that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, but.
Yeah,
but.
Yeah, but. Yeah, but.
Hey, yeah, but.
Hey,
yeah, but. You don't understand.
Okay, it's 2 words.
Yeah.
It's 2 words.
And the little line under it could be examples of when people say, yeah, but.
Jimmy knows how to ruin a title.
But, Sam, the
People
good
will get
news
them.
is, we can, do another episode with you.
But when I watch Hoarders, I go, well, my apartment's not nearly that bad. So
I'm sure everyone
fine.
who watches Hoarders
Yeah,
says that.
exactly that. Seagulls at the dump watch Hoarders and say that.
I'm sure the hoarders who watch Hoarders are
The reason why
constantly-
his apartment isn't bad yet is because a lot of his shit is at his parents' house.
See?
They're the enablers in this
But
situation.
his mother hoards things about him. She has his creepy little Cub Scout uniforms. She has his hair from when the therapist.
Not a little lock of hair. The entire hair from a haircut put in Tupperware.
Serious?
His mother.
Serious.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
From when he had an afro, when you were 20 or something like that?
Yeah, I was about 20,
She
and then my
saved
mom
it when
cut
he-
it all off, and then she saved it in a Tupperware. I didn't ask her to save that hair. That's her thing.
That's her.
That's her picture frame.
Yeah.
So
My
now
baby.
he's putting his hoard on his mom, saying, "Oh no, I didn't." tell her
See?
to
The
keep
excuse,
it.
the yeah, but,
I'm
all that
telling
stuff.
you,
I bet you he wants her to keep it. You think so?
I'm not going there.
I bet he does. I bet he does. That means something special to him, like Mommy loves me.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't, in a sense, like if she throws it out now, she doesn't care like she used to.
Like she just doesn't want a fucking container of hair in her closet.
Yes. She doesn't want to be reminded of something that sat on an empty shell.
Does she like put it on a little string and carry it around with her, so that she can have a piece of you?
Yeah. No, she keeps it all in the Tupperware, in the cupboard.
Did she ever explain why she kept
No,
it?
she has no explanation for why. She can't explain it. It's not an explainable thing, though.
I'll tell you right now why she does it.
Why?
She fears that if she throws out the hair, she's throwing out a piece of him.
Right.
Right. Whereas she should have thrown out all of them when she first got the news from the doctor.
You're on your own.
You're on your own. She just said, wow. I've never heard her say that on any episode. But 10 minutes in here, and hey, you're on your own.
Wow.
You know what? That's not good when the doctor walks in a house and goes, you know what? You're on your
Yeah,
own.
you're on your own. I don't even know what to do with you.
Yeah.
That is bizarre, though, right? That his mom, they have this weird thing. Like, you think you're throwing out a piece of, you're not, it's bizarre.
So he's got issues, right? Because he doesn't listen to us.
Look, we all have issues.
Well,
you know?
sure.
I mean,
But we're not
it's
focusing
just,
on us
you
today.
know.
We're focusing on Sam.
Let's talk about your
Ah,
issues.
no, it's
Yeah.
okay.
He's got some good ones.
I do have some good ones.
I like this.
I got a mama issue.
Really? I can help you with that too.
That's all right.
I think at this point we're doing group therapy.
Yeah.
I think at this
Should
point,
do group here. Just hold hands.
Let's go around the room. Mom issue, aunt.
Oh, please. I don't even. Everything. It's too many to count.
Too many to
He
count.
has a fear of crying.
Yeah, fear of crying.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just embarrassed that, like, my genitals are just freakishly large.
That's your cross to bear.
It's an embarrassment of riches.
It's tough. Yeah.
Do you just stay home and like write these things down? You know, pull them out like, oh yeah, this is a new one. Okay.
I have plenty of issues, but I'm very comfortable talking about them. I'm a sex addict. You know,
Yeah, we all talk about them.
Yeah.
We do, Robin.
I hoard
We're not holding back
sexual
too much.
stuff, like all the photos I have from people. Yeah, like a finger from some.
Jimmy's got serial
taking trophies. Yeah,
he's got serial killer type files.
But just like porn
He
and
does.
stuff like that, I hoard it for the same like stuff that I've watched. I don't just go out and grab
Yeah.
it, but I'm afraid of wanting it and not having it. It's this fear of running out. It's so stupid.
Well, you know, where'd Sam go? Oh, there
She's
he
over
is.
there.
He moved.
Yeah.
You know, you
Well,
guys,
he-
I'm telling you,
he's
you're
trying
not
to
far off the
avoid.
No, I know.
Yeah. There's.
I feel like I used to be like that, and then I started just throwing everything out. Like I used to keep like every time I was in a magazine or newspaper, I would keep it, and then one day I was like, I don't want any of this fucking shit.
I still do save that stuff though. I don't find that to be as crazy to like look at in 20
all
years.
online. Who cares?
That's the thing. I figure it's all like
all
so
online.
I just started thinking like, has there ever been a time I've been looking for something and not had it or not
Yeah.
been able to access something? Like I couldn't think of one time. I was like, oh, it'd be great to read that fucking Rolling Stone article from 6 years ago, but it just, and if I wanted to, it's probably
It's
online
there.
somewhere. Yeah,
Exactly.
like
there.
every wrestling event that's ever occurred
Right.
in the history of humanity.
There you go, Sam.
Sam.
I don't want to watch
You
it
could
online.
watch Coco Beware wrestle on the internet right now if you wanted to.
You know, your point is actually spot on, because the reality is once these people throw that stuff away, they're not obsessing like they think that they are, and that's why they can't
No.
get rid of it. Is they think, oh my gosh, if I give this up, like I will forever regret it. I'm going to be in this like insane anxiety state, and you know, what if I want it and I can't
But
get
it's
it back?
all OC. It's all OCD though, isn't it? Like, isn't it all a form of like, as far as like, it's all roots to the simple problem of like these people think something terrible will happen if they do something that is incredibly normal.
Are you asking me or the doctor?
I'm asking. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it out there. But is that what it is? I mean, is it all?
A little sensitive, aren't
Yeah.
Another problem.
That was me being arrogant, thinking I'm on the same intellectual level. Like, well,
No, but is that what it is? Like, is it all the same thing? Like, is someone who thinks they have to touch a light switch 5 times before leaving a room, do they have the same problem as someone who has every fucking, episode of...
At the end of the day, it's all fear. It's all fear. Fear, you know, if you don't touch the light switch 5
Yeah.
times, something bad.
It's all something in their brain saying something bad's going to happen if,
Exactly.
but it won't.
It is
Exactly.
a chemical thing, though.
It really is. It really is. You know.
Unfortunately.
And I think.
So
you know,
there's
we're-
no way to fix it through talking. Like, so then is there any, like, unless you're medicating people on hoarders, which you aren't, is there any
great.
point to, like, that's the question. Like, since it is a chemical imbalance, is there any point to doing anything other than medicating these people?
If you look at anything that you're afraid of, the only way to get over it is to go through it, right? We can talk about it all day long, but until you face your fear and test out if what you fear is going to happen, you never know. You just stay scared.
But does that actually change the chemical makeup?
It does.
It
It's
does.
amazing.
Really?
It's amazing.
is it a case of you can't think yourself into good action? You have to act yourself into good thinking.
Wow.
Yeah, Jimbo.
That's
just fell off my chair over that
That's
one.
the title of
That
my
was,
book.
I like that.
Oh,
The
God.
title of my
That's
book
right.
is
I like happy
Confessions
endings
of a
better.
Butt Fucker.
That's the second line.
That's
Yes.
the log line.
Yeah. But it's spelled B-U-T as in an aside. But
Yeah.
Fucker.
Wow.
Wow. That really is.
What? What? You didn't answer the question. In all seriousness,
I don't think some of the collecting or hoarding is just based on a fear that something bad will happen if you get rid of it. Because I know I've collected over the years a lot of electronic or computer stuff and thinking, I might use this at some point, knowing that, in a week it's dated. And the reason I pulled it out of the other computer and put it in a box somewhere is because I got something new anyway. But I'd always hold on to it going like, I must have had like 50 graphics cards over the past 10 years put in boxes and stuff, knowing I'm never going to use it.
Yeah, I have all this old computer stuff because I'm convinced if something goes down,
you need to go back to an old computer.
someone's going to save us
yes.
by all this old stuff. Like, does anyone have a 1972 computer? I do, fucker. I do. And I win the movie.
The only one that
works.
beat the robots.
Only people with DOS prompt will live.
Yeah. I didn't think I had one. Now I just realized I got all this old electronics, and I swear it's because when it all goes down, I'm going to be able to save everyone.
That's crazy.
So,
I'll stick to guns when it all goes
Like
down.
glue or something.
Yeah, I think that was right.
Throw computer parts at it.
You know, you guys are wondering how could people do this, and so far, all of you are hoarders.
Everyone does it.
to
Yeah.
a point. Well, I think every single person is to a point.
About. Like, we all fall on the continuum. We
Thank
can
God
all
I-
relate
yeah.
in some way to the difficulty of letting go of stuff.
Thank God I'm wealthy enough to have Mexicans come over every week,
right.
Phil.
The hoarder in you. This is what happens if your uncle is a hoarder. The hoarder in you.
Dr. Robbins is shaking her head.
It's the sequel to The Hoarder on You.
Yes.
Every time I'm on, I go, what was I thinking?
Yeah, what was I
What
thinking?
was I thinking, you know?
Yeah, that's why
I'm
we-
thinking this time it's going to be different.
We
you know?
try to let enough time pass where maybe you'll gloss it over as something memorable and fun.
But what exactly are you just addressing? Hoarding that's not as extreme, like that's not as much as like regular people hoarding.
It's like what they call pack ratting, right? Is that like what happened to that term? That went away now.
I think it's kind of gone away and it's been replaced. I
With
mean,
hoarding.
look, the show on A&E, Hoarders, has blown this condition wide open. You know, we've got copycat shows, but the reality is everybody can relate at some level. You know, of course you read the book, so you know.
It was a terrific book.
I did read it. I enjoyed it.
From cover to cover,
In
obviously.
the beginning, you know,
Couldn't put it down.
I talk about that makeup drawer, and it's only, you know, so wide, 6 inches by 12 inches. And I've got a little container of makeup from high school and college that I hold on to. You know, black eyeliner, that kind of stuff, none of which I wear now, but I go, you never know. Someday, and it'd be wasteful
Throw
to
it
go out and
away.
spend $15 on eyeliner. So I keep
Right.
it, even though there's no way in hell I'm going to put that on my face.
Right.
Why
But I
wouldn't you
still
throw
hold
it
on
away?
to
You could just go to Sephora or go to the makeup room on Hoarders, and they would do it for free.
I know.
But you know what I'm saying? They have a makeup person.
Yeah.
But you know, it's on a continuum. You know, the other thing I'm known for is my 200 pairs of shoes. But you know what? I can access every single one of them. They're all lined up. I know
Oh,
where
well,
they
then
are.
that's totally
That
fine.
sounds like
and
yeah,
true.
but to me.
That sounds like a yeah, but. Yeah,
Yeah, but I can access
access
I can
it.
access
Yeah,
the
but-
yeah,
but-
Tripping over 'em.
Sure.
It
Identify,
seems like
don't
square
compare.
footage is the difference between someone who just has a big collection of shit and a hoarder.
Right. That's right.
Exactly.
If your closet is big enough.
Exactly. If these people had 30,000 square foot homes, they wouldn't be hoarders at
Right.
all. Just people with a lot of shit.
In a small place. That sucks.
That's the difference. Well, I can look at all of my
I got a big
shoes.
closet. The square footage has disqualified you from hoarding.
I would love to.
Seriously.
I would love to be able to grab a few pairs of your shoes and say, "Look, how would you feel if I threw
You're not
these
getting my
away?
shoes, I'll tell you
If I
right
threw
now.
these away, anxiety level between 1 and 10. How anxious is this making you?
And more accurately,
Watching me in action.
Oh,
Listen
I
to
love
him,
it.
anxiety
I
level.
love
0 to 10.
hoarders.
Like, what's up with that?
Hoarders is great.
and then the question: how would you feel if he put them on and pranced around the house and felt pretty?
Now the anxiety level has to go up to 20, 30.
Like I said, he's not getting a hold of my shoes.
No, wow.
Why do you have so
Really-
many pairs of shoes?
I love shoes.
How often do you wear a different pair? Like when's the last time you wore those boots?
In the roach house.
Yeah.
There's
bed bugs nesting in it.
There's no bugs nesting in my shoes.
There's bugs in her shoes, Jimmy. Nice host.
Might be a bed bug in there, right?
I'm sure there is.
Bed bugs in my shoes.
All that
pregnant bed
fur.
There's fur. I do see
Yeah.
fur.
The boots have dandruff.
Rampant breeding grounds. Nothing makes those
Okay,
things
now that you mention
hornier
it.
than Fur's an aphrodisiac to those
Yeah.
fuckers.
I mean, they can't believe someone was dumb enough to walk in with fur. They're like, we haven't seen one of these in 5 years. Hop on, boys.
Like a train coming in here.
We're going to Shoe Town.
If they're living in my shoes, you know where they're living when I leave here.
Right here.
no.
This place is
Well,
infested.
They'll just
You know,
fight with the
I
other
want to
bugs.
leave you guys with something.
Yeah, some bed bugs,
Some
cockroaches.
something to remember me by. you
Yeah.
know?
Hey, does this happen in other countries, this hoarding thing?
It's all over.
It is?
All over.
So it's not just the United States in general?
No. I mean, the reality
There's
is...
assholes all over
Khmer
the world.
Rouge in their skulls.
Yeah.
All
Paul
over
Pot
the
was
place.
hoarding bodies.
I I mean, I don't know. Are there hoarders in Ethiopia? I don't really know.
How about you go there with the show and find out?
Hoarders International.
Yeah.
I
see it now. Let's do this.
I
see it now.
We are so talking
Let's do
about
this.
it. Yeah, I mean, we've been up to Canada a few times. But yeah, I
We got
mean,
hoarders there?
the reality
Yeah.
is, again, I got to stress,
Canadian
hoarders blew this whole thing wide open.
Yeah.
And, so many people are sitting in silence. So when you say, how many hoarders are there, we have no idea. Estimates are 3 million, but we actually think it's closer to 7 million because, who opens their door and says, come on in and, oh, by the way, my children don't have a bed to sleep in. And, but
It's that house that has the curtains closed all the time.
Mhm.
They put the newspaper over the little window on the door.
Their lawn's a little long.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all have one in the neighborhood,
You
don't
kind
we?
of think maybe someone's cooking up some crystal meth in the neighborhood when you walk by their house.
they're
How do
just
I know it
hoarding
smells like
dead
cat
cats.
urine?
Hey, are you doing any book signings?
not this trip, but I'll sign your book.
Okay, I want to because we're wrapping up soon. I think we have a couple
Yeah.
minutes. We have
Yeah.
time. Oh, I'm fine if we have time. I just want to make sure everybody's plugged.
I don't know who has to go, so.
All right, well, all the time.
Whoever goes,
Me.
goes.
Seth is plugging 50/50, which is on Blu-ray January what?
24th, I think.
Is it on demand or something now? Because I've heard this is great.
Yeah, I just want to jump in again. I did see this movie 2 days ago. I loved it.
Thanks.
Fucking loved it. Loved Seth's performance. The writing was amazing, and there's definitely laughs in there. A little different look at cancer, and I think it's going to be up for some awards.
Thanks.
Oh, look at you.
Fuck yeah.
Seth's an animal.
No,
I am.
Yes, it's an animal.
Can you feel it coming off
Yeah.
of me?
Let's tie it all in. Somebody was hoarding cancer cells.
anything?
segue.
Is Seth promoting anything else?
Not really. I'm.
Don't you have a charity? Or
I am actually. Yes, I'm doing. I'm in a charity competition. I'm getting beaten by Jonah Hill and Ed Norton, which is fucking humiliating. So go to crowdrise.com and donate to my charity page to help me beat those guys.
Very
And
cool.
we'll get
What's
money.
the charity Crowdrise for?
Well, that's it's like a social network for charities, but I work with the Alzheimer's Association.
Okay.
Awesome.
And Brewer, just so you know, Jim is the great Jim Brewer is doing the Heavy Metal Family Man Tour. It's the Highline Ballroom, which is on 16th Street here in Manhattan. It's this Friday night. Go to highlineballroom.com or just call if you're not near your computer, 212-414-5994 to see Brewer. And I'm not going to plug all my dates. Just go to eatabullet.com. I have Poughkeepsie, Tempe, Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, Rochester, and Toledo coming up.
But you're not promoting.
No, I'm just going to mention the cities and get the dates.
That's not promoting.
Absolutely.
That was-
Screw it.
And the book, once again, for Robin, who's always a great guest.
It's called The Hoarder in You,
Yeah, yeah.
How to Live a Happier, Healthier, Uncluttered Life. Very odd with the clutter of words. The irony is so thick you can cut it with a knife.
It's a long title. It's a very long title.
Yes.
I'm hoarding words.
Yeah, you are.
And it's a nice little book, and I'm going to read this because I picked it up, and like I said, I wish I would have read this. It looked very good.
And the show on A&E Monday, 9 p.m. It's fantastic. I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of hating the people I see on it. I just have no patience for it. I yell. I tweet all the time. I'm tweeting during the show going, burn it down! Burn it down!
That's just
a
not the
horrible
right attitude
person.
to have.
I know.
I'm telling you,
It isn't.
you've got issues.
I do.
mean,
I know. Thank God, that's what got me this program. All of my issues.
But he tries to laugh it all away.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like they say, thank God I can laugh, but don't let me forget that I cried.
Jimmy is despicable with his shit.
Fucking fortune cookies.
God,
Well, you know,
Jesus.
guys, I mean...
Jimmy's little sayings. Oh, man. It's
Is that
Always
an
grabbing-
adage? I think that's an adage.
It sure
It's
is.
an adage, yes. It's an adage.
Always grabbing for more than our share. I understand.
Yes.
All right, let's get the fuck out.
God.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Hey, thanks, everybody. And
I'm grateful you all came in.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Can't
having
have what I
us.
want. Please let me want what I have.
Another adage.
I hate an adage.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. Sirius XM. And now, the Opie and Anthony Show continues. This is After O&A Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
We're on. Roll in. Opie, I went over there and pushed my own button, but feel free to push yours. Well, Roland, Opie has to push your button, too. Opie's still sitting here. What a great show. Seth Rogen, Jim Brewer, Dr. Zazio. Opie, are you going to turn on Roland's mic at least? You're going to have to at least acknowledge my presence.
There you go.
You're not going to turn yours on?
There you go.
Thank you. Thank God. This is Ants.
We'll see you guys later. It was a fun show.
It was. Were you nervous that the three of them wouldn't mesh as well as they did?
What?
I don't know if nervous is the right word.
Nervous about what?
The three of them meshing though as well as they did.
Saying mesh.
He asked me to repeat the question.
But he didn't want to hear mesh again.
Well, then he should have answered the first time.
You're a real mesh of something.
Chip piped in for a second during that interview.
He did?
Yeah, in the last segment.
I didn't hear
Just for a second, over the laughs, Chip piped in.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember either, but I remember you made your presence known.
How great was that today? You had Seth, Brewer, Norton, just killing it.
Well, Jim Brewer is such an interesting. Jim can talk about anything for any length of time, and I can listen.
He's a great storyteller. I told him to come back because we didn't even get to really get
Yeah.
into half the stuff he wanted to.
Yeah.
Every day Jim wants.
You know, Roland, you did your job too good today. I'm going to tell you that much.
Too good.
It was overbooked.
Yeah.
There was too much going on.
Does that count as a dick in the ass?
No.
Okay, good.
No, that's a good
because we
one.
had Seth Rogen at 8:30, but you know he could easily do an hour. Brewer. And then you had Seth at, 9?
9, yeah.
And then you had Robin at 9:30. That's
But then
crazy.
Seth got here, and Roland was like, Seth can just hang out for as long as you want. And so everybody had a party together.
Yeah, but what Robin's show and what she is an expert in is so interesting. There's nobody that can't talk to her and ask questions. Everybody knows somebody, or we all collect shit. There's always. She could mix with anybody.
But it looks like she collects herself. And that's
Shoes,
why she's
yes.
into this whole thing.
There was no way, because I could have said my wrestling tapes are in, date order or something, or I know where they are. Just because she has 200 pairs of shoes that she can find doesn't make her 200 pairs of shoes legitimate.
You date every tape?
Yeah, how else am I going to know what's on it? I record the DVD and write what date. Raw from December 16th.
I think it's me and Norton's job now to get you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Well,
there's too much going on, Sam. You don't need this crap.
You're gonna wreck your marriage.
You're gonna wreck your
before it
marriage and
happens.
your
You get
life.
a hot chick.
We're gonna get you out of your comfort zone. It was a good sign that you brought your TV in today because I know that was a big deal.
I lost a bet.
But this wrestling thing, we got to get you out of that. I'm telling you.
Right. You can still love it, but you're not. He's also afraid of abandoning his childhood because, and I relate to that too, because what happens is once you become a man, that part of your life is done, and it's scary to lose that part of your life.
I can't stop watching wrestling because
it makes you an adult.
I used to obsess about collecting baseball cards. Obsessed. Like I had to have every single fucking baseball card out there, and then one day I just let it go.
Yeah, but
and it was freeing because now I don't have the stress to worry about it anymore.
You throw stuff out all the time though. You throw stuff out that shouldn't be thrown out.
I know, Lindsay. It drives Lindsay nuts.
You
but
just throw out things.
I throw out a lot of stuff because you know
you don't want to hoard it.
No, I don't.
But you could still. There's things.
But that
you
goes
can
back
have.
to being a radio guy. Like I had to move to places, and I could only take what was I could fit in my car.
Yeah,
so I
but
still have that mentality.
You have to know that you're an established person now. You have this wonderful Manhattan
What
apartment.
did I throw out that I needed to keep?
Well, I'm not picking through your garbage.
Well, nothing in the end.
But I know you
in
don't.
the end, you realize you only need just a few things in your life. Couple nice shirts, couple nice pairs.
Yeah, but
of
you only
jeans,
need
a
22
laptop,
inches of
a
television.
camera, and a phone. That's
You're
all
more
I
of a
need.
minimalist, though. You're that guy.
Yeah.
Like you don't need. My mom is like that. She doesn't save everything. My father and I save. My mom doesn't. You're like that.
I
You can get
save
rid of
important stuff like birthday cards,
Yeah,
and things like that.
My mom saves everything. As
But
obviously,
Sam, it's not about me today. It could be about me tomorrow.
Well-
Here's the deal with you.
Yeah.
Like you're a huge wrestling fan, so keep your action figures, fine. Keep your pictures with the wrestlers, fine. Keep anything wrestlers signed, fine. Get rid of the stupid tapes, though. It'll be freeing to you.
Or keep them and just stop taping it.
Right.
Put them in a box somewhere where they're not an important. Like you, and even the wrestling figures, you could save them, but you could put some of them away and still have them in a closet in the box. It's almost like you're not denying that part of your life, and you're not leaving it alone. You're just making a little bit more room.
Because someone asked, I think Seth, when does it go from collecting stuff to a problem?
Right.
The
But
problem
I
with
have
you is
everything put
collecting the wrestling shows. Everything else, I think, is fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what I like. I like wrestling tapes.
You don't like them because you don't watch them.
But I have
No.
watched some of them. I
Every
haven't
once
watched
in a
every
while,
single one.
All right, look. Every once in a while, when you do watch a wrestling tape, I guarantee it's on the internet.
Yeah, but I
so all of a
can't
sudden
put it-
something pops in your head, like Seth Rogen said today, Coco Beware. I think it was him.
Yeah.
You could go see that right now on the internet.
Yeah, but I can't see complete shows.
Right, and I understand that. I understand that desire too. But even those are available on YouTube, and in the coming years will be available everywhere because you can see with commercials and everything now.
I also don't like the just checking something on the internet and relying on other people to upload it, and then you have to rely on someone else to host it. And then
I
you have
used
to,
to, I used to hate when I'd watch like Ozzy concerts, live concerts, like where they would do fancy stuff. I just wanted to see the whole stage as is, so I didn't miss anything.
Right. Yeah.
Like if they went to the guitarist, I'm like, I'm missing something Ozzy's doing.
Yeah.
It is this irrational fear of not of missing something, and it's so stupid because the moment where you need all that shit never comes. And even if it does come, let's say that moment comes, being bummed and not having it is not nearly as bad as the torment of worrying about it.
Yeah, the worry you got to make sure you got everything taped, it's not worth it.
well, I mean, I don't feel like my life is being hindered at all.
Yeah, but you misread your girl on that TV
All right.
thing.
You live your life your way.
What are you getting mad at me for now? Like I'm doing it to you.
Just live your life any way you want.
I'm not even in your house.
That's fine.
See, but you also because
Don't make
of-
it about me.
Well, you have your
We'll
own
make it about
issues.
me another day.
You have your own issues.
Oh,
that
really?
make-
Like I haven't talked about it on the show? Of course I
but
do.
that makes my issues a bigger issue to you.
No, I won't even think of your issue as soon as I leave the studio. I'm making radio for the people.
You shouldn't.
I will.
I do worry about you, though, Sam. Because you can nip this in the butt before it gets crazy.
Yeah, you don't want you misread something with your chick, which we all do because women are kind of hard to read sometimes.
Sure.
But that should set off an alarm bell. Like my way of seeing things is not what I thought. It's not terrible. It's stupid. But sometimes little things happen where it's like, fuck, man, I am not reading the room as well as I thought. Like these really weird revelations we have.
Yeah.
I do have to bring up something else.
Sure.
What's that?
You hear about Tony Iommi?
What?
He's not dead, but he has early stage cancer.
No,
Is that
I didn't
true?
hear that.
I'm not sure if it's true, to be honest with you.
Or is it just
But
like
it came
feedback?
in, and then I tried to look it up on Twitter, and I did.
I
see a
did
few
not
other
hear
tweets
that.
about
Oh no.
Fat
Oh,
Matt
look at
in
this.
Sparta, New Jersey. Sorry that I said it that way, but I was going with
No,
a Travis
that's fine.
thing. Ask
Oh.
Jimmy if he just saw the news that Tony Iommi has early stage cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Is that the treatable one?
Yeah, it's up on Billboard and a few.
Oh,
other
I think
sites.
that's
Is it confirmed?
Is Hodgkin's lymphoma?
Hodgkin's is a motherfucker.
No,
I
but
think.
non-Hodgkin's I think is the really bad one.
Non-Hodgkin's is bad.
I think that's the really bad one.
It just says
Early
lymphoma.
stage.
I'm looking.
So maybe he has. Maybe Ronnie getting stomach cancer got him to go. Who knows? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So
Yeah, they're not really stating. A couple of these articles just say lymphoma. Lymphoma. They don't say if it's non-Hodgkin's or Hodgkin's. I'm looking.
Well, early stage is always good. You know,
all right, I'm going home.
All right.
people survive stage 4 stuff. I know people with stage 4 shit that want to be in
Sure.
okay. Well, good luck, Tony Iommi. Fuck, man. I hope he's okay. I
And
love,
Sam,
love,
good luck
love
with
him.
the after show.
Well, you guys had a great show today. I mean,
Just
I'm
keep
just
denying you don't have issues.
He knows he does.
Well, I didn't say I don't have issues. I said they're not hindering my life to the point that I need to worry about them.
I still love you though.
I appreciate that.
I don't love you.
Why not?
It's more lust.
It's just purely sexual.
Do you hug?
No.
Want to hug?
No, I don't want.
I
from
do.
You?
all.
Yeah. Why don't you two hug each other? All right.
Wrong hugging?
Open gym or just hugging.
See, I'm even getting him like a really nice one.
Yeah.
And a couple pats.
All right. Well, you guys said
Come on over here, Sam.
No, you gotta do it like this. You gotta do it under the waist.
Will you put your arms around him?
He's holding me by the lower waist.
And I reached under his waist and I cupped his liver and upper back as one would a lover.
You're another guy that doesn't like being touched. Huh?
Well, not like that.
Well, how about
That's
like
bad
the-
touch.
How about the handshake hug? Are you good with that?
It can happen, but not like now. It's weird.
It's all awkward now.
I'll show you how you hug for real, like a regular
No, I
man.
don't need to
I'm
show-
not going to attack
I've
you.
been hugged before.
Come here, like this. Come here.
Okay.
You put your arm like this. You do the man hug like this, and you come here, hug me, and I'm doing this, and then you touch and you hold the back of the hair.
That's not what you do at all.
I reached back as we do like the man hug, which is lower and upper, and I held the back of the hair, the poof.
I was just worried that you were going to start thrusting your pelvis inwards.
I'm oddly comfortable, and we all know what perversions I've engaged in, but I'm oddly comfortable and non-homoerotic or homophobic with like touching my friends. Like I feel no weird sexual energy or weird I guess because the comics I know, I always hug Keith. Like when we come off the cellar, when he's coming back up and I'm walking off, I'll hug him in front of the audience until he breaks free.
I got used to kissing recently, so.
Kissing
guys? Yeah, Brother Weeze kisses me.
Where?
On the cheek.
So now
I don't
you're
really
like
kiss guys.
No, me neither.
My dad kissed me and.
Dads are different. Old school dads. Wee's an old guy though, so that's old school guys.
I think that's it though. But I was comfortable with it. I'm trying to think of any other guy.
Because there's a fatherly thing about it when it's somebody who's a lot older, and if it's a guy you see as a father figure.
Yeah.
You know, if Bladder kissed you.
That'd be awkward.
Yeah, but especially if he made that like weird like Jughead bladder face after.
I'm gonna put the video up.
All right, we're gonna go down and see Kenny.
Troy, could you give Jim a real quick
Thank
kiss
you,
before
buddy.
he goes? Like on the cheek? Just a kiss on the cheek.
Jim, do you want me to kiss you on the cheek?
No.
Or Opie then. Opie's a kisser now.
I just say I'm a kisser now.
Yeah, you're like a kisser.
Tony.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything specific.
No. It just makes me sad.
Like a good show buddy. And
Thank
kiss
you.
him on the cheek.
Can I just give a pound?
Just not.
See?
No. But kiss your fist or something first.
Me and my kid do that. We do pounders.
That's a cool kid.
He is a cool kid.
Wow. Tony.
All right. Good night, guys.
You sure you guys don't want to kiss? Troy, what's your hoarding thing? Let me go over to the other station. But everybody around here? I'm not the only one. Enough of this bullshit with me being the one with the problem. I mean, Eric's a worse hoarder than me with his shit. What's your hoarding shit?
I used to be a hoarder with, I don't know, stupid shit, music, like CDs, music. Used to collect a lot of music. But my ex-girlfriend, Abby, had a problem with saving everything. And it became so disgusting that I completely hate it now. And I have...
She had the problem.
She had a problem, and I was so disgusted by it that I had become a minimalist, where I just throw everything out and want to have nothing in my apartment.
Do you have a TV?
I do. I don't have cable hooked up. I mean, I occasionally watch a DVD.
How big is your TV?
I don't know.
Bigger than 32 inches, probably.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. You have a bigger TV than either of mine, and you don't even have cable hooked up to it.
Right. Yeah, I have the box to do it, but I just don't have it hooked up.
Don't you have to return the box?
No, well, sort of, because last year I turned it on over the winter, and I just kept the box, and they put up a fight, and they say, threaten me with a bunch of shit. I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm going to turn it back on.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
When are you going to turn it back on?
I'm probably not going to.
You're just going to keep the box for yourself?
Yeah.
Just out of spite. Hey, you have to return that. Fuck you.
Yeah, well, eventually I might turn it back on. I don't know. But
yeah, you'd like to have the option. You don't have to wait for that guy.
Right, and then you have to wait for them to come out and install the box, and it's a whole ordeal. Now I can just give them the number, and they can just turn it right back on.
But are you going to be able to call them and say, hey, I never returned that box. Just turn it back on?
They know I have, but I still get internet from them.
Oh, okay, so you're still right there.
Right.
What about you, Sal? Sal the intern. Everybody's favorite little buddy, Sal the intern.
I don't know why Sam doesn't like me anymore.
Mr. Perfect. Mr. Never does anything wrong.
Yes.
What are your disorders?
My disorders?
Yeah.
I do have like some OCDs, I suppose. Like if I do something to like the left side of my body, I like to do it to the right side of my body.
You were molested.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was.
That's obvious.
No, like if I knock my finger or something, I like to do it to the other one. I can't. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, and I bite my nails.
But I feel like with my hoarding wrestling stuff being any sort of hindrance on my life, like Eric's desire for celebrity memorabilia and autographs is way, way worse than my wrestling stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Like to the point where he's gotten scolded multiple times at his job for it.
And it doesn't stop him.
Like, Eric, do you think you have a problem hoarding like celebrity autographs and pictures and stuff?
There's a difference between hoarding and collecting.
I know. That's why I said hoarding.
I'm not hoarding.
But, like, you get autographs and pictures of people who you don't even know what they do or who they are.
I haven't done that in a long time. You keep saying that.
You've done. I've seen you done it. You do it.
No,
if somebody's famous, you'll get a picture with them, or like you'll get multiple autographs from people.
For
like
people,
a lot.
and people that don't even ask for them.
What do you mean people don't ask?
Well, he'll get autographs for like Opie's kid.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And people that just don't even have any.
It's not this again. It's like I think personally that you definitely just have this need to get people to sign something when they come in here. You know, I mean, you're not being scolded. I was just for 2 days talking about my hoarding, Eric. Nobody's ganging up on you.
No,
Don't get frustrated.
I'm not saying you are.
We're talking to you like people.
No.
You don't think that like you have a thing where you just have to get things signed by people when they come in here?
Well, if it's here and they're here, why not?
Because it's not here half the time. You're bringing it from home.
And it's multiple things. It's not just one thing.
Like you always get a lot of stuff signed by most of the guests that come in here.
Who was here Friday?
David Duchovny.
David Duchovny. He had 7 things signed by David Duchovny.
I had one thing.
Why was there 7 things on display out there?
I don't know who the other shit was. There's 2 things that were for a giveaway, which we didn't do, and I have
Okay,
mine.
so you had 3 things. Because the giveaway, too.
The 2 were the booklets that were here in the studio.
But people don't like to sign a bunch of stuff when they leave. Like, whether it's here or not, like, the fact that you can't just say, oh, that's here, you don't think that might be a thing?
Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
You're right, Troy, but he won't. The fact that he won't even have a conversation with it.
No. He doesn't, but he just doesn't, I don't know, he doesn't admit to the way he behaves.
Jim and Opie.
We have a problem. Yeah. Now, you're talking about E-Rock getting things signed?
Yeah.
And getting things for Opie's son?
Yeah, I mean...
Opie's son is one. We all know that E-Rock is only doing that. It's a nice gesture if it's Barney or one of the Wiggles. we all know that E-Rock is doing that as an excuse to get himself something. It's not a genuine... It's almost like, well, no one can say anything if I'm getting it for Opie's son.
Right. The same thing with the giveaways. Like when he said, hey, I got some stuff signed for the giveaway. It's like, yeah, that's a cool thing to do. I guess I appreciate it, but it's like, nobody asked.
Last time we gave something away that was signed. When?
Yeah, I don't know. He
Sam does.
Well, no.
Because they don't do it. So I stopped giving stuff into the show.
What did Seth sign today?
Seth signed some DVDs and a poster for Roland.
Some DVDs. How many?
I had 2.
But
for who?
For me.
But why do you need 2?
Because, should I answer that honestly?
Yeah.
Because he wants to give them away on his Twitter.
Nope.
All right, so Eric, like for your purse, that's
Those
what I'm
are
saying.
mine, yeah.
Like, did you get something signed last time he was in?
Yes.
Yeah. So now you have like at least 3 to 4 things in your own house signed by Seth Rogen. Why on earth?
Why every time? Like, I can see if you love the guy, like if he's your favorite guy, but why? Like, everyone that comes in, like every time they come in, like even I don't do that. Like I got Seth to sign my 1 DVD today, but not in multiple copies. And last time I didn't get him to sign anything.
Eric.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, what do you think?
I don't think there's a problem here.
And he's not going to stop. It's not going to change.
It's unprofessional. I'm saying that.
Then it won't happen again.
What's that?
Then it won't happen again. If you have a problem with it, it won't happen again.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying have balance. Have a balance. I didn't say don't ever do it. I get stuff. Just be balanced with it.
Is there a reason, Eric, why you think like you need like multiple things signed by people? If you think it's just cool,
to have.
If you just think it's cool, just say it's just cool.
It is cool just to have, but it doesn't matter what I say because when it turns on to me, no matter what answer I give is not going to be the answer that everyone else has.
He did ask me. He said, "Is
No, Jim, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying just in general.
Because Mark Wahlberg, right, is coming into the list. We didn't do him today because he's coming in too late. He's not even in yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't leave anything for him to get signed. Like, I got my photo signed the first time I saw him, and he's in one of my favorite movies, so he signed Boogie Nights, and that's it. Like, I got what I wanted. And believe me, I understand the joy of doing that, but we don't need to get multiple things every time these guys come in, because it really does, after a while, start to look ridiculous.
Eric?
Yeah, fine. I'm letting him.
What's that? I'm sorry.
No, I was listening to you.
And we don't need to get photos, multiple photos, every time they come in. Like, if we already got one, I didn't get one with Mark Wahlberg last time he was in because I had one from another event. So if we get one, but then every time they come in at the barrage, they're going to start to think, like, what the fuck? Am I crazy?
No. I mean, and that's what... You don't think there's some sort of, Eric, hoarding mentality in that you get multiple pictures with people and you have to get so much stuff signed by everybody? Like, do you not see that you get more stuff signed and more pictures taken than anybody else?
Yeah, probably.
So do you see, you don't think that that's like a thing?
Yeah. I don't get shit signed for people ever unless it's something like that is really going to mean something to one person I know. Like, but I can't remember the last time I got something signed for another person. You know, because we all have too many people we want to get stuff signed for.
Right.
like we have to limit it because otherwise we just seem like assholes.
I mean, we were trying to talk to you about your nephew before, and you thought we were bashing you for caring about your family, but we appreciate that you care about your family, but there's no way that your 8-year-old nephew wants 25 autographs. He's 8.
Sam?
Yeah?
By the way, I need a new Larry the Cable Guy autograph.
Why is that?
Well, E-Rock, when did you get signed, E-Rock?
I don't know. You probably gave it to your nephew or something.
It was a Cars DVD. Cars Blu-ray.
Yeah, no, for my son, you got like a little car from the movie Cars signed by Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
And I had a Christmas party this weekend for my extended family, and one of my nephews saw a nice toy that he could open up. Okay.
And how old is your nephew? How old is your nephew?
He's 6, I believe.
Okay, so that's kids that are that age, 1-year-old, a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, when they see a toy that's in a package, they don't want it autographed, they want to open it.
But I want to talk to the collectors among us here. Would that bother you that something was signed and it's still in its packaging, and then another kid came along and opened it up because he wanted to play with the toy?
By Larry the Cable Guy, no. If it was signed by Pryor, I would have fucking ripped his leg off.
But here's where I don't care. Like, everyone panicked, like the kids' parents panicked, and I'm like, I don't care, whatever, it's fine. Let them play with the stupid toy.
Yeah. Well, you can't give an autograph to a 1-year-old.
Yeah, the kid stuff is only an excuse to get it for ourselves. So stop with the kid stuff because it's not about the kids.
Can I tell you something nice about E-Rock? It pains me because I don't say this often, but my kid's first movie was The Muppets, and E-Rock got a Muppets poster signed by Jason Segel.
Yes,
and it's now framed nice. That's something I'll. Now you talk about how I don't save shit. That's something I'll fucking save. The first movie you ever saw, and now it's a poster signed by the guy.
See, that means something. And Muppets are for children. They're baby things. And that makes sense.
Yeah, but that same day, he had a Muppets poster under it that he got signed for himself, and then he got a DVD also signed for himself.
I don't give a fuck. He took care of me. That's all I'm talking about right now. But and guess what? A gift that I'm keeping, unlike that stupid Islanders.
But do you see where it becomes compulsive? To get like 2 items. You don't love Jason Segel. You don't love the Muppets movie.
I love Jason Segel.
I like him. But he's not a guy you've idolized. Like, I could see if it was Hulk Hogan, who you love. But Jason Segel's just an actor who you kind of like.
Eric, he's asking you if you see where it becomes compulsive.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, E-Rock, you're hoarding. What are you hoarding? Blonde hairspray or something?
Oh,
yeah, I like that.
Wasn't
Jack,
good.
can I give you a beard update?
Yes.
My beard, officially, I could put rubber bands in it now.
Really?
And I know you appreciate a good Lou Albano reference. So.
Absolutely. I said this on the after show. I'm telling you, you're going to let the beard grow out until it becomes like part of your identity. You're not going to be able to shave it.
Yep. No, it's not part of my identity. It's really starting to bother people, and that's why I will not shave it. I just saw that Jenny broad, that Jew broad.
Jenny Hutt.
The billionaire hearse.
And she was like freaked out because I had a beard. She was freaked out by it.
Well, it's a disarming thing, the beard.
Hated it. And I told that broad, I said, you are rich. Because if you go to justjenny.com, look what she did for her son's, is it bat mitzvah or bar?
Bar mitzvah's the boy, bat mitzvah's for the young lady.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
They went to, like, that Jewish country, Israel. Hurry up! Yo, broad. We just honked at a really old lady in the street.
Whoa! Ron Bennington is in the house. Can you hear the phones?
Who is Jenny Hutt to talk about beards?
That's Opie. Ron's on your side on this one.
You know what? I was taking a quick look at Jenny today. Thank God Ronnie's there. Look close. She's got a lot of fucking fuzzies on her face.
Let me tell you. And it ain't just her face. I mean, she's very, very well known for 70s muff.
Really? She doesn't shave at all?
No, because she's
Hasidic Jew.
I had no idea.
yeah.
I knew Jewish. I didn't know Hasidic.
Belly button to the kneecaps.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
How did you get? Is this something she talks about on her show? I haven't
believe
listened.
so, yeah.
Okay.
I think Martha talked about it once.
I know it's kind of just one of those whatever things, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Oh.
Well, we don't want to interrupt this chemistry, so I'm going to go. Yes. We're at our buildings. Ronnie B, it was great doing radio with you.
It was fantastic. You know what? Let's throw this right up on YouTube right now and let people hear the magic.
Let's do it.
Crossover magic.
Sounds good. All right, guys.
All right, Jim and Opie. Goodbye.
Bye, guys. Goodbye.
And Club Soda Kenny. Goodbye to you too.
There they all go.
Facebook.com, Club Soda Kenny.
You got it.
Yeah, it's got that.
Oh, jeez. I hung up on him. Opie Radio fans on Facebook.
I hear people talking about this Facebook. What exactly is it?
It's like it's a social experiment, I think, like a social networking thing.
I saw a thing the other night on TV. They said over 8,000 people belong to Facebook now. So it's just blowing up.
8,000?
Is today the day for Roland's Pizza Party? We don't know. This could be it.
How'd you do over the weekend with your fitness?
Let's just say Gray Charles gave me a call. I went to Caroline's. I woke up at like 5 a.m.
Right.
I had a big egg cheese on the roll.
It seems like Roland getting into shape is something that he can do kind of during the week a little bit, but once the weekend hits.
Well, should I not throw the pizza party for him that he requested?
I'm going to leave this up to you, Roland.
Roland, would you rather we can get salads?
No. Pizza's fine.
Pizza's fine.
Pizza fits into the new program?
Yeah, because it has my dairy intake and all that
Oh,
stuff.
okay, so there's dairy in it. Yeah, all right, good.
The meats.
It does fit, hit a lot of the different food groups.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we should all start growing beards. Maybe that's the way to do it.
In support of Opie.
Yeah.
Like, we support your beard. We don't think it's ugly or frightening.
By the way, Sam, I'm so fucking excited to hear that you turned your back on wrestling. I didn't think it's new grown up, Sam.
I didn't turn my back on wrestling. I'm not going to. I don't think there's any reason to. It doesn't hinder my life. If this was an issue that specifically hindered my life.
Do you realize that every year you look more and more like Mickey Mouse? Does that come up?
No. Why is that?
I don't know, but it's going around. People are talking.
Who?
You know, this person, that person. I don't listen.
I don't
you know
like
how
that.
they are in the halls.
Just yip.
You saw whatever Jenny did.
With Dopey's beard.
Yeah.
That hurt his feelings, too. He doesn't want to say it.
Should. It should hurt because, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to consider that harassment. Work harassment.
That becomes an HR issue very quickly.
I don't know. I think it's more of a PR issue. I said
We'll get Mars in here.
We
Yeah.
call a couple Puerto Ricans down here and fucking fix this shit.
Yeah.
Well, after their naps.
Oh. No, seriously, I love race humor.
Yeah.
It's, just,
That's
it's
your
the
thing?
best kind of humor.
What about your intern here, UCB Fred?
What about him?
He's trying to gain weight at the same time Roland is trying to lose weight. Fred, how are we with that?
Not doing very well. I'm struggling trying to put this chair down because I don't have enough weight.
He would actually do this. This is the thing about Fred.
Mm-hmm.
He'll, and I'm not even making this up. He said, I go, where are you going? He goes, I'm going up to get my lunch, and he'll come down with a little baggie, and I'll have a half an apple and some nuts in it. I'm not even
that's
making
the
it up.
problem.
Like 6 nuts and a half an apple.
Which is a very delicious meal.
Well,
you can't eat a whole, you know.
Go Burger King,
Apple.
$1.99. Burger King has new burgers for $1.99.
He can't finish anything. He cannot keep food down because he saw something awful when he was a child.
Is that what it is? A molestation thing again?
I don't want to talk about that.
You know, one of our, my mother, when I was in middle school.
Molested you.
No, that's not what I was going to say.
That would have been a great story, though.
Yeah, it would have been nice to break it here. But
yeah.
She wanted me to gain weight, much like UCB Fred. She switched my milk from 2% to whole. Made a world of difference. Maybe that's something you want to try, Fred. I don't know if you tried or
it's really thick. It's
a little too thick.
It's too thick. It's,
the viscous.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Well, she already had you in 2% of tininess. That's what she was going for. Now, did we ever work out anything with the disrespect to Tom Papa the other day? Did we ever get to the bottom of it?
Roland sent off some emails.
Uh-huh.
He fired him off. I think Tom Papa was able to somehow let it roll off his back.
Yeah.
Good.
Which does go to show
That
not
John
only what
McDermott got away with it.
Did who?
Yeah.
McDermott got away with it.
Oh, I guess
so that's who it was.
That's the name we were mentioning. He said he was going to...
Why wouldn't you say it the other day? You felt like you didn't want to?
Yeah, in 24 hours.
Yeah, 24 hours, everything's okay.
Yeah, you let it smooth over, and then you start fanning the flames again.
That's right.
Whoosh. You were nervous the other day when I was in here. You were upset that somehow your balls would get caught in the.
Well, he thought that when I told professional comedian Tom Papa that Roland was obviously cock-blocking him from O&A, that Tom Papa would not see this as a joke, but see it as literally, that son of a bitch Roland must be cock-blocking me from O&A.
Yeah.
Where's McDermott?
It's good to know.
So you guys had some big stars stopping by here today.
Oh, my
Seth
God.
Rogen.
All together at the same time, too. Jim Brewer, Seth Rogen, and what's her name? Dr. Z, Robin Z from Hoarders.
you.
Do you watch Hoarders?
One of the hoarders lives near me.
Is that
Yeah, the New York Hoarder. If anybody ever watched the show, it's the guy who fills up vans and junk cars in front of his place and then has to move it from side to side. He's quite the talk of my neighborhood.
I would imagine he's a TV star in your hood.
Well, even long before he got on Hoarders, everybody's like, what the fuck is with this guy? Because he just fills shit up. Like he has these old cars because his apartment isn't big enough. And then he moves it from one side of the street
How many
to the
cars
other.
does he have?
Sometimes I've seen as many as 3. And then I guess the cops will confiscate some or whatever. But the reason why he does it is what we saw from the TV show. His apartment's just fucking packed.
Where is he living, like a one-bedroom small thing? Or
No,
is
I think he's got a 2-bedroom. It's one of those things where he grew up in New York, blah, blah, blah. This apartment is probably, he has it for $1.50.
Right.
But on the show, his parents invented the talk show. There was nobody on radio.
The format.
The format of the talk show. So they started to think that they were a man and a woman, and they started to have like, hey, like this thing that we're doing right now at the breakfast table should be a show. And then they tried it, and they're like, hey, we should bring entertainers in. And this was like back in the early days of radio.
Yeah. Did everybody like they invented radio and everybody thought we either got to play music or do bits? There's no way we can just sit here and talk.
Yeah, they what they tried to do immediately was let's bring concerts into this or let's bring plays into it. No one thought people could just talk on the radio.
Yeah, all we need to do is buy a mic. What are we doing with all this production value?
Well, look how long the fucking internet was around before someone came up with podcasting.
Yeah, wait a minute. Why don't we just record this shit and put it up?
Everyone's just like in the last year, everyone's just like, hey, I have a podcast. Yeah. Where have you been all this other times? I don't know, vlogging.
But so this guy, he doesn't live in your building.
No.
But he lives near you.
He lives in my neighborhood.
Are you more on the side of minimalism or hoarding? Do you have anything?
I don't give a fuck about anything.
Do you throw shit out all the time?
All the time. I have. There's nothing that holds a special place in my heart.
No family stuff. Nothing.
Not even family themselves. No family. No old friends. I don't care if people call me at Christmas or my birthday. I just don't. I don't look backwards.
It's by the minute for you.
It is. I think the Doobie Brothers put it best when they said minute by minute.
That's and I guess that gives you a peace of mind. Where what do you got to worry about?
Well, I don't think it's not like a philosophy I've went after. I just fucking feel that way. Like, what's the big deal? Oh, want to look at pictures of high school? Why?
Why? Yeah. So that's why I guess that's why you don't have Facebook either. Even
no,
virtually.
I don't have Facebook. I don't have Twitter. I don't even think I have a computer.
You don't.
I do have an old adding machine.
I'm pretty sure you have a computer because I emailed you to let you know that the Stangles had written a shout-out for you on the Letterman show. This was over Christmas break, and the response I got back from Ron was, how did you find this email address? Never write me at home again.
Here's the thing. That's my PR firm that runs that for me.
Oh, I see.
Their job is to keep me out.
And they wanted to nip this thing in the butt before, you know.
They tried to do a cease and desist to Letterman to keep my name off there.
He's not going to be answering any phone calls for anybody. It was a fun time. Well, listen, we have to let you do your show, too.
Do my thing.
Yeah.
I got to do my thing.
You have anything lined up for today? We had Seth Rogen, Jim Brewer, and Dr. Z. Luckily, you have this nonsense to buffer it, so it's like you're not following the big celebrity thing. You're following nothing.
We do have some planned today. Me and Hicks are going to drink Jimson weed. We're making it into a tea and seeing how long it takes us to trip off of it.
And how's Fezzi doing today? Like you said last week,
great.
It was like scary weird.
Really great. Check out his site, fezradio.com. He wants to interact with you guys.
Okay, fezradio.com.
I think that's it. I don't know.
We'll find out what it is in just a few minutes when Ron and Fez begins.
Nice segue.
I know you always like it when I segue. No, Eric, there is no read. That's the end of the show, so tune in tomorrow. Roland, guest tomorrow? Brewer might be coming back, might not.
Yeah, I think another day. Then Florentine's coming in tomorrow.
Rogan? One more Rogen?
Should we get Seth Rogen back in? All right, we'll get Seth Rogen back in tomorrow and see what Dr. Z is doing.
The Wednesdays, the three guys.
What three guys?
Emerson, Lake, and Palmer.
Emerson, Lake, and Palmer this Wednesday.
Well, Michael Clark Duncan and those...
With Emerson, Lake, and Palmer?
The directors of Paradise Lost 3.
Oh, okay, the West Memphis 3 directors.
There you go.
Very exciting. All coming up this week on
And
Opie
by the
and
way,
Anthony.
I think they did it. I think
The directors?
No, I think
Oh.
those kids killed them. I really do. I went over the whole case.
You're like,
and
wait
I
a
do
minute.
think that they killed those little babies.
These guys got away with murder.
They did.
That was a twist at the end.
Yeah, that was the fun part.
That's what we learned from the West Memphis 3. It's stick to your story, and you'll finally get away with
Eventually.
it. Stick to it. Ron and Fez are coming up next. Goodbye, everybody.